Light it up. Chat. I need y'all to lock in, baby. It is a special day on the panel. It's going to be a historic one. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Shout out to everybody that sent through super chats early. Shout out to everybody that liked the video. Shout out everyone because y'all, well, it's gonna be one of them type of days. All right. Before we get into everything, it was a jam-packed weekend, y'all. Crazy weekend, right? There was just a 3-team trade. Norman Powell, and it's just a lot going on this weekend. We had Summer League. I got to ask you guys, who was the prospects that stood out the most for you guys? I can't wait to get into that. Chris Paul announced that this is his last season in the NBA. But the big question is, who's he going to play for in his last season? Bradley Beal allegedly will be bought out in the next 48 hours. So what's the next best destination for Bradley Beal? Damian Lillard, we still don't know where he's going to sign. Jonathan Kuminga, he's still a restricted free agent. What's he going to do? There's a lot going on in free agency. There was also a 7-team trade, the biggest trade ever, ironically involving Kevin Durant. It's a lot going on in free agency, and really throughout this show, we are going to determine who's the biggest winners and who's the biggest losers amongst all the teams in free agency. We're going to talk about that. Also, there's been some Paolo and J-Dub talks. Who's better between the two? I want to talk about that as well. But, fellas, chat, Kill, Mars, Ox, Swiper, y'all know what we here for. Hey, y'all know why we here today. Y'all ready?
We here every day. We here to talk basketball. That's what we here to do. You think you think because we got company that's whoa.
We here to rage bait. That's what we here for.
You think because we got company it's gonna change, right? Is that what we doing? Because we got company now, we gotta act different. No, Ox. That's how you get beat up. That's how you end up getting the ass whooping in the house. Because when company show up, you start to act different. No, just because company here ain't nothing different. Nothing different because company showed up. No,
y'all not rage baiting for company?
No.
That's what we do anyway, Ron. That's what we do anyway.
What is rage baiting?
I don't know what that means neither.
It's what you guys be doing. It's what we will be doing, actually.
So we're just unaware that we're rage baiters?
I guess not.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Bad word, guys.
So
it's funny, guys.
This was the holidays this weekend over here, Mars. This was weekend, and I was
celebrating. But
right on.
Happy 4th, man.
My sister said, "No, you are a gaslighter, and you've always been a gaslighter." And I was like, "I don't even know what that means."
So you gaslit about gaslighting. Good to know. Okay.
Well, I'm running a poll right now. I asked, what do you guys want us to do? Do y'all want us to glaze KD? Do y'all want us to praise KD? Or do you want us to cook KD? And as of right now, and a little bit of both as well. And it looks like you guys want us to do a little bit of both. So we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it authentic. We're going to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. In case you're in here for the first time, we do this Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every single day. We are consistent and we are authentic with what we do. But Swiper, you want to go ahead and send Katie the link and bring him in here?
Yeah, I did. And verbatim was told, I ain't going to be there. I ain't going to be there. Yep. So I'm going to give
after all those tweets,
everybody a timeline on what exactly happened. I'm going to give everybody an exact timeline on whatever exactly happened. So when everything was going down on Friday, we start having all these conversations about, Jokic, KD, offense, this and that. Obviously, Mars is glazing me, you know what I mean? Going on me about something, blah, blah, blah. Chill is like, are you serious? Boom, boom, boom. So KD starts saying what he's saying. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I start talking directly to KD, mind you. So this is actually a 100% true story from top to bottom. I start directly talking to my dog and telling them, like, look, we love to have you on the show. You let us know what you want to do. He said he wanted to come on Friday. So we're talking all day Friday. from literally about 11:30 till about 1:30 trying to get him on the show, and he's having issues with the StreamYard, this and that, all kind of stuff, right? Boom. So he said, I said, we get an extra hour. We'll do 2 to 3. You can come on for that spot. I understand he has a lot going on, especially transitioning Houston, all that stuff. He said he can't do it, but let him know another day and he can make it happen. So obviously I believe him. I said we can do Saturday. I hit a Bron. Just true story. Did I say Saturday or Monday? We could do 11 a.m. I sent it to Ron and said, whichever one you want to do, send it to Dave, whichever one you want to do, we can make it happen. We decided we're going to do it Monday. So again, just to read off exactly what was said. You tell me a day. Here are the days. He said, bet. I said, let's lock it in. So we already got everything keyed up, promo, all that kind of stuff. We're getting ready to go to the next iteration of this, is where you start putting all the graphics out and everything else. And so literally once I get everything on the backside, I said, cool, babe, let me go ahead and give this to you, KD. I sent it to him. Now, to be fair, I want to be fair. I don't think Kevin realized that after the trade went through that he would have some things he would have to do today. So I want to be completely fair to him in that situation. And then literally, again, verbatim, when I sent him the link, the graphics, without me on it, mind you, we'll get to that in a minute. It's just, part of what happened. And he said verbatim, can't do tomorrow. I got Houston stuff. Cool. So long story short is I talked to KD Friday, talked to KD this weekend, talked to KD again yesterday, confirmed the times, said he wanted to come on the show Friday, said he could do Saturday or Monday, gave him the option. And then in this instance, we decided that Monday will be the best day so we can do a full show and then we can do whatever else we need to do. And then from that point on, he said, cool, lock it in, let's do it. But like I said, to be fair to him, I've dealt with him before, I think this would have been about something else coming up. I think this had to do with the stuff that's going on in Houston, and he's just wanting to be able to, take care of business like he got to do. But he said that he'll be willing to come on. He said he'll be willing to come on and to come do the show at some point in time. He wants to not make it a, big production and all. He would just like to slide on and do the show. But that's chat. What happened Friday.
Chat. Damn this. Damn all of this. This is what I need y'all to do. I need everybody to lock in. Everybody get on one accord, one unison, one wavelength. This is what I need everybody to do. Grab your cellular device, go to Twitter at Kevin Durant and say, we need you on the show ASAP. Why are you ducking Player's Choice? Why aren't you going on Player's Choice? Why did you admit to coming to Player's Choice? Let them know you are watching live right now. Get KD on the show right now. Everybody go to Twitter and as a matter of fact, I'm going to let my actions do the talking. I'm adding KD right now. As a matter of fact, somebody type in the chat what they want me to send to KD. I'm going to just copy and paste it.
This is nasty.
Everybody at KD. Blow up his ads right now. Tell him we miss him on the panel. We want him on the panel. Stop ducking the smoke.
This is so nasty. KD ain't ducking no smoke. He got other obligations. That's fine. It's disappointing. We was looking forward to talking. Man, yes, I was definitely looking forward to talking some hoops with him. And I had a couple questions. Yes. And the temperature was going to get turned up in here. Yes, it was. 100% it was. Temperature was definitely going to get turned up in here. But all right, we'll see you again. We'll see you. We'll see you sometime soon. Yeah, we will see you sometime soon.
Yeah, but Norman Powell got traded though.
Norman Powell 100% got traded.
Kevin Love got traded. That's what Kevin Love got traded.
Big news.
Respect to John Collins.
That's what I was about to say, Ron. It looked like it was all for John Collins. That's who I think the Clippers wanted ultimately. So, I mean, I think that if I'm not mistaken, and I'll look it up right now, but I think that John Collins, he comes off the books after he's got a player option that he's opting into this season for $26 million. He actually comes off the books after the season. He's a free agent, and the Jazz traded him, so he's got a player out. Now, with that being said, Norman Powell, on the other hand, because this kind of stuff right here is very important to mention, because a lot of people want to talk about the game, but we can't talk about the game unless we talk about the business of basketball. And Norman Powell comes off the books next year too. And I think the Clippers are looking at the situation when they just paid, the Clippers just paid James Harden. They still got Kawhi Leonard on the books. Norman Powell, for the season that he just had last year, and I know how much Ox loves him, for the season that he just had last year, and he's coming into a contract year, he's going to be a pretty penny coming next season. And they may not be interested in paying that pretty penny. And they got John Collins on the cheap right now. So
how much is a pretty penny? Like, how much do you expect Norman Powell to be demanding?
well,
I know he had a good season, but I mean, I don't know. I don't expect him to be, breaking the bank necessarily.
Well, he's 32, right?
Yeah.
So at 32 years old, I mean, one of two things is going on here, Ox. Either the Clippers think that they got everything and there's nothing else to get from him, and they're not interested in moving forward with him and paying him, or they just weren't interested in paying him, period.
I don't know, Chill. I might be looking a little too far ahead. But when you look at the dynamic of the trade, and let me go ahead and throw this on the screen, actually, so you guys can see exactly what happened today. Just this morning, Norman Powell to the Heat, John Collins to the Clippers, Kyle Anderson, Kevin Love, and some future picks to the Jazz. But Chill, when you look at the dynamic of this trade, they're giving up Norman Powell. He was a good player for him throughout the regular season, averaged 20, carried the scoring loads on some nights. Very good. But we do know that a certain guy in Phoenix is about to get bought out. Maybe we get it. Hey, we get our 4/5 that we could bring in here, former All-Star, and we bring in Bradley Beal and basically clear out Norman Powell so Bradley Beal can step into that role.
If I'm Milwaukee, I'm all over Bradley Beal. And I know that he might not want to live in Milwaukee, but considering what the East is looking like this season, to bag Bradley Beal plus Miles Turner plus Giannis, I think that they can make a lot of noise in the Eastern Conference with that group right there. A lot of noise.
What kind of noise?
I definitely think they can win a playoff series. We can start there.
Oh, okay. So first round. I got
you. I think that they can win a playoff series. Now, after that, I feel like anything can happen. And I think the biggest problem that we have, and Ox and I had this conversation, like, y'all dudes be talking like Bradley Beal ain't nice as hell. Like, we get wrapped up in the money with Bradley Beal, like completely forgetting Bradley Beal is an awesome two guard. He's not a good player in the NBA. He's an awesome two guard. We just got wrapped up in the money. One of the best scorers in the game, got a really good mid-range game, a better athlete than most people give him credit for. He's got a back problem, and it might have hampered some of his athleticism, but he still gets busy. I mean, he was the third guy on that crew and averaging 17 a game. If you can get 17 a game from your third guy with a bad back, what does he look like when he's completely healthy on a team when they actually run in action for him and looking for him, like Milwaukee? How much better does he look on that crew?
I like him playing with James Harden though, Chill. I think playing with James Harden will bring Brad kind of back to what we not 30 a game, Brad. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but I think James Harden, especially during the regular season, to help Bradley Beal kind of get back on track to being a premier shooting guard. Not top 5 like he was a couple seasons ago, but still a serviceable, really good shooting guard. I think Bradley Beal still is that.
I think he is too, Ox. I do. Yep. I think
Whoa. What the hell? What the hell? Was expecting. I thought KD was gonna be here. I heard the news and I had to take my jersey off before I could get on. That's what took me so long. I had to wash away my damn tears and my Kevin Durant jersey. All for us to get up.
You got a Houston KD jersey already?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, God,
he's definitely getting one though, Mars. Let's be clear about that. He definitely getting one.
What? No. Let me tell you something about me as a Houston Rockets fan.
Here we go.
You don't get my respect as a Houston Rocket until you do something.
Do what? Like what?
Until you do something. I'm talking about every time we get a superstar player, aka James Harden, He came with his joint 38, 39, back-to-back games. I'm like, shit, I got to go get that Harden jersey. He got to do something. You can't just come over here and just get grandfathered in. That ain't how we do business at the Toyota Center.
First of all, James Harden and Kevin Durant, those two guys are completely different. James Harden was not a superstar when he came to Houston. Let's start there. He wasn't nearly the superstar
That's
that Kevin
cool.
Durant was. That's
He
number
changed,
one.
chill.
Number
He
two,
changed your mind in
you
24 hours.
campaigned for KD. This
I
whole
did.
all season, you 100% campaigned for
I
KD.
did.
But what you're not going to do is you're not going to campaign for him and then go, well, you know what? I can't really get on board with you until you do something.
Well,
Knock it off.
listen. I would have got on board with him today. If he would have pulled up today, I would have been, I would have let him know, hey, man, I usually don't do this as a Houston Rocket fan, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I know who you is, you KD. I would have did that. But
Hey, Jordan, maybe this is a sign for future things to come.
Oh, no. So we're not going to go there. We're not going to do that at the Toyota Center. When
But
it rains,
he ain't
He
no
ain't gonna
shows?
show up for y'all, Jordan.
oh, no.
Maybe he just don't
See,
show up to the
look.
playoffs in general.
No. So hold on. Because I got some non-negotiables, and I would have had to explain that to him. As a Houston Rocket fan, we don't get a superstar to miss the playoffs. We don't do that. The Toyota Center is already hard to pack, so I need him to come with his shit and say, let's go camping. We finna camp out at these guys' playground, get the series over in 4 games. I expect for us to go 4-0 first round. I don't give a shit who we playing. That's my non-negotiable.
Jordan, maybe that's why KD's late right now, because he knew that you and Mars were gonna hold his feet to the fire and hold him accountable.
Mars is Portland Trailblazers FC. What are you talking about? We've been kicked him off.
Hanson Young FC. Hanson Young.
he's-
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, them divorce papers ain't went through. That boy still got a rock on his finger.
No. All I'm saying is chill.
Mars, you out on Houston?
I'm not out. I'm not watching all 82 games, but we'll see.
We kicked him out of the club, chill. Don't ask him.
It's the same dude who was watching all 82 games when they were bad.
They had Jalen Green on.
They had Jalen, Michael Green, Jordan. That's what they had.
It's the same Jalen Green that you was out on.
Michael Green.
Yeah, I've still watched every game. So I mean, it is what it is. But Jordan, you know why KD's not wearing 35, right?
No, I actually don't know why.
Houston legend Scott Padgett's number.
Padgett, I knew you was about to say some bullshit like that.
He can't live up to that number. He knows.
Bruh, all I want to say is Scott Padgett is probably one of the worst Houston Rockets that I've probably seen. And him and David Wesley combined, you motherfuckers is crazy. I seen Lowe talking about that shit. He was like, yeah, David
Wesley has 17.
He said David Wesley has 17. Like what? Like, sorry, Swiper. Baylor legend David Wesley. Trash. If you look up some of the worst plays in the NBA, his highlights come up. I'm not bullshitting. I'm dead ass serious.
But that's cool. We gonna talk about in a minute too. I got VJ Edgecombe saving the day, so I'm good. I'm locked. I'm good for years.
The best 77 in the league. The best.
I'm good for years.
I guess so. But David Wesley was a downfall.
It's that kind of stuff right there that they be talking about with us.
We gotta live up to the name. There's a bunch of people who expect that. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Man,
What
Ron,
type of
you
stuff,
mean
Chill?
Ron, you
like this right here. The VJ Escom, don't get me wrong, looked fantastic over the weekend.
He didn't look fantastic. He looked good. He didn't look fantastic.
He looked great to me. I loved everything that I saw from him. No question about it. But then I got
a little bit of
saying stuff like the best 77 in the league. Like Luka Doncic doesn't wear 77. This is a dude who hasn't even
I didn't even hear that shit. I would have went here and out the other.
Wait, chill. Is VJ already a better defender than Luka?
Of course he is.
So he just got to figure out the offense. Chill. How long until the shooting can catch up? 5 years, 7.
VJ might not even wear 77. This is just his summer league jersey.
Well, remember the reading has 77 because he can't get 7 yet. So if somebody leaves from Kyle Lowry, namely, he can get 7 and then he'll switch it over.
Kyle Lowry ain't going nowhere. Shit. But anyways, Ron, I spent the whole weekend prepping my rage baiting takes. For this,
yes.
So you did come up here to rage bait.
Oh man, yeah, that's what we do. We rage bait. What's another term we do? They got these new school ass bullshit ass terms. What's another term we do?
Gaslighting.
Rage baiting. No, it's rage baiting.
That ain't that new. Clout chasing ain't new either.
Cloud chasing was the tip of the iceberg. Now we into a whole nother dynamic of some dumb shit. Everything is you rage baited. Oh, you doing this? You bro
masturbated, glazing, all
Clip,
that stuff.
clip
What?
form, clip form. That's it.
Yeah,
Clip
yeah,
form.
Swipe.
all those are words.
But what you said,
Masturbating. You never heard that? Bro, I said this in what was it in Indy in August? Like I brought this up like a year ago. That's a brand new clip. Matter of fact, go to Ron's page.
Swiper,
I put it on Ron's page. That's what he does.
Yeah, Swiper, who's the master of baiting up here?
No.
Easily.
The masturbator. That's what
the masturbator is Ron.
Yes.
Is Ron 100%.
Yes.
It's the host. It's the host.
I just want to know, how do y'all know that? First of all,
how do we know that?
First of all, it's not nobody up here. It's actually Brax. Brax probably at work right now in the bathroom. Yo, whatever you got to do on this early lunch break.
We getting off this. Hey, everybody that's on Twitter right now, here's the thing. We got to give KD a little incentive and a little motive to get up here. It's about 15,000 people on Twitter right now. I need all 15,000 of you to do @KD, pull up to @Player's Choice.
Ron, he's gonna be
do
here.
it right now.
Or you
he's
could just give up.
Right.
And let's talk some hoops.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're
26
We're
minutes
gonna
into the
talk
show.
hoops.
It's not that deep.
We are gonna talk hoops.
He's gonna be here at some point. Maybe not today, but we're gonna get him. So listening to what Swiper said, he sounds like he's gonna show at some point.
Let me see if
Hey, chat. Fuck that.
So
I'm KD right now.
I'm feeling that. At some point, we're gonna get him. And
let me see if I can call him real quick. Hold on. Let me get him on the phone.
All right, no doubt.
anyway.
Let me see.
Yeah,
All right, y'all.
I think that we're gonna get him. Yeah, I think we're gonna get him at some point. So in the meantime, and in between time,
what does Kevin Love do for the Jazz's title hopes? That's what we should be talking about. Yeah, how are we feeling about that? You think that championship DNA is going to help them?
No.
I thought he ended up with the Clippers.
K-Love?
No. K-Love and
okay, so
Kyle Anderson to the Jazz.
So K-Love and Kyle Anderson in the future to the Jazz, John Collins to the Clippers, and they eating. Kevin Love is not going to put on a Jazz uniform. They eating that deal. He's not putting on a Jazz uniform.
Yeah, but
you mean to tell me Kevin Love not going to show up to work? So we need till there's no racism involved, we need KD to show up to work. I mean, we need Kevin Love to show up to work just like Ace Bailey had to show up to work.
Ace Bailey don't got 17 years in the league. Stop with that. See, this is the range making shit we talking about.
He got 17 years on the planet.
Yeah,
give me a break.
Yeah.
No, but with that being said, though, Jordan, of course, Ace Bailey needs to show up to work. But Caleb is a professional, bro. He know what he's doing.
So a professional show up to work every day, no matter what the circumstances.
He don't need to show Caleb. What does Caleb need to show up in?
Iguodala ain't show up to Memphis, right?
No, he did not.
It was unprofessional.
Actually,
but it's July 7th though.
So he got to show up by what, October?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he don't need to be in Utah today.
Oh yeah. Utah ain't that fun in the summertime, so yeah, he don't need to be there.
I guarantee if Caleb don't get bought out or rerouted or something like that, you can guarantee Caleb gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Unless he retires or something.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying we gotta hold everybody accountable.
Real basketball conversation, no agenda aside anymore. Drop the Kevin Love stuff. Do you think the Clippers are better today?
That's real basketball talk.
I know, but Kevin Love's not helping them win a title.
Do I think the Clippers are better?
Kevin Love's not helping them win a basketball again. But just because we're not talking about LeBron James and superstars doesn't.
I was bringing up John Collins. Is that close to LeBron? You're right. He is as athletic as LeBron. So maybe that's
I think John Collins is still really good at basketball.
Me too.
I would see once again. I come here on PC a lot. And this is where I come to learn things. So at the beginning of the last season, I did not know that John Collins was weak. So when I brought up John Collins as maybe a power forward that some teams should go after, everybody, John Collins, what? So that's when I found out that John Collins wasn't a good basketball player. Although I still think he's a good basketball player.
Well, Ox, you know what it was? Like when you're a kid, it's easy to eat when your mom's making your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and cutting the crust off. It's easy to eat when she's making your mac and cheese and all of that. Well, when Trae Young was spoon feeding John Collins, he made him look so great. Hey, well, you go to Utah, things change a little bit.
John Collins was saving Trae Young from being little.
John Collins just had a really good year in Utah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But to answer your question about Is the Clippers better with John Collins? Yeah,
Yes.
and the Lakers are crazy as shit. Cause like y'all, John Collins been a name that they've been trying to get for a long time. And they got DeAndre Ayton, a guy who couldn't function right with Chris Paul. They did go to the finals, whatever. But I know I'm about to swing this into a Lakers bash because I have to.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not so high on that bullshit ass DeAndre Ayton to the Lakers like he's our savior. Like, how we know he gonna be able to play with Luka Doncic?
Isn't DeAndre better than John?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
he ain't better than
Never
John.
mind. Oh, he's not. Okay, my bad.
Oh no,
no.
DeAndre Ayton, big ass ain't better than him.
Jordan, do you listen to the stuff that you be saying from time to time? Because you be well as hell with some of the stuff that you
I'm
saying.
trying to save y'all right now.
hold on,
Chill. Y'all gonna be mad at DeAndre Ayton for getting 2 points in the fucking game. Y'all gonna be mad. He got 2 points and he's 7-2. Yeah, he playing with fucking Luka Doncic. Who would be a better fit? John Collins or DeAndre Ayton? I'm trying to save y'all right now. I'm trying to save y'all.
In that case, Jordan, I can see where you're coming from. I only asked if he was better. I think DeAndre Ayton is better. But in basketball, we all know certain fits matter. So I can see where you're coming from. John Collins might actually fit better there. But I mean, the better player is DeAndre Ayton. And also, DeAndre Ayton played really good with Chris Paul until Monty Williams decided he didn't want to coach no more.
Do you fight that?
Chris Paul, it was like
Do you fight that?
No, I'm not gonna fight that. Chris Paul is a point guard. You know how you say use a gentleman's gentleman or use a man's man.
Yes,
like
sir.
Chris Paul's a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Luka Doncic ain't a point guard.
What is
all
it?
I'm saying is he couldn't play. DeAndre Ayton ain't Derek Lively or Gafford to where they can sit around and be okay with a few dump downs. They ain't okay with. He not okay with that shit. His big ass gonna think him and Rudy Gobert got the same syndrome. They want to be involved, knowing that they not fully engaged. And I'm trying to save y'all right now. The Lakers messed up by getting DeAndre Ayton and not John Collins. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, y'all Lakers fans all excited. Oh, we got DeAndre Ayton. By November, December. Man, this DeAndre Ayton dude sucks, man. We got to get rid of him. He trash. Oh, he 2 points. Don't say I didn't tell y'all. Because what are y'all expecting from him?
Because what you're telling us is just not true. One, he didn't suck when he was with Chris Paul. That's number one.
I didn't say he sucked.
Okay, but you're gonna say he's gonna suck with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. He's gonna suck with those two guys, but he didn't suck.
Guards and Chris Paul.
Austin Reeves too.
Austin Reeves, by the way,
more shots for them, less for him.
Okay, see that's and that's where again a hole has been filled at the 5 spot. So with the hole being filled at the 5 spot, DeAndre Ayton in that offense, one
is gonna do what?
I'm about to tell you right now. One, it's gonna change. He's gonna do more rim running. Like Anthony Davis did.
When you seen John Collins? I mean, when you seen DeAndre Ayton big ass rim run?
When he was with Chris Paul, that's when I've seen him rim run. I saw him last year rim running.
Let's not act like DeAndre Ayton don't be like he wasn't getting busy off the pick and roll.
I was saying,
he'll pick and pop, but I seen plenty times Chris Paul get into the teeth of the defense and throw DeAndre Ayton alley-oop. Plenty of times.
Point guard. You're gonna see DeAndre Ayton spam pick and roll with Luka Doncic, and he can't pop and shoot that 3 ball. Luka gonna dribble.
Who said anything about the long ball? He doesn't have to shoot the long ball. In fact, I think it's perfect for what's going on with Luka Doncic.
Why he don't got to shoot the long ball?
Why does he have to shoot the long ball? You already got guys to shoot the long ball.
So if he not gonna catch and shoot from the long ball, where his touch is gonna come from? Off straight lobs? You got
so he can't play in the mid range. This is Jordan.
Who plays in the mid range with Luka Doncic? Who?
DeAndre Ayton. He's going to play in the mid range. That's who's going to play.
We ain't never seen before. You never seen a big play in the mid range with Luka Doncic
because he's never had. When is the last time Luka Doncic had a big who can score like DeAndre Ayton? Go.
Porzingis.
And how'd that go?
Hold on, how long ago was that?
It didn't work out for other reasons.
4 years ago? That was 4 years ago?
4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, I know it might be hard for you to accept
Don't
this.
tell me.
Hold on, wait. Hey, just hear me out. Hear me out. Jordan, you know, in order to grow up, you got to go through some things. In order to become a better person, you got to go through some bad situations, some rough patches.
Sure.
Now, Luka, hey, a little adversity. Now, he may now look at the past and see that maybe he wasn't the best teammate and the best point guard for Kristaps Porzingis. Maybe he misses what he had in Kristaps Porzingis. You know, you never miss a good thing till you lose it. Now, he went through that. He gets traded from the Dallas Mavericks. You know, that brings some things to reality. Now you see he's getting in shape now. Maybe it just took a little bit of maturing and a little bit of growing to understand that, hey, I do need to feed my horses. If I expect the big man to protect the rim for me, if I expect the big man to set good screens for me, if I expect the big man to do the big man things that I'm not going to do, maybe I need to give him the ball a little bit more.
Why are we sitting here talking like Luka don't pass?
I didn't say he don't pass. He
fact.
passed to the three. That's what he do. He passed to the three, not to the mid-range.
He passed
Yeah,
to
but you see, that's the thing, though. No, but look though, that's the thing, because I'm watching. Matter of fact, I'm watching Bron, KD, and Steve Nash talk about grenade launchers just the other day. They just ain't use the term grenade launcher.
What term did they use?
They talked about this, and I'm like, yo, that's what I've been trying to say. With 2 seconds left, you passing into these guys to shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 seconds left in the shot clock. Somebody closing out on me. That's a grenade. So yeah, he might pass the ball, but he's a grenade launcher.
Bro, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. I'm trying to save y'all for this wishful bullshit ass thing, and you Lakers/Cowboy fans brains be thinking, bro, this shit gonna be a disaster by January. I'm telling you, this shit is gonna be a disaster. I'm just letting you know what's gonna happen. Y'all got too much hope for a motherfucker who don't got. I don't got no hope in DeAndre Ayton. I think he's a decent player. I think he's good.
How much of DeAndre Ayton do you watch, Jordan?
I watched a lot of film with Portland just now. I've been damn near about to do a breakdown on all their players, but I had to stop because that'd be fucking annoying. So I had to stop. But I'm just telling you, Donovan Clingan was about to play DeAndre Ayton out of that shit anyway. Just letting you know.
We already knew that was happening.
I told the people about Clingan.
Yeah, we already knew that was happening. But one of
send Ayton
okay,
to
just because you're
Okay,
but because you're leaving somewhere does not mean you whack. It just doesn't work there.
I didn't say he whack. I'm just saying.
That's exactly what you just said, Jordan. You said this DeAndre Ayton bullshit. By January, y'all gonna be like,
it's gonna be a forest fire. That's gonna be a crazy
whack. So with that being said, when I watch Luka Doncic in pick and pop, when I watch Luka Doncic just in the pick and roll, when he gets guys in jail, he completely dominates. So if I got a guy like DeAndre Ayton in the short roll, if I got DeAndre Ayton popping to the elbow, who can knock down that shot pretty consistently, and when I got Luka holding off the defender when he has him on his right hip, and DeAndre Ayton dive into the basket because he knows that Luka is looking for him, that's a viable option. That's number one. Number two, when I got LeBron James and I'm rim running, because now that's part of the offense, because they've told me that before the season started, just like Jason Kidd told J.R. Smith, I'm gonna get you 6 points just running. That's what I'm gonna do. Just running. I'm gonna get you 6 points. Just run the floor. I'm going to get you 6 points when he played with J.R. Smith when he's with the Knicks. Anyway, focus, Jordan. I'm going to get you 6 points just running. So the same logic with Jordan, same logic with DeAndre Ayton and James. I'm going to get you 4 to 6 points a game just running to the rim. When you got a smaller guy on you, asking for the ball,
that's what he's going in with.
Luka Doncic, on the other hand, I'm going to get you involved in the pick and pop. I'm going to get you involved in the short roll because he's got a really good mid-range game.
Okay, chill. Hold on. Let's break your debate up in pieces.
Him to rebound a little bit. That's going to motivate him.
All right, let's break your argument up in pieces. Let's stop right there. I agree with you that he's a good mid-range.
Hey, Jordan, right quick before you get into this, I just want to let everybody know I'm running a poll right now, and I'm asking you guys. Who's going to have a better season? DeAndre Ayton with the Lakers or John Collins with the Clippers? Y'all come over to the YouTube side, vote on that.
Somebody send me a wager. Bet me right now who's going to have a better season. I'm going to guarantee you it's going to be fucking John Collins.
What does a better season mean, you think, Jordan?
More points, more rebounds, more impact on the team. Maybe even on defense, Ayton probably win that. But on the offensive side,
almost a 20 and 10.
I can guarantee there won't be more rebounds. I can assure you of that.
Okay. But anyways. Let's go back to your argument. He's very good in the mid-range. When he getting it, yes. When you got a steady diet of I know I'm getting that shot, I can be very good at it. But let's say I go down we take 10 trips down the court. I might have touched the ball 2 or 3 times. You think I'm be good in the mid-range?
That doesn't go away just because I haven't touched the ball. No.
Yeah, it does. It's called out of rhythm. It's called out of rhythm.
I'm not never going to touch the ball. I'm going to get in rhythm. Let's be clear about that.
So what is your expectation? What is your expectations for DeAndre Ayton? I just want to know, like, what do you see him doing?
I see a 16 to 19 a game guy this season, and I see between 9 and 11 rebounds. That's what I see from him this season, and maybe 2 blocks, but at least a block a game.
So what are we getting? Okay, so what are we getting from Luka and LeBron?
I don't think that I'm getting 25 from LeBron this season. I mean, I think that that's ridiculous for me to think that a 40-year-old.
Ridiculous. The man been doing it for 20 straight years. Why is that ridiculous?
Yeah, and that's crazy to me to think that
he actually didn't do it this past season.
He didn't do it last year. It was 24-6, which averages out to
24-4, actually. 24-4.
Was it 24-4? I thought it was 20.
So you round down to 20.
Yeah, you round down to 24. Right.
Okay.
That's correct, Mars.
So LeBron gonna give us 20. What is Austin Reeves gonna give us?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not gonna say 20. I think James could give me anywhere between
25
and 24.
25 and
that's where I'm gonna
26.
go with James. Luka, I expect a breakout season. Not a breakout. Luka's already done that. Let me rephrase that.
So is Luka getting 30 a game?
I expect a big time season from Luka.
30?
I expect something. I expect that right there. What you just said. Swiper. I'm expecting anywhere between 27.
What Reeves and Bron doing there?
That's why Aiden with his 16.
That's what he was just talking about. He was just. What do you mean? He just said that?
I mean, but what's Reeves doing? Like in that situation, he getting what 17 then?
I can see Austin Reeves anywhere between and in the flow of their offense. I think that their offense is going to change. Now, mind you, don't think that I'm up here like, yo, the Lakers are winning the NBA championship, but they got better at the 5 spot because they didn't have one. So the fact that they filled that hole, they 100% got better at the 5 spot. So it's not like they got this guy and, yo, this shit is going to be trash. No, we actually got a guy to rebound. We got a guy to rim protect. We got a guy to pick and pop. We got a guy in the short roll. We got a guy to run. We got a guy who rim runs. We have a presence in the paint. We have that going on as opposed to when we had James doing it. We're not winning with that. No, we're not.
Okay. Hey, my stance is my stance on the Lakers.
Yep.
Hey, brother.
And by the way, Jordan, if I'm wrong, 100%, Jordan, you know what? You was right. I can't believe I.
Oh no, you ain't got to worry about that. I always keep track of my wins.
But I don't think I'm going to be wrong in this situation. I don't. Okay. I think DeAndre Ayton's going to be really good for them. Yes, I do.
Either way it goes, both teams came up with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, either way, the Lakers needed a center desperately. They got their center, and they just signed their backup center back, Jackson Hayes. Mars, by the way, Jackson Hayes got
not even really on that damn team.
No, yeah, but it's something about contract stuff that I don't know. I don't know how the free agency stuff works, but it's like it was something that is basically a written in no trade clause that guys like Jackson Hayes get. It's not like they offered him a no trade clause. Someone on Twitter spoke about it.
Somebody else got a no trade clause too.
Yeah, it was 2 people.
Yeah. So it's not.
I can't remember
it's in the CBA or something. I don't know what it is. But it's like you basically get to control where you go or something. I don't know.
Which I'm feeling that. If I don't want to live in Milwaukee, I'm not moving to Milwaukee. No.
After enough 1-year deals, you get this de facto no trade clause, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's also the same time too. Like, shit, if you ain't wanted by no team, then shit, just cut your ass, really. Because like, all right, I can't trade you. You don't want to go here, or I'm gonna just cut you. Might as well. So we'll see. I mean, if I was Jackson Hayes, I wouldn't have signed back with that damn franchise. Like, you guys fucking wasn't playing me. This shit, like, to me, it's just I don't understand. Like, how do y'all see the vision for the Lakers with the issues that they had last year, with the issues that they have coming into this season, especially with LeBron opting into all that bread? I just can see a forest fire. Like, I can predict bad shit. I can predict trade talks and trade rumors around LeBron James circling around November, December. And I just don't see it playing out well. I just cannot see it playing out.
Jordan, the thing about it is, it's hard to write off a team with Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and you just signed DeAndre Ayton. Now, I know you need other pieces. I know the team may be incomplete to some people, but when you have those 4 in your starting lineup, it's hard to just write that team off. Like, you could do it if you want to, but at the same time, it's like, how?
Ron, not only they fixed one of their problems. Like, y'all can feel how you want about DeAndre Ayton. He's still a good basketball player, and they fixed one of their problems by adding him. On top of that, like, Jackson Hayes should be happy that he gets to go back to his role. He's not a starting 5-man in the league, so he's going to be able to play backup minutes behind the starter, and I think that's going to make him look, more valuable. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna make even if not necessarily better, chill, it's gonna make him look more valuable. He shouldn't be playing starter minutes. You know what I mean? So I think Jackson Hayes got put in a better situation by being able to come off of the bench.
I think that's where most of the heat came from with Jackson Hayes, and the fact that he was playing starter minutes, people expected him. I was one of those people like, look, Luka Doncic's about to get this dude paid, not realizing that Jackson Hayes he's not a premier big man in the league. He a backup 5. That's who he is.
That's to realize that he was going to go to the playoffs and barely play.
Because a lot of that stuff at the starting 5 position, he doesn't do it. As a backup,
what I'm saying, I just don't get how a team how you end your season with the Lakers like that, and you want to sign back with the Lakers unless that was his only offer. I just don't get it. Like, bro, the shit gonna happen to him again. Like, it's gonna happen to him again, and then it's like, oh, y'all gonna complain about where's Jackson Hayes? Where's Jackson Hayes? Why are we not playing Jackson Hayes? Because he don't fit this damn team. I don't get why players make this same mistake. I'm gonna go back to the team where I sat on the bench, I barely played. It was cringy to get my minutes in. Like, why not go to a team where you can be a good backup center where they need you? Like, they could use you places.
And they need him in Los Angeles as a backup.
They needed him last year.
Okay, but here's the problem. They didn't have a 5-man, so he had to play starter minutes. And with him playing starter minutes, all his deficiencies right there on Front Street.
Right.
And
he went from starter minutes to no minutes, though.
Right, because, the coach, why am I drawing a blank on their coach's name?
Yeah, JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, I'm sorry.
JJ
Redick said, before I play him 30 minutes, I won't play him at all. But I like him in 15 minutes. I like him in 18 minutes.
He didn't even play him in 15. He played him in 0.
You talking about the playoffs, Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan.
That was something that was Jordan,
though.
Jordan. I mean, sorry, Jackson wasn't playing well either. Like, there's multiple reasons why. And
exactly.
he played 20 minutes. He played 20 minutes a game in the regular season last year, Jordan. To be clear, and in his career, that's the second most minutes he's ever played behind the 21-22 year. And that year, I believe, Mars, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Zion was also injured in and out the lineup that year. That was when Jonas Valanciunas, Jackson Hayes, Herb Jones, I think Trey Murphy, and maybe CJ when they were the starting 5. They have the number 1 defense in the league for a stretch with Willie Green with that lineup. So I just think that he played a lot of minutes, but he also just functionally, to Chill's point, doesn't do a lot of things that you need to do with the 5 spot, especially in the Western Conference.
No, especially with the Lakers, not just the Western.
I don't think he's that good anyway, though, Jordan. Like, if you just
I agree too. I think he's a backup too, but I'm saying I don't think he fits with the Lakers for what y'all want him to do.
Starting center.
Why
I agree.
Starting or coming off the bench.
I don't think he's a starter in any Western Conference team, though. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's a starter in the NBA.
Okay, rewind, Jordan. Let's say coming off the bench. What is Jackson Hayes coming off the bench? What is he in your estimation?
I mean, he's just
really a high energy guy.
Hold on, Swipe, because I'm interested in this. What is he coming off the bench? He's your rotation guy. What are you expecting from him?
He's a high. I expect him to be a high energy guy. You kind of have him as a lob threat, but I too don't believe that you can play him 20 minutes a game. I think you can probably play him 10 to 15 minutes a game. Okay. This is my issue that I'm saying with the Lakers. I just think the Lakers are going to play him that 10 to 15 minutes of the game, and when he's not effective the way that they want him to be effective, then he's going to stop playing, and then he's going to be, where's Jackson Hayes at? Just like it was in the playoffs. Like, then it's going to be, well, we need this, but y'all signed the motherfucker. Y'all knew what he was when y'all signed him. So why all of a sudden now, when the season goes along, oh, we need this. Now we can't use him. You knew you needed that. That's my whole thing. Y'all know y'all need that, and then y'all still gonna sign him, and then y'all excuse is, oh, we need this, so now we can't play you.
Keep going.
And I just don't like when players do that, because then you're gonna mess your career up. Like, you're just gonna mess your career up.
So to your point, you need a lob threat. You need a guy that's gonna bring energy. Like a backup, sure, in 10 to 15 minutes. Now, when the playoffs start, which was what we saw, the floor shrinks. And with the floor shrinking, those lobs aren't there as much. So I need you to do other stuff. I need you to pick and pop. I need to be able to go to the bucket and dump it off to you for a hook. I need to be able to get you to clean.
Jackson Hayes gonna do a hook?
Well, see, this is what I'm talking. This is the point that I'm making. I need you to be able to do this stuff. He doesn't. So,
but Jackson Hayes don't got a jump hook?
No, he can't. I'm saying, but in the playoffs, though, and we can move on because we got to do ads, obviously. But in the playoffs, no. Like, I don't think he's not even a player you want to like. He doesn't have IQ enough defensively. I think offensively, he's not a connected passer. Typically, even if you look at some of these bigs that are playing, like I said, in the Western Conference,
sure,
is iHeart the worst like high-level team big, like among like all those Western Conference teams. Could Rudy Gobert? We see he even doesn't play in some stretches. Jordan, could he offensively can have a very low IQ, even though he's a indomitable defensive player. I think iHeart, you saw situationally was playing, not playing at times, where they took him out of the starting lineup in a Pacers series because he has his own things that he's not great at versus like spaced out teams. I think in the West, if you're not like Jokic, Zubac, like Zubac has a very clear Jordan like skill set that works, and he works in every setting. Every single setting. I don't know how many bigs are actually of that quality, like in the West come playoff time. Maybe Sabonis, if you put Sabonis in there too. But
and to your point, if I got DeAndre, and to your point, Jordan, if I got DeAndre Ayton, I could get those 10, 15 minutes of energy, of loose balls, of rebounding, of lobs in transition when long shots come off the rim and we're running. I could get that in that limited time because he's going to be doing that. To your point, he's going to be doing that in Charlotte. He's going to be doing that in Portland. He's going to be doing that in New York. He's going to be doing that everywhere because that's who he is. And if I can get him to play 10, 15 minutes behind a starting center, then that's definitely a plus for me. However, if I got to play him 30, 35 minutes, I'd rather not play him at all because I'm not going to get what I need out of it. I'm not.
All right, I guess.
All right, y'all.
Before you move on around real quick, it's not going to be long. Just have a quick question. I know Mars can answer it very quickly. Mars, if you're a big man and you don't have you can't just catch and simply do a quick jump hook, how do you get in the NBA?
You don't.
Dunking like a bug, you just jump high as hell.
You don't.
How do you get can jump high in theory, but I think Jackson Hayes can make a jump hook. Yeah, I think every NBA big can make a jump hook. So.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. You might not be able to make a jump hook. You might be coming off the bench and trying to get more starter minutes. Well, I know exactly how you can do that. And it starts right here, right now, with Factor Meals. Now, you know the summer's here, which means it's more sun, more light, more times to do all the special things that make summer. But the number one thing that you don't want to do is be inside the crib cooking all day. That's where Factor Meals comes into play. Factor has chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals that are ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of, well, eating well. Factor Meals arrives fresh and ready to eat. They have 45 weekly options on their menu that you could pick from. Factor powers your day from sun up to sundown, and they got, well, a lot of variety and quality on their menu. So this is what you need to do. You need to enjoy more of this summer by letting Factor Meals into your life to give you all the flavor and take out all the fuss. Now, you know me personally, I eat Factor Meals on the daily. I eat Factor Meals before the show. I'm going to eat Factor Meals after the show. And, well, you should do the same thing too. So here's how you get started. You go to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off and use code PlayersChoice50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code PlayersChoice50 off at factormeals.com/PlayersChoice50 off for 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/PlayersChoice50 off. I see it there. And, well, enjoy the first meal on me. All right, y'all. We'll be on Playback too tomorrow night watching Bronny against Dylan Harper, Summer League good ball. So y'all be sure to pull up the Playback to check out the game tomorrow night. And as if that's not good enough, Bronny versus Dylan Harper, well, we got another treat for you on Thursday. Bronny versus Cooper Flag. Yes, sir. So y'all be sure to pull up on Thursday to check out that game. Thursday, that game will be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be on Playback at 8:30 Eastern to watch the Lakers and the Spurs. We'll catch y'all there.
Damn, are we sure? Are we sure Bronny gonna play? He played 10 minutes the other day. I don't know. I think Bronny might be transitioning to be vet now. I don't know if he's gonna be in the summer league.
Really? I thought Harper wasn't playing.
Yeah. Now Harper said he was playing for Vegas.
Okay, cool.
He just wasn't playing in bullshit ass sack. No pun intended.
It wasn't in sack, nigga. It was in San Francisco.
My bad. San Francisco. I just used to bullshit always being in sack, so I just
that was crazy. That was crazy.
And if it would have been at the Golden One Center, he for sure would have suited up.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if Bronny gonna play. You know, Bronny got to get ready for his backup point guard duties this year. That's what we need to talk about. We talk about Jackson Hayes being a backup. The Lakers' backup point guard is Bronny James.
It's Gabe Vincent.
It's Bronny James.
It's Gabe Vincent.
Ron been talking that Bronny James shit, and if
Gabe Vincent's not even a point guard though.
If you being honest, what Chill?
Point guard.
If I'm being honest, I like what I see from the athleticism standpoint. He's got stronger. His game looks like it's improving.
Yeah.
His game looks like it's improving.
Who are you talking about?
His game looks like it's improving.
Ooh.
Did y'all not watch them 11 minutes yesterday?
No, you did.
Oh, he did the same shit he been doing all year.
Chill, you saw 3 seconds and one highlight, but granted, he's not even fully healthy right now either. Like he played limited minutes yesterday. The Trey Jim is Cole Swider was the best player on the court last night for
That's
them.
a fact.
So like,
hold on.
Can we just let Bronny
like,
just let Bronny figure it out, y'all. We doing this thing because he looks way better. No, he doesn't.
He looked good last night.
He looks the same.
If Jokic would have did that in 11 minutes, you would be up here glazing.
This is not me. He's working. No, but they said he's still getting his conditioning right because they just got back into the season. So I'm saying if you're going to talk about the Lakers yesterday, it's Cole Swider was the one that was cooking.
Right.
Like
let's talk about Cole Swider, but we can also acknowledge
he looks better than anything Bronny's put on the floor so far.
Okay, and that's
so let's talk about that.
10 points in 11 minutes, a steal, an impressive dunk. He looked good. Like that's no knock to Cole Swider for us saying that Bronny looked good last night.
Man, it's crazy. I could be the best player on the team and I get talked about. That's crazy.
He got busy last night.
Still got time swipe. We'll probably still talk about him.
That's crazy.
I mean, but Bronny's
the bigger name. What do he look different at? What do he look different at? I just wanted to know. I'm not trying to hate on him. I just want to know what he looked different at.
From the athleticism standpoint, he looked like he got stronger.
Hey, that's one thing, Chill. Bronny has been getting more and more explosive every year since
he got stronger
in high school. Every year he's jumping higher, getting faster. I did notice that he got up off the ground a little quicker too.
Yes,
what is he coming back? What injury is he coming off of?
He's still small. Chill, but the fact that he's getting off the ground quicker and
I think it was his wind. I meant to say wind, like getting back in shape. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
To your point, Ox, as you were saying. That he's still small.
That was it. I was just asking you, like, if you know how y'all were asking y'all, how y'all felt about that.
What I saw in the limited time, he looks stronger, right? He looks more confident because he's stronger, right? I didn't know he can get off the one leg like that, and it looks like it's getting better, right?
Wait, real quick. Stay right there, real quick. Stay right there, real quick. And I'm curious about that because I saw somebody say that about the one leg thing, like. Yeah, he jumped. Like I never understood that. Oh, one leg, 2 legs. Jump how you got to jump. If you listen to jump off a 2 or 1, I don't get.
So number one, some guys aren't. You know this as a ball player. Some guys are 1 leg jumpers. Some guys are 2 leg jumpers. Some guys can do both, right? And Bronny looks like, again, because he's gotten stronger, that 1 leg jumper. It looks like it's more explosive. Like he got on a fast break and punched one. That's something that I didn't see a year ago in terms of that explosiveness.
It was more impressive than him just getting on a fast break and dunking the ball. He had a defender trailing him.
Yes,
came under him and tried to come and get the ball. But also too, on top of that, Swiper, you can put your head down like that if you want to. To be 6'2",
about this dude,
to be
like
6'2", but hold on, Chill. To be 6'2" and jump from where he jumped from, that is crazy impressive.
That's Braun's son,
me as an athlete that's around that height, 6'3", 6'4", bro, to jump from there off of 1 leg and to slow your foot down and let the defender go by you, take off and cock back like that, bro, that is ridiculous.
Bron, that looked like
how many point guards in the league can do that?
I mean,
shooting guards in the league can do that.
I'm not looking at the guy like he's going to be an all-star in 2 years. I think he's a backup in the league. That's what I think. I think in the league.
Compared to who though? Like compare him to what backup you see him as?
I always said that he was in the mold of guys like Pat Beverly. That kind of player. Anyway, that's funny. That is funny. That's who I saw him as. I saw him as a guy who can go into that kind of Pat Beverly mode, a guy who will defend, a guy who's
Beverly.
Yes, Patrick Beverly, like a backup lead guard. I can get 25 minutes out of him. Some nights, maybe even 30. He can knock down a shot. He will defend. He'll compete on the defensive end. I'm not looking for an all-star guard.
No, but people in the chat are like, you're downplaying everything since Nuggets. First off, that's not true. Again, that's you in my head trying to pretend to be me when you want to be me. I just don't want to not overhype. I'm not, and it's not a negative thing.
How about jump the gun, Swiper?
I just want Bronny to develop at the pace he needs to.
And
develop.
He is. And
I don't think for me watching it just. We didn't even talk about it on Locked On last night that much because it's just. I think he's always been athletic. To me.
Y'all not locked in.
I know.
Hey,
I think he's always been
locked on.
Hey, Ron, when you finish, when Swiper finish, flash that super chat on the screen.
He done.
Hold on, Jordan. Before you get into that super chat,
because I'm crashing out.
Quick, I want to say though, Ron, because when you brought up the steal, he pushed it out, grabbed it with two, pushed it out there, right? It just it wasn't so much that I was impressed by the jumping because he's a world-class athlete. That's Bronson. I expect you to get up like that. But it was the comfortability, the awareness, you know what I'm saying? The being able to know what you're gonna do, the peripheral to see that's coming slow instead of always trying to, sometimes instead of always trying to beat somebody to the spot, sometimes you slow down and let them go by you. You know what I'm saying? Change your pace. You know what I mean? So I just felt like watching the couple minutes I did see. I didn't watch the whole game. I'm just looking at clips and seeing a little bit of the game. It just looked more comfortable. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big. I think that's a big deal at this level. You know what I'm saying? You get more comfortable. You slow your feet down. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about outrunning somebody. Slow is quick. You know what I mean? So I like just seeing little stuff like that. I think that's a clear sign of development and a clear sign of just playing more basketball with elite basketball players. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I'm not saying Swiper that he's starting this year. I don't think he'll ever be all NBA first team, but I think it shows like, man, Bronny might be in the league for a little bit.
I think so. I agree. I said my comp on him was KCP out when he got drafted by Detroit, a bluster version. I think DeAnthony Melton, Davion Mitchell, he'll be a good role player one day. I hope he does.
And to the jumping, you just got to jump. Like right leg, left leg, two legs, jump.
Hey, Ron. Bring that super chat up.
Hold on, Jordan. We gonna get to super chats in a second. Jordan,
I'll
come on, bro. But like even with that though, Swiper, I think that's actually more impressive with him playing 10 minutes and in that 10 minutes getting busy. You want to know why I believe that's the case? Because this year he gonna probably play anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. So he comes in 10 minutes. Knocks down 2 threes, goes 2 for 5 from 3, gets a steal, gets a dunk. On any given night, if he could do that for you, on any given night,
he's not going to play.
That's beautiful.
Just that simple. It's really that simple. Mars, do you think this kid can play?
I think he's all right.
Who?
Fashion Mars.
Which is okay. And today,
we're hyper analyzing someone who played 10 minutes in the California Classic. Like,
yes,
he was all right. He was cool.
That's what I said,
if he has an NBA career, he's exceeded the expectations for a 55th pick. Like, whatever he does at this point is a bonus. Most 55th picks don't even make it to a second contract. So he's cool. Like, I think he's all right. I think you can see his avenue to playing in the league is going to be on defense. And if he can knock down threes, that's going to be his way of succeeding. And if he does that, then shout out to him. If he doesn't, then okay, he was a 55th pick. I just don't understand why we're talking so much about one dunk.
Because
you guys spent 8 minutes talking about a dunk.
Because Summer League, Mars, it's not a lot of basketball.
So I just don't know why you did that. I wasn't involved. I was letting you guys do it. Chill got me involved. I was listening to it. I didn't want to get involved in this conversation. But you guys,
Ron, I'm impressed with his physical development. He looks like he's turning more into a man. Like, and even in this limited amount of time that I've seen, and I like it. I do. I'm on record saying I think he's going to play 12 years. I don't think that this kid is a flash in the pan. I think he's in the mold of a Pat Beverly type of player where his mark is going to be on defense, and I think he's going to be able to give you some offense. I think he'll be able to knock down an open shot at some point in his career. I don't think he's going to be a knockdown shooter. There's a difference between being a knockdown shooter and a guy who can knock down a shot. Those two things aren't the same. And I think that at some point he'll be able to knock down a shot. His athleticism, when I see the development, I think that he's going to be able to thrive in that area, especially being a defender. I think that that's going to really help him. And again, it's a little bit of time that I saw yesterday, but I like what I'm seeing from this kid. I do. I think it's going to be something else.
LeBron gonna play 11 more years or something?
No, he is not.
Then no, Bronny ain't either. There you go. There go your.
What about
James?
Wait, Morris.
What about
Phil?
Over with in about a year or two. I don't know why y'all scared to say it in a year or two.
Filipowski looked good.
I seen Filipowski balling, and who was that big nigga on the Sixers?
Adem Bona. That's who I think should be that backup big. That's who I think should be that backup big. He's nice.
He's better than Paul Reed. Or it's not Paul Reed. He's better than Drummond. He's better than Drummond.
Yes.
Damn.
I like Adem. Yeah, I liked him coming in out of UCLA.
And he's
I like the Dem at prolific.
That part, I love that.
He is violent.
I love that. Like, get out the way, or
you know his player comp with Giannis. You know they compared him to Giannis.
Really coming in?
I didn't know.
Yeah, because he's from they're from the same time.
Yeah, well, all right, let's stop doing that. But we could talk about what he
in Nigeria, or because
yeah,
Giannis grew up in Greece.
Yeah,
in Nigeria,
he had a great game against Giannis to close the season. Giannis ended up having like a triple-double or something, but Adem Bona was great. He should be that backup big. In my opinion.
I know Adem. I know Adem and Muhammad. They was on the same team at Prolific Prep. That's how I got to know them too.
Muhammad in Atlanta.
Muhammad Gay, yeah,
he nice too. By the way,
I keep telling everybody the same story. The first time I met Muhammad Gay, now I might have. To me, he went to school early, but I told Muhammad Gay he possibly could have been top 5 pick. First time I met him, I told him, I was like, bro, you could be a top 5 pick. He just left school early and went to Washington State. I thought he should have stayed in high school and probably went to Kansas, which he had offers from. He left early. He reclassed up. Okay. He reclassed up, and his skill set wasn't even all the way complete yet. When I first seen him, he was raw. He had a nice jump shot. He was super athletic. He could barely dribble a little bit, but I saw upside. And then he left. Had he stayed in high school one more year, I think you would have probably seen him instead of getting drafted in the second round.
Did they both do that, or just
no? Adem is older than him.
Okay, so because I really didn't pay him any. I heard his name.
No. They the same age. Adem stayed. Okay,
I got you.
He went to Washington State.
I believe I heard one of y'all mention him before. I just didn't really pay too much attention.
Probably me, because I know Adem. I know Adem guy. That
had to be you then, because so the other. Was that yesterday? Yesterday, the day before, whenever they played, I'm watching the game. I'm at the table watching the game. Like, I got up and went to the bar. Like, I gotta watch this. Like, I gotta see what this is doing. He trying to break the rim down.
Adem like that, bro. Adem strong as hell too. You see his body, he's strong as shit. Like, big, he run like a deer. That's why they compared him to Giannis a little bit, because they say he runs like a deer. Like, you ain't even seen him opened up yet, because Philly got such a forest fire over there. So you really haven't even seen him kind of like open up yet. But I think he's gonna play a lot more than he did last year.
Which I think is interesting, because Ox, you just brought up about this big kid Bona being violent. And I had a conversation yesterday about what's the difference, and this question is for the panel. What's the difference between toughness and being aggressive? Or are those things the same?
I mean, toughness is how you like. Do you let things affect you, and how do you respond? Being aggressive can be subjective sometimes, because sometimes I can be aggressive just by pushing the pace. I can be aggressive by trying to go score. Things like that.
Does
like
that
being
make me tough though.
I don't think that's not necessarily. I mean, depending on how you want to look at it, but toughness is how you respond to things. I don't think aggression and toughness, you can look at one or the other and say, this is what that is. I think it's circumstantial when it comes down to aggression, because you can be aggressive and be bad. Like, sometimes I think Jalen Green was too aggressive and it was bad. But it just depends.
The reason why I asked
you asking that about Adema?
The reason why I'm asking this question, because I had this conversation yesterday and I was asked about being tough and being aggressive. Well, you got a guy. Is Donovan Mitchell tough, or is he aggressive? Because I think that's the problem with the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. Even though I got them winning it, I think there's a toughness issue that they don't have.
I think
Mitchell,
you can be both. Like, but just because you're one doesn't mean that you're the other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are you saying aggression from Donovan Mitchell is the problem?
No, I think Donovan
He's
Mitchell
saying
is
toughness.
aggressive, but I also think he's tough too. But I'm trying to see where that resonates. Why isn't that resonating with the rest of the crew?
Because he's not a true number. No, because he's not a true number one. That's why.
No, that's not the Jordan. That's a whole. That has nothing to do with toughness. Like you got to start getting in a bag that has nothing to do with the conversation.
No,
That's zero.
The toughness part.
He said he don't know what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Jordan. Let's say he was a number one. Let's say Donovan Mitchell was. Let's say that you believe that Donovan Mitchell was as good as Chill believes he is, and let's say he actually was. Let's say we all thought Donovan Mitchell was a top 5 player. Just because Donovan Mitchell is tough doesn't mean he can't take his heart out of his chest and put it into everybody else's chest. He can't make Garland, Allen, and Mobley tough. Like you can't.
Number one would.
No, you can't, Jordan. No, you can't. I can't make everybody else tough around me. That's not the same thing. Him carrying can't make Evan Mobley tough or Jared Allen tough. Like that.
So he's not a guy like. He's not a floor raiser then. Like
Jordan, I can't. If I hang out with a bunch of soft niggas, just because I'm hard, it's not all of a sudden it might make them feel hard.
Focus, Mars.
But it's not
Okay,
gonna
just
make
because I'm tough. Okay, just because he's tough, Mars. How about that word? You like that word
Man,
better, Mars?
no, chill. We gonna use the same words. Y'all grow up. Y'all grow up. If I hang out with a bunch of soft niggas and I'm tough, that don't mean that they gonna be tougher. Like they might feel tougher, and Jordan, they might poke their chest out a little bit more. But when we go fight against the rival gang across the street, the minute one of them gets punched in the face, they all gonna get back to being soft.
Well, wait a minute though, Ron. That's not necessarily I mean, to your point, I mean, I stick my chest out a little bit more because I'm running with somebody that's tough. Right. And they instill that in me because I've always felt like you either got that in you or you don't. So if the tough guy that you're talking about, Ron, if he's telling me, yo, I'm gonna fight with you, just fight. If you get punched in the face, so what? Just keep fighting. I'm gonna fight with you. Okay, if I got you, that does give me more incentive to fight. Does that mean that I'm soft? No, I'm just not as tough as you are, and you bring that other stuff out of me.
Or
So
chill,
until
or
you
chill,
get punched in the mouth.
Or hold on, Ron, because it could be this. If I'm the bad boy, I got these things on me. I know what to do with them. I just tell you shit. When we start fighting, real talk, just get you a few licks and I'm gonna end it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm big bro. Just fight out there. I got you. You niggas start fighting, and then when it's time, shit get out of pocket, I knock niggas out. Demons just ain't like that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He just not that.
Well,
it's just like, oh, keep hooping. I'm gonna take you home. It ain't that with him. He got his own agenda. Now, to his credit, he don't need nobody to help him get off. He gonna get down on whoever he want to get down on. That's just him. I just think they need somebody, a big bro, a big superstar, to come over there and say, "Hey, D. Mitch, you're a hell of a number 2. Probably gonna be the best number 2 in the NBA. But you need a big dog over there." That's all I'm saying. Like, to answer Chill question, you trying to figure out what is that thing with Cleveland? It's that they just need a big dog.
I think that they have that because what I'm not doing is I'm not comparing Donovan Mitchell to Bryant, right? I'm not comparing him to him.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
No, I'm not comparing him to Bryant. But
can't compare him to Shea either.
What I'm saying is when I listen to Donovan Mitchell say that, tell Evan Mobley, yo, if you want the ball or if I'm not giving you the ball, you can get on me. Well, first of all, I shouldn't have to tell you that. That's number one.
Evan Mobley ain't getting on shit.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to tell you that, but that's fine because Evan Mobley's still a young player. So, okay, that's fine. But I think that there's different ways of bringing the dog out. When I watch Bryant and Gasol, when I'm watching Bryant mush Gasol, he's not mushing him like you suck, and he's mushing him to tell him you the baddest you know what out here. There's nobody better than you
out there though.
See, Chill, you said you're not going to compare D. Mitch to Cole, right? And of course, we're not going to do that.
No, I'm not.
But can we also not compare Evan Mobley to Gasol?
Like, wait a minute. Okay,
he not Pau Gasol. Chill.
Okay, I'm not saying that he's Pau Gasol as a player. What I am saying is that he's one of the best. He's one of the better young players in the game. Pau Gasol was able to get Kobe Bryant. Let's see, that was in 2008. Okay, so he's in year 7. I mean, Evan Mobley, I think he's going into year 4 next season. So is it year 4, year 5? Okay, so with that being said, I mean, I think that there's different levels to bring that toughness out of a guy, to tell them that, yo, there's nobody out here that can with you. None of these dudes can see you. I'm going to get you the ball where you need the ball. I need you to do this, and I need you to be tough while you're doing it, and I'm going to ride with you. And when you have that vote of confidence, when you have that vote of confidence from somebody who is tough like that, I think that it resonates throughout the rest of the crew. I just don't see it enough from Donovan Mitchell right now. I don't think
it is true, though. Chill. It's also that, like, yeah, and I feel that way too. I'm big on that. I believe in heart. I believe in the will. I believe in all of that. I believe in all the intangibles. I believe in the basketball gods. I believe in everything hoop. I believe in it, right? But at some point, you just have to be good enough. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it don't matter. It don't matter how tough I am. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how tough I think I am. It doesn't matter how tough I really am. It doesn't matter how aggressive I want to be. Chill. I can't get with Shaq. I can't get with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be tough, Evan. You can toughen up, but
Kenyon was tough as nails. He couldn't get with Shaq.
Like, he's a superior basketball player, and it just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes toughness ain't the answer. And maybe D Mitch don't got to bring no more toughness out of Evan. Maybe Evan need to stand on his nuts. You know maybe Evan need to ball out. Maybe Jared Allen and Evan Mobley need to get on some sand dunes. Maybe Evan Mobley and Jared Allen need to spend some boot camp, training camp type shit. I don't know, Chill, but it's not on D Mitch. Jordan, it ain't on D Mitch. D Mitch balling out. D Mitch is his job. D Mitch is playing basketball. He is, but it ain't on D Mitch. D Mitch can't put these big niggas on his back. Like, exactly. Come on, you got to come with me. They got to do their thing.
So since you can't put him on his back, that's what I'm saying about a number one. That ain't his job. Number one supposed to put guys on your back. Why can't he?
His job ain't to carry other all-stars. They need to play basketball. Donovan Mitchell was playing great basketball.
So Donovan Mitchell can't do what Jimmy Butler did with the Miami Heat.
Those are different circumstances. You can't I hate when y'all do that. Y'all can't keep doing stuff like that. Like that's different because first of all, Jordan, they're different teams, different roster construction, different coaches. They're playing against different teams, different roster construction, different coaches. Nothing is the same in a basketball game. This game,
I agree with you.
That game happened there. That ain't the same thing. And on top of that, Donovan Mitchell and Jimmy Butler.
I'm saying nowhere that Donovan Mitchell has went to where they elevated and rise and became that threat of a team like we scared of the Cleveland Cavaliers or we scared of the Utah Jazz.
What's that got to do with Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell balled. He balled in the Pacers series though.
Yeah, you talking about he balled in the Pacers series. This is what I'm saying. Donovan Mitchell can ball all he wants. I'm not saying he's not balling. I agree with you that.
But they were hurt though. So if they were healthy and they win, would he have put the dog in them?
They wasn't gonna win. I don't think they. But if what win? I don't. Really
well, I think they believe that though. Garland was hurt. Mobley was hurt. Mitchell had an injury.
I don't think they believe that either because they was trying to trade Darius Garland for Kevin Durant. So they don't believe that.
Don't believe which part?
They don't believe that they could have won with Darius Garland whether he was healthy or not. That's why they were trying to trade him.
Well, Darius Garland was really, really good. I think that
So why
he was all NBA level
player. Why
player.
were they trying to trade him?
Because Kevin Durant is better than Darius Garland.
Because Kevin Durant is better than Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. That's why he's the missing piece to that.
They wasn't trying to trade Donovan Mitchell for Kevin Durant.
No, yeah, because they feel like you can pair KD and D Mitch together, and KD's gonna be number one.
Yes, that means Darius Garland needs to get better.
I agree.
Or you just have two small point guards, and that's probably not going to work.
But you bringing somebody in that's better than Donovan Mitchell too.
But they're also changing up their lineup though. Like they just traded.
He's better than everybody.
They just traded for Lonzo. Like they know they need to have a defensive guard on the roster, and Garland nor Mitchell is one of those things. And Mitchell, to be fair, is about 6'2.5", maybe Chill's height, and Garland is your height, Jordan. And you what, 6'1.5", 6'1"?
You lying like a motherfucker.
So no, he is. I'm saying I saw them at the All-Star event. Garland is damn near my height. We're basically the same height. And I'm saying I'm looking at Mitchell. Mitchell's slightly taller.
You not the same height though. I'm taller than you.
I said damn near. So don't get lost on stuff, Jordan. What I'm saying is they're both very small. I think the bigger issue is them being able to defend at a high enough level with both of them on the floor through a playoff run to get to a finals. That's what I'm saying.
That's going to happen.
I think that's a team construct. I think they could, but I also just probably. I mean, the Eastern Conference is what it is next year, so I generally don't know who's making it out. I honestly have no idea who's making it out.
But do you think? Okay, the real question for me is for all y'all: do y'all really think that Donovan Mitchell is a number one? I'm gonna start with Mars first. You think Donovan Mitchell is a number one that can take his team over the top? That type of number one. Do you believe him as a number one, Mars? Let's start with you first.
I think a lot of people can be a number one in the right situation, and he's probably one of them.
Okay. But do you think he's better as on a championship team? You think he'd be better as a number one or a number two? Because I think he can be a number one and win a regular season game, but in playoffs,
I'd rather not have him on my team. But
damn, I wouldn't say to have him on my team, but okay. Okay, I got Mars then.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think, Swipe? You think Donovan Mitchell's a number one?
I think he can be. I think he's proven to be. I think
so. You don't think he is?
I don't blame the context of the Utah Jazz around him entirely. Like, given that they didn't have anybody but him and Rudy Gobert on the roster. Like, remember Mitchell averaged 36 in the series in 2020 and they lost. Like, they just weren't good enough. You know, I think they got beat
3-1 leads. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Now he obviously should have played better. I'm also saying, but I think like he also didn't have like a great roster around him. I just think it's situational. I think if you'd have told me Tyrese Halliburton could have got the back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals.
But it's not just Tyrese Halliburton, though.
I agree. So I would think if Mitchell had a situation like that, I think there's a world for him to do so. We still haven't read Superchats, by the way. We just blew by the first second of Superchats.
You think Donovan Mitchell's number one?
Yes, I do. I think the Cavs are going to win the NBA championship this year. I do think that he's the number one championship team.
Okay.
You think they're going to win an NBA championship?
I think they win the NBA championship this year.
Once again, chill. I'm gonna say it again because I said it last year, but I'm gonna say it again. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost in the first round. I don't expect them to lose in the first round, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. I wouldn't be like, "What? Cleveland's out?" I would be like, "Respect." Ron, do you think Donovan Mitchell's number one?
I don't think that there's. Yes, I do believe he's a number one. And how Mars said, I think there's a lot of number ones in the NBA, whether they're good number ones.
I'm talking about for winning a championship. I'm talking about for winning a championship.
For winning a championship,
yeah,
under the right circumstances, yeah. Like for instance, KD's on the Rockets right now. If you put Donovan Mitchell on the Rockets, I think like in place of Jalen Green last year. No, they wouldn't. Jordan, stop. If you replace him and Jalen Green, I'm not
legit contenders.
That's the point I'm making. If you put a dynamic defense behind him with some other good pieces, Donovan Mitchell, he gonna make something work. He gonna make something work.
I think Evan Mobley will be their best player next year. So if they do win a championship, I'll be saying Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell won't be a number one then.
Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Yeah.
Ox, do you think D Mitchell's number one? Your last one.
When you say number one, do you mean he's their best player or their first scoring option?
Lead their best player, leading them to a championship. That's pretty much why I'm asking this question. Because anybody, like I agree with you, anybody could be a number one in the right situation. But I'm saying with the ending result being leading to the finals or a championship, do you think Donovan Mitchell is that guy?
I think he can be with the proper roster construction. I think
this is the best. This is the most talented team that he's been on since he's been in the NBA. This crew right here. He has not been on a crew that's better than this crew all the way around from a talent standpoint.
I think that Jazz team could beat this team though.
No,
the 21 team
with Mike Conley and Royce O'Neal.
Joe Ingles in there.
Joe Ingles.
I don't see why you said no. So
I was over there too.
Confidently, yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
I was chopping too.
Who?
So we can expect.
Did you speak about his retirement?
No,
we haven't spoken.
He retired. He retired because he really hurt. I think that's what it is. I think he might end up coming back, but he's hurt.
Who did I miss?
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Bojan retired.
Oh, Bojan. Okay.
But
I know that's
what Mars. If he would have been healthy with the Knicks.
Oh man,
that would have been good. That would have been
good.
He
was the one who pushed you over the top, Ox. You were the one who when he got on the Knicks. You was like, I'm in.
When he went over there, that's when I took notice to the Knicks. When OG went over there, they became the favorites.
Hey, Ron, I'm gonna let you host the show, but later on, I'm gonna ask questions.
Oh, you gonna let me?
Yeah,
you gonna finally let me host now? Oh, all right, cool.
But I got a question for Chill later about Jason Tatum because this shit is crazy as a motherfucker to me.
Hey, but right quick, I do want to change my answer though, Jordan. Because you asking about Donovan Mitchell and whether I think he could be a number one on a championship contender, and I gotta actually say no, because I don't ever see Donovan Mitchell getting a championship, and partly the reason why I don't see him getting a championship is because I don't see him being a number one. Now things can obviously change, and let's say, for instance, like he gets traded to LA. Okay, now you're the number 2 next to Luka. Okay, that changes. But in a scenario where he's the number 1, I can't say I.
That's all I was asking, though. That's all I was asking. I think if he was number 2, he'd be the best number 2 in the NBA.
None of these guys are that until they actually do it.
Who's the best number 2?
Well, yeah, but chill. We can project.
100%.
Like,
I did Ron.
Hey, is Luka that? Time out though. Chill. Is Luka that?
AD or Kyrie, whichever one you think.
Oh, okay.
Chill. Is Luka that?
Until he does it, no, he's not.
Do you believe he's that?
I think Luka can be. I think he can be a number 1 on the championship team. But until he does it,
he was in Europe.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes,
is he that?
Until he does it, I think he can be. Yes, I do. I think Anthony Edwards can be.
You can see that though, right? Because they got to the finals and conference finals. You can see that though, right?
Well, like, what is this conference finals thing about? Jordan, I don't know if you noticed, but the Oklahoma City Thunder last year, you know where they lost in?
The second rounds.
And what happened this season?
They
won in the finals.
Okay, so what's this conference finals shit about?
It means they go to the conference finals.
Yeah, they
which, by the way, that's where I had Cleveland. That's where I had Cleveland at this year. That's where I had.
Yeah, but they didn't get there.
No, they didn't.
What you mean? That's where you had them at this year?
I had Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I got them in the Celtics mixed up. But chill. I'm saying that to say though, I asked you those questions about Luka and Anthony Edwards.
Sure.
Next, I was speaking to the Celtics. I was gonna get to JT. If I would have asked you 3 years ago, do you think Jason Tatum could be the number 1 on the championship team?
You would have said yeah.
You would say yes. He hadn't done it yet. But you would say yes.
Well, he hasn't done it yet. Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP.
And so did Andre Iguodala, and so did Cedric Maxwell.
Well,
so
but to the point,
okay, but Jaylen Brown won Eastern Conference Finals. No, wait.
Well, that award
Jaylen Brown won Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Finals MVP. No, but he won both of them in one run. So technically, by your definition, he'd be the number 1 on the team.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, whatever.
Got it wrong,
but to Ron's point, like all
maybe they didn't get it wrong. Maybe Jaylen Brown just deserved it. It doesn't mean he's better than Jason Tatum. But we don't need to say the award was wrong.
I think they got it wrong.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think they got it wrong. I went back and watched it yesterday. I don't think they got it wrong, by the way. But I feel like what Ron's asking, like we just can name these guys, we could just name these guys that we can see. Okay, given the right circumstances, you be number 1. The right circumstance for Donovan Mitchell to me is a number 2. That's all I'm saying. Like the right circumstances and the roster construction that y'all are preaching and yapping about is him as a number 2, not a number 1. And for the other guys, it's like the right circumstance for them is a number 1. And that's all I'm saying about D Mitch.
And to be honest with you, I said the same thing about Kyle Lowry. You're not winning the NBA championship with Kyle Lowry as your lead guard until they did it. Until they actually did it. And he wasn't awful in the finals, but I think he was
the number 1 player though.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. The point was you not winning with him as your starting lead guard. You telling me you ain't winning the NBA championship with Donovan Mitchell as your numero uno. And until they do it, that's not what it
I think that's a little different. I think that's a little bit different though with Kyle Lowry and Donovan.
And I watched Kyle Lowry get to the East Finals. I watched Kyle Lowry in the playoffs. I watched the Toronto Raptors win 58, 59 games. And I'm like, you're not winning the NBA championship with that dude as your lead guard.
I don't know why, because Derek Fisher won a championship as a lead guard for the Lakers.
Those two guys aren't the same, though.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry is clearly better.
Point guard. That was his point. A worse starting point guard won, so why couldn't Kyle Lowry? That was
that's why I don't think it's the same.
Okay, a worse point guard won because he had Shaq. That's why.
Okay, so then if Kyle Lowry had Shaq, you could win a championship with him as your
partner. But he didn't.
Yeah, he had Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but you said I don't think you can. That was your statement. But if you just started Kyle Lowry on the 2017 Warriors, you could win a championship.
You win a championship.
They won it with. I was looking at.
You ain't even got to do that, Mars. They won it with Kawhi.
We're turning this into something completely different, and it blows my mind how this gets turned into that. So I looked at Kyle Lowry on the Toronto Raptors. I didn't look at Kyle Lowry in Cleveland with James. I didn't look at Kyle Lowry on the Golden State Warriors. I didn't look at Kyle Lowry in San Antonio with Kawhi Leonard. I looked at Kyle Lowry, who had been in Toronto for like 7 years at that point, and I didn't think he was going anywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, if this is your starting lead guard, you are not winning.
What's that got to do with Kyle, though, if the team wasn't good enough?
No, hold on, Swiper, because Chill, you making my point. What the Raptors did was change their number 1. That's what they did. They changed their number 1 and got Kawhi Leonard.
Was he their number 1 or was DeMar DeRozan their number 1?
That's what he's saying. He swapped DeMar as that number 1 for Kawhi.
They moved DeMar and got Kawhi. And that's why they won a championship. It didn't really have nothing to do with Kyle Lowry. It wasn't like, oh, we got to
respect Kyle Lowry's contributions.
I'm not saying that, Mars. I know I'm a big Kyle Lowry fan, but I'm saying they got rid of DeMar and said we can win with Kawhi. That's what they did. There ain't too much about Kawhi Leonard. So the same thing for
Cleveland. In your estimation, if Cleveland they end up getting off Donovan Mitchell and they get Anthony Edwards, they can win.
No,
you think he's better than Donovan Mitchell?
I do think he's better than Donovan Mitchell, but I don't like that fit for Anthony Edwards over there.
Why not?
I genuinely don't think Cleveland team. I don't think Cleveland's team was. I'm talking speaking of last year. I don't know what they're gonna put out this year. I don't think Cleveland team was as good as everybody was trying to make it. Like when we went down the roster, who was gonna play in the playoffs? Like it was a lot of holes. I was like, not gonna happen. But I just feel like if you add somebody else over there with Donovan Mitchell, I think they can win the championship. But
like who? Give us the guys who in Cleveland right now, if they play on that roster last year in the playoffs.
So if you take Evan Mobley off the roster and you put Anthony Davis on that roster, do they win it?
Probably so.
At a healthy Evan Mobley, they got a chance.
Yeah, but you got an even crazier chance with Anthony Davis though. Anthony Davis is way better than Evan Mobley, by the way.
Anthony Davis is better than Evan Mobley. I agree.
Yeah, so they got a better chance. And Anthony Davis is better than Donovan Mitchell too, by the way. But
I agree.
I agree too. I agree with that too.
I just feel like Donovan Mitchell, if they snuck Kevin Durant over there, let's say hypothetically if Kevin Durant went over there, not the Rockets, Cleveland would probably be the favorites. Like
so they would have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Kevin Durant. That'd be
Yeah, but they would be a favorite, though. That's what I'm saying.
This whole conversation started with the aspect of being tough. And I think that's the thing that Cleveland is missing, because I watch Donovan Mitchell as a playmaker. I watch his ability to get downhill and open up the floor for other guys. I watch his ability to score where he can take games over as a bucket getter. I watch him get downhill and beat up on big guys and get to the rim. He's really efficient at the long ball line. He wasn't that efficient this season, particularly at the long ball line, but he's got one of the best pull-up threes in the game. He can score it with the best of them, and he will compete on the defensive end.
His in-between game is his issue, though.
But he will compete on the defensive end. That's the thing that's the thing that I like about him. However, if I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, which is wide open, this is the most talented team that he's been on since he's been in the league. That includes when he first showed up in Utah. If this is the most talented team that he's been on, and these guys are improving, which you guys
not gonna beat the Hawks. They wouldn't beat the Hawks in the 7-game series.
Which Hawks? The current Hawks?
The one that's coming the next season.
With Porzingis in them?
Yeah, they're not beating them in the 7-game series.
That's a good team.
You're damn right. Hey,
and it's probably because Trae Young is going to show you why he's
Tyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Nikhil, Kristaps, Zachary Ricochet in year 2.
And hold on. Trae Young.
I'm not sure the Hawks win, but I do like the Hawks.
I think it's a 6-7 game dogfight. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, but I think the Hawks.
But then chill. If it's a dogfight with them, what are they going to do when they see one of them 3 demons out the west?
Okay, see that part I'm not trying to hear, because I watched the Boston Celtics in 2007, 2008, which is one of the best teams defensively in NBA history. It was in a 7-game dogfight with the Atlanta Hawks in round 1.
Cleveland went.
That's because they couldn't win a game on the road. Shout out to Doc Rivers.
Okay, the point is that they couldn't win a game on the road. I'm not going to argue that point, Mars. But the point I am arguing is that they were in a dogfight with those guys. They were in a dogfight because there was mismatches. Kendrick Perkins was matched up on Josh Smith. Josh Smith dragged his ass, particularly in transition. He got him 22 feet away from the basket, and he's getting downhill on him, and he can't keep up with him. That's a huge problem for them. On top of that, Joe Johnson is doing everything that he can in isolation to get to the rim and exploit the mismatches that they had. That was a bad matchup for the Celtics. But they survived.
That was the start of Joe Johnson torching Paul Pierce.
I don't know about torching him, but I mean, Joe Johnson kind of introduced himself to what was going on in the NBA. The point that I'm making,
as a matter of fact, he should have been on that scoring list that we did the other day, the tier list. But
you the one who ain't put him on.
Hey, chill. Another question. Do you think Trae Young is better than? You think Donovan Mitchell is better than Trae Young?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I disagree with you, but I respect your opinion.
You think Trae Young is on the same page?
That's the most civil disagreement Jordan's ever had.
I disagree with you, but I respect your opinion.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. Shout out to everybody that's in here right now. If you are on Twitter, make sure you are following Players Choice Show on all platforms. Make sure you definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bells, because as you can see on that little banner right down there below Jordan, Mars, and Swiper, This show is Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time to 2 p.m. We still got a whole nother hour and a half that we gonna rock the mic for, but this is around the time where we go ahead and read super chats. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little late, but we call these the crunch time chats. So we're going to go ahead and get into them. Appreciate everybody that's in here. Appreciate everybody that sent through super chats. Also, of course, I got to shout out all of our Hall of Famers like Trevi, Vale, Kingster, Cheese, Braden, Multi-Kenny, Worldwide Mace Television, Teddy Hart, Joe Breezy, Arch, who is the chat MVP, Rob Deere, and shout out to Teddy Hart again. All my Hall of Famers, if you are a new Hall of Famer, every Friday, we let you Hall of Famers come up here, kick it with us, ask us questions, debate with us, or just tell us that what you said was quite frankly dumb, or in my case, extremely amazing. But however, if you are a Hall of Famer and you haven't hit me up and you want to come on the show, DM the Player's Choice account or just DM me directly. We will get you up here every Friday. All right, y'all, we got another super chat. The first super chat of the day from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "What's up, KD? I was wondering, based on what you've seen, what your theory is on these Achilles injuries that occurred this past season. Also, Ron said Tyrese is better than Steve Nash. Please get him. LOL. All love, though."
Let me speak for KD. Let me speak for KD since I'm
not selling wolf tickets, guys. We are not. I know y'all think that when KD didn't show up, we are not selling wolf tickets, guys. We aren't.
I mean, to be fair, KD didn't show up, but y'all got me. So I'm gonna answer for KD because we
Swiper, show them the DMs. They probably think we pump faking. It's KD that's pump faking us. Show them the DMs.
Yes.
Pull up your phone.
Right. 100%.
No, I ain't gonna answer for KD. I'm gonna let him come when he pull up this week. Because he pulling up this week. So I'm gonna let him just save your super chat for when he come.
We not selling wolf tickets. We not.
He gonna pull up this week. He gonna pull up this week. He just got to get acclimated to Houston. Probably got to take him to Area 29 a few times, and then see how they go.
Teddy Hart sent through a $25 super chat and said KD's intro on Wale's mixtape about nothing, circa in 2010, is a core moment / memory for me.
Maybe you could send me these super chats and I can actually send them to him and see what he'll say about it. So Ron can do his job. Literally just drop them to me and I'll just put them all inside of the text bar and then maybe he'll respond.
Man, he gonna block the shit out you, Swipe. Leave that man alone.
No, he ain't. He like talking about stuff, bro. Y'all be trolling, bro.
He ain't gonna block the shit out you.
The questions, he would have been here.
He had a time commitment. Ox, he had the Houston thing.
Hey, the updated thumbnail is crazy, but
I love the thumbnail. I told Claire I love the thumbnail.
Oh, I didn't even see the update.
Why y'all be messing with Claire? How do we know Claire did it?
No, Claire, she gave the recommend on it, I think. And she gave the approval. It was great. Go
ahead, Ron. Next super chat.
Mars,
I'm waiting. I'm trying to
see the updated thumbnail.
Hey, by the way, so updated Jordan, just for this is probably relevant to you. Updated text from KD. One of the reasons I didn't come on is because Swiper was not on the original thumbnail. Verbatim.
Okay.
Crazy. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Dang, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, shout out to all the rain checks out there. Hey, y'all, all our young followers in the chat, make sure if you say something.
Like, but you just got in the group and you want us to write songs for you like we writing songs for everybody else. You just got in the group.
Whoa. Hey, to be fair,
panelist of the year.
So to be fair, panelist of the year is Mars.
Yeah, for the year too.
Hey, I don't care what you say. Gil was the best singer of the group. I don't care when he showed up.
Just
Gil was the best singer of the group.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Swipe. But just so you know, when Bobby Brown left the group, they did not have a #1 album until he came back.
Johnny Gill was the best singer though. You do understand that. Agree with that, Chill.
Swiper cook with that.
And Johnny Gill wasn't.
They went from a bubblegum boy band to a legit R&B group.
Yeah, when Johnny Gill got there.
But
no, but Bobby Brown. But remember, that's not why they fell. That's not why they fell apart.
They did not have a #1 album until Bobby Brown came back.
Chill. That's not what happened though. Remember, they got screwed. They got screwed in the negotiations with the manager. Remember, they got robbed all that money, and then they couldn't make any albums anymore. But when Johnny Gill went solo, Johnny Gill was cold. What you talking about, Chill?
Johnny Gill still cold.
Johnny Gill is like that, y'all. Y'all tripping, bro.
But you already know that's Swiper MO. That's Swiper mindset. I'm not on the thumbnail. Swiper the same one trying to get me to quit chill with chill because my name ain't in the title.
You know, now think about it. He is dirty and stinking. Let's call it what it really is.
All right, so we got another super chat from Simon718. Simon said, I saw a tweet the other day saying, have you ever thought someone's Summer League debut was special, but didn't realize they'd become a star? That is VJ Edgecombe to me right now. Guy's a baller with grit.
Two, though, and it's resurfacing, so it's going to sound like that. Dirk Nowitzki one that's circulating right now, obviously on Twitter. Jokic, and when he first popped on the scene in 2015, like people remember watching that. It's famous now, but at the time it was like, 7-footer with crazy, touch and passing and all that kind of stuff. Now again, we knew, but we really knew was Zion. Remember Zion took the ball from what's his name? Jordan Morris.
Kevin Knox.
I'm talking about rip the ball.
That was different though.
So like, we knew Zion was gonna be there.
Zion,
that was crazy though, bro.
We see that Lakers Summer League team with Lonzo, Kuz, Josh Hart, and them.
Thomas Bryant. Shout out to Thomas Bryant.
No, hell no. But mine's for me was
Zubac was on. You said Zubac? He was on that team.
Mine's for me was. I'm not sure if I saw him in first in summer league or preseason, but for mine to me was Giannis. Like I remember, and I remember my homeboy would tell you to this day, I was the first one to say, bro, Giannis gonna be a superstar.
I don't even remember him playing in summer league.
Shit, boy, he had.
I'm sorry.
It's just the way he moved. To me, it was the way he moved. I was like, bro, he moved too damn good at his size. He could handle the ball too. He just wasn't strong, but I was like, bro, he gonna be a superstar, bro, because he could do so much. Like that, not even so much. He could do one thing really damn good, get by somebody. And I was like, that's usually what I'm looking for when I see if a guy's a superstar. Now, like, how consistent are they at getting by somebody and being able to like slow the game down after they get by somebody? And Giannis showed me flashes of it early, like really, really early. And I was like, he's gonna be a superstar. And then did
you end up being right?
Oh, I was right as a motherfucker. Another guy I was right on was Russell Westbrook too. Everybody was like, Russ gonna be there.
How important is the summer league, by the way?
It's not that important because to me, Jason Tatum looked.
Jordan, take it. Whoa. Say, Jordan, you talk so fast. Why isn't the summer league important? Why isn't the summer league important, Jordan? Please.
I was just about to tell you.
Because you just like, no, it's not important. Really? Why?
Yeah,
why isn't the summer league important? Why?
Look, it's not as important because I saw Jason Tatum. To me, I wasn't as impressed with Jason Tatum summer league because he was like, no, his shot selection was pro shot selection. Like, I think he believed that he was this guy, and to me as a rookie, it was like, damn, Jason Tatum, I don't know, this might not work out. But then when the season started, I seen JT settle in his own, and it was like, all right, JT like that. So you can see flashes like Brandon Miller didn't look great in the summer league, but in the season start, and he looked good. So to me, it's the reps. Now for a guy that's trying to prove themselves, I think it's important. But for a rookie that's like a top 10, top 15 pick, I think you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Like I didn't even want to crash on Ace Bailey for being a shit show to what he was. And I'm not even, too concerned about it because summer league can go either way or another. But he might be a better player come game one of the NBA season. So I wouldn't hold too much stock in it, to be honest.
All right, y'all. On to the next super chat. Isaiah Evans said Jordan is Rashad McCants of PC, and he always brings up the Lakers.
I don't give a shit.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know, but
you kind of do fit that. You kind of do fit that trope well, though. But Rashad got a great presence on Gil's Arena, though. So I mean, that's a compliment for me. I think Rashad necessary.
I mean, I guess that's fine, but bro, why do y'all Lakers fan feel like when you talking about the Lakers, you talking about somebody woman? You niggas get sensitive and shit. Like I'm talking about y'all fat ass women at home, bro. Leave me alone when I want to talk about the Lakers.
Jordan, wait. I need some clarity. No, I need some clarity. I must get some clarity. You mean that ass like her ass is fat, or that ass like?
No, like she's fat.
Yeah.
Oh,
overweight. Y'all, niggas, Negroes get a little sensitive when you start talking about that overweight woman. Don't talk about her. Like, brother, you see the same shit I'm looking at, brother.
Jordan, what you saying is these cats in the chat be at SeaWorld. Seals, walruses, whales.
They be in San Antonio. That's where they be at.
Got it. All right.
All I'm telling y'all is, bro, every time you talk about the Lakers, you hate on the Lakers. Nigga, shut up. can do what I want to do with the Lakers. I want to talk about the Lakers today. I can talk about them today. If I want to talk about them tomorrow, I can talk about them tomorrow. Shut up. I want to talk about the Lakers today.
Then they can talk about you hating on the Lakers if they want.
He always bringing up the Lakers. I'm always bringing up an NBA team. The NBA team, right?
Yeah, you bringing them up. The same way you can bring them up, they can bring up you bringing them up. It's the same thing.
I don't have okay, cool. But why y'all? I can talk about the Utah Jazz. Don't nobody say nothing. I can talk about the damn Houston Rockets. Don't nobody say nothing. I can talk about this, but as soon as I talk about the Lakers, oh man, keep your Lakers on that.
I mean, for what it's worth, if we talk about John Collins to the Clippers and you bring up DeAndre Ayton within 3 seconds, I'm gonna be honest. I don't blame Lakers fans for saying, "Why are you talking about us?" I don't blame
that.
That
was a crazy pivot.
But you can act like it's just coming out of left field, but like
it ain't in left field. They in LA. That's why.
Yeah, we spoke about John Collins for 2 seconds. He's like, "Hey man, that's what the Lakers should have done. DeAndre Ayton gonna suck," and then we turn into a whole new segment. Like, you want to act like they just out? Oh, they out of pocket for bringing up I'm bringing up the Lakers. We had no reason to talk about the Lakers, and you brought them up. Like,
it's okay. I can bring up the Lakers. It is what it is.
Ain't no one stopping you. But ain't no one stopping them from bringing up the same thing.
Lakers. He hates the Lakers. I don't even hate the Lakers. That's what's crazy. I don't even hate the Lakers.
You just wanted to talk about.
I just don't see what y'all see. I just don't see what y'all see. That's okay.
What do you think we see?
What do I see?
Unrealistic expectations.
Okay,
I'm not talking about y'all.
I don't think the Lakers are winning the NBA championship. Let's start right there.
Hold on, chill. I'm saying Lakers fan.
Okay, so okay.
Unrealistic expectations, just like they had unrealistic expectations when Luka Doncic came. Didn't I tell him chill? What I try to tell him, I say, yo, I don't want to hear that shit come playoff time. Oh man, we winning. Oh, you hating that? No, you hating. Playoff time, what happened? Bang.
Jordan, I wish you was a Laker. Jordan, I'm telling you, you come over to this side, Jordan. We make a mean duo. Be a Laker hater, Jordan. It's good for you.
I'm not even a Laker hater. I'm just a realist, bro. I told y'all last year.
If you become a Laker hater, Jordan, we could take down the Laker media cartel together, brother. Me and you.
No, I chill. I looked you dead in your eyes, chill. I said, chill.
Once playoff time comes,
I don't want to hear that shit.
You said
what
that.
Did they do?
Laker fans, I got y'all.
And I actually fought you on it.
All right, Jordan. It was fun while it lasted. Laker fans, we not doing this year. Y'all know I got you. All right. Hey, I am signed to the Laker Media Cartel, and I gotta do my daily obligations, and I have to fulfill what I have to fulfill as a coach. Ox, we can't hear you either because we not listening to no Laker hate.
I got your back, Jordan. Stick with.
We not listening to the Swiper just because you are who you are. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. All right. All right, we loving the Lakers. But speaking of which, y'all, I got to move on to the next. Yes, Swiper?
Yes, hello. So we have 60 super chat and a topic. Are we going to topic of ranking the best off seasons and worst off seasons?
Yes,
I see 60.
We're getting there, Swiper. Like, okay. As I was saying before you raised your hand, I have another super chat from No Longer Gape. No Longer Gape said, "Is being a floor spacer a good argument to use to say one player is better than the other?"
It's a fraction of an argument. I mean, I guess
it is.
You could be a better floor spacer than me, but if I'm a better ball handler, a better creator, why does it matter?
Yeah,
I think it's to do those things.
What'd you say? My bad. I didn't.
If you space the floor, I think that's valuable.
Duncan Robinson spaced the floor better than a lot of people. I don't know.
Well, it depends on who you're comparing Duncan Robinson to.
It depends who you're comparing.
That's what I say. It's a fraction of it.
Like, but if someone's a better ball handler, all of those things, I mean, having someone who spaces the floor for them to do those things is valuable. So.
I apologize if I'm going to crash out, but all you dudes in the chat, if you think we suck, bounce. They're going to do it right there. Get your ass and get up out of here. Go. Just go. If we suck as bad as you say we suck, just go. Don't think for 1 second that we're going to miss you. Just get your ass and get up out of here. Just go. Understand what a lie is. A lie isn't to intentionally deceive somebody. We didn't do that. We are just as disappointed as you are that KD didn't show up. We had every intention of seeing him today and talking to him. But for you guys, you guys are fronting on us. No, we're not. We would love to have KD up here. And for all of you guys, if we suck, go.
Yeah.
Because this is a bigger indictment on you. What you doing hanging around somebody who sucked then? What does that say about you? If we suck so bad, meanwhile, you here every day. Just go. Get your ass and get up out of here.
A lot of them, I just don't understand. You know what? A lot of these
shit,
people be cowards. A lot of these people be cowards, bro. Y'all see this chat, and y'all be talking about, oh, you do this, you rage bait, you want to go viral. Nigga, if you know all the answers to go viral, you go viral. I don't understand you niggas be talking about you doing this for clip farming. You doing this for this. You be a motherfucker with 5 followers. You be 5 followers trying to tell me what clip farming is. You don't know what clip farming is. You have no idea. Bro, y'all get on my nerves with that shit. Go get you a woman. If she big, I don't care. Hide her from the world. Get you a woman. Leave us alone.
Hey, Jordan, how you gonna hide Free Willy from the world?
I don't know. Shit, keep her in the house or some shit. Goddamn, but
shit bigger than the house.
It be a motherfucker with 5 followers trying to tell us how media work. Oh, y'all are a farmer. You looking for clips. You rage baiting for likes. You do it. You got 5 followers. What are you talking about? You have no idea how to do that. So we don't even know what you're talking about. Like somebody just said, you studying Stephen A. Smith. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't think it means Stephen A. Smith, not even the same. I don't even care what y'all talking about. I study me. I'm me. That's it. Don't know nothing about this guy.
Jordan, to be fair, if Stephen A. had a beard, you know what?
That nigga don't have no hairline.
All right, never mind. But Pip named Slickback sent through a super chat and said, it seems as if we are seeing the first market correction with this new CBA. Cam Thomas, Kuminga, Josh Giddey, all wanted 25 to 30 plus million, and their teams aren't budging. This is the new NBA with tighter budgets. Go ahead, Swiper. Take it away.
As we had talked about previously, that if you are not a superstar in this league, you more than likely will get squeezed out in these deals, and especially the players that are on the fringe. I would say you're kind of Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr. I think had a good enough year. I'm sure y'all would agree.
When you say fringe of what?
Like I think Tim Hardaway Jr. had a good enough year that in other situations he could have commanded 8 to 12 to 14 mil in previous iterations. In this CBA though, having an older player with that kind of skill set, I think it's why he got like a veteran minimum, and he's hoping to get a bigger bag by playing in a situation where he's on a championship level team. And then he's able to contribute at a high level to get another deal. But Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, I think they're extremely talented players in some ways, but they're very flawed. And now, given that you don't want to pay premium money to multiple players on the roster unless they're actual cogs in your system, like superstars, either in the league or stars in their role for your team, you don't want to be paying $25-30 million for said players. So I do think that this is going to go on for a while. Jonathan Kuminga, also, like, I mean, that's just a player that's really flawed. Like, you know, if he was better, I think he'd be in a different situation. But this is going to last a while. I think this is where the league is now because nobody wants to be in the first apron, second apron. And on top of that, if you don't know, chat, when you get into the luxury tax, you get repeater tax. So every single year you're in the luxury tax, you pay a higher interest on the dollar you owe every single year. Yes. So you want to get out of that as much as possible. So all these teams are trying to stay out of the luxury, and they're trying to stay out of the aprons because they just don't want to deal with it unless you're paying for a championship level window. And you see it, even the Boston Celtics, they blown it up, and they were already gearing to blow it up with Tatum healthy. So this is just what it is right now. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of players are going to be seeing less money than they should have been in other situations.
Man, we gonna come back to that Jason Tatum. I got a real question for Chill, man. This shit been killing me because I've been trying to do a breakdown on Jason Tatum, but it's very hard for me to do a breakdown on Jason Tatum without being negative. I'm just being honest with you. It's shit, and I'm a Jason Tatum fan, but boy, that shit is hard as a motherfucker.
It's the shot selection that's what's killing you.
Oh man, Ron, I know we on Superchats. Let's pause for a minute because I can't even hold the water.
Jordan, I've actually before you showed up, I've been up here. I've been saying like Jason Tatum is one of, and you know how much anybody up here knows how much I love Jason Tatum. But like we would get into a fight, like me and this dude. I'll be ready to fight him sometime, like for real.
Chill. Somebody told me to go do a breakdown on Jason Tatum playmaking. And my God, I couldn't even get to it. I tried. I did Jason Tatum pick and roll. Brother, the man take the worst fucking shots in the NBA.
Shots. That's what it is.
The worst shots in the NBA.
Shot. That's what throws you off.
And this is the thing. He don't even have to. He didn't even play like he didn't start. I went back to all the way to 2023. He didn't play nothing like this. 2025, this man literally cannot go left through contact. No. You know what he gonna do when he go left? He gonna bump, step back. Every time. anytime he got a big on him, that's his brain just go glitch right into a three. Right into a three.
Mars, what you call him?
time.
We actually had this conversation, Mars, when you said, when did Jason Tatum turn into who?
James Harden.
Like, what's going on?
Bro,
What's
chill.
happening right
Chill. I don't even want to do that. I'm not gonna say that. But he need to go back to playing in 2023. This game for him.
He needs to go back to playing when he was in the summer league. That's where I thought that.
Jason Tatum used to go downhill. Jason Tatum used to go downhill a lot and finish through contact. I promise you, it doesn't matter who's guarding Jason Tatum. If anybody bumps him on a point of attack, he's going to shoot a step back. Guaranteed. If anytime he goes left, he's going to shoot a step back. Guaranteed. He's never going to go baseline and finish through the contact. If he goes baseline, he's shooting a jumper.
I think we live in a space with him particularly where the game was changing, and with the coach and their style of play, he just kind of morphed into that. I don't really think that that's his game. I don't really think that
is horrible, bro.
I don't think that that's his game. I don't think that that's what he wants to be. But I mean, it's effective in a lot of ways. They won the NBA championship with it. I mean, it's not like they were garbage. They ended up winning the NBA championship. He's been on an all-pro team because of this style of play. But I think that it's taken away a lot of aspects of his game, and it's really making him look less than. A lot less than. And
man, chill. I was genuinely frustrated, bro. I spent 2.5 hours yesterday, bro. I watched a lot. That's how much shit I watched of just him. I went from 2025 to all the way to 2020. You know how many clips that is? That's a lot of fucking clips, bro. I'm disgusted, bro. I'm like, bro, I've been defending JT. I didn't know you was this. Like, I didn't know. Like, I guess when you watch the game,
then he does. He can. I mean, at 6'9", he ended up bulking up. He can play through contact,
and he doesn't.
Right. I mean, I feel like he'll get to the rim, stuff that he should be punching. He's throwing out to the long ball line. Like when he gets to the rim,
out to the long ball line.
Yeah, stuff when he gets to the rim, instead of laying the ball up, prime example was I watched him play against Cleveland earlier this season, and I watched him get downhill on Darius Garland. Getting downhill on Darius Garland, you should punish him. A guy that's that small.
He hit him in his chest, he gonna step back.
It doesn't seem forceful when I got a smaller guy on me getting to the rim, and that's the thing that it's his shot selection more than anything. And I'm a big time Jason Tatum fan. I'm still a big time Jason Tatum fan, but I think that his shot selection is the separator between him and a lot of other players in the league.
Bro, be that as it may, right quick, Jordan. Be that as it may, I'm not known for shooting Jason Tatum love. I'm critical of him as well. But be that as it may, if anybody has the right to shoot that shot in this league right now, and it's some other names that can get thrown in there too. I'm not taking anybody out the list. I'm not saying Shea shouldn't shoot crazy shots, Luka. But if anybody has the right to shoot crazy shots, Jason Tatum is in that category. What does that mean? What do you mean? What? Did any of you guys say anything about? Did any of you guys? Did anybody say anything about James Harden shooting all them stupid ass?
James Harden a better jump shooter than him live.
Wait. Did you guys see?
First of all, yes, people did say it about James Harden. Yes, I'm not saying. And second of all, Jason Tatum doesn't shoot like James Harden, so it's not really comparable.
And James Harden gets the rim.
But James Harden got criticized for it as well.
I get that.
He's ruining the game.
And James Harden shot those shots and was continued to be allowed by his coaches to shoot those shots, and we still respected him for who he was because he was James Harden.
Better at it than Jason Tatum.
I get that, Swiper. That's the first. That's where I started at. No, we're talking about Jason Tatum. We're not talking. Yeah, I brought.
You said if anyone can shoot them shots, it's Jason Tatum. That's what you
said. No, and I said there's other names that are.
Yeah, and our point is Jason Tatum shouldn't be a name. That's our point.
Jason Tatum, why should he be a name?
Because he doesn't make them enough. He doesn't. That's why we disagree with you. Jason Tatum has not made pull-up threes for 3 years. So why is his name in that group? Why are we like, oh yeah, Jason Tatum, you're one of those guys. We just want you to shoot those shots. When this man shot 28% on isolation threes this year. Why is that a good shot? Why is that a good shot?
Jason Tatum, it might not be a good shot. It's not a good shot, actually. It's not. But when you're Jason Tatum, you can shoot that shit.
Why?
Why? He's Jason Tatum.
He don't need to.
He don't. No, he shouldn't. I agree.
But they would be better if he didn't.
They would definitely be better.
They would be better if he didn't.
They would be. But I can say this about every single player. Trae Young shouldn't shoot logo. Trae Young shouldn't shoot logo threes. He should not shoot them long ass threes.
Shooting a logo three with much less greater frequency, and also being the best logo three shooter in the NBA, mind you. Shooting a way less frequency than Jason Tatum, shooting 10 pull-ups a game, making 32% of those joints. Like that's what I'm saying. That's not good math. And so no, they would be better, to Chill's point, as he's been saying for a year and a half. Which why when he does this, Chill is so high on him. If he uses his body to create contact and drive more, to create more shots around the rim and got more free throws, that would be better for his team than shooting jumpers consistently when he's not one of the best. And to be fair, he's not one of the best volume jump shooters in the sport. So both of those things are true. So you shouldn't be doing
I agree. But he's Jason Tatum.
So you think if Shea starts doing that next year, we just can't say anything because it's Shea?
No, we can say something, but nigga, it's Shea.
I get what Ron's saying. Ron,
even if it's the league MVP, that doesn't mean that you can just start jacking threes.
I'm critical of Jason Tatum. I don't think
wait, Ron, what is your point? What point are you making?
When you him, you could do what you want to do. Yeah, and still finish with a 30 piece.
But we can acknowledge it's not good, right? We can acknowledge that.
No, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
But Ron, your point about him and James Harden is different. James Harden, shot 12, 13 free throws a game? Jason Tatum shooting 6 free throws a game is part of the reason why. Like, brother, if you go back and watch that New York Knicks series, this man had Cat on him and Mitchell Robinson, and this man was straight shooting threes, bro. Like, you making Cat look like a good defender because you just want to shoot a three rather than just go by him. Like,
Jordan,
he can't get by Cat.
Also on the nights where he sees the first 3 threes go in, then you know it's gonna be a 40-point night. So it's like, yeah, we should criticize him and we can, but when that 3-ball rolling, Jason Tatum is top 5 legal player in the NBA.
I mean, that's such a good.
Periodically though, what's periodically though? Because I think what is it?
It doesn't happen often. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't happen often. 4 out of 10 games. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
How often does he shoot 40% or better from 3? How often?
Let me go through this. Mars, you can do it or me?
30% of games, 40% of games. If it's 30-40% of games, once again, like,
all right, let's see. Let's go to Jason Tatum.
We can run to the game where he's 2 for 9.
Game logs.
He shot 40% or more in 25 of his games this year. He played 72, so about a third of his games.
I mean, come on.
That's kind of trash, y'all. Bro.
No, it's not. When out of every
30, that's 34.7% of his games. 34.7. So
once every 3
he
games.
shot 33% or below in 42 of his 72 games.
So and that would be
2 out of every 5 games. He's shooting.
That's 58% of the games. He shot what, Mars?
Below 33% or worse.
On volume. How many? Can you do the averages?
That includes.
He shoot 10
that
threes a game.
includes 13 games, 20% or worse.
Can you give me Lucas
this year?
Yeah,
Lucas probably the same shit though this year.
Well, this year probably not ideal, but we'll see.
So, while he's looking that up, do y'all believe?
Yeah, but I was saying the same shit about Luka though. I was
Luka had 22 games, 40% or more. He only played 50 games, so 22 or 50, 44% of his games.
Yeah.
And so Mars, just for context,
and then 20% or worse, he had 11 of his 50 games. So
Mars, and I'm sorry, I didn't necessarily mean to interrupt, but I was just trying to add to the Jason Tatum context here. So Jason Tatum, in the games he shot 10 or more last year, 10 or more 3-pointers. He made, in those games, he made 33.9% of them. And if you do the math on what exactly that is on a shot basis, he averaged 1.01 points per shot in those games, which, you know, like Mars did this whole thing with the free throws with Shaq. Like 1 free throw per possession is still like better than, it's still more efficient than other things. It's not like horrid.
It is kind of horrid when you get 2 from them shooting.
But when you're shooting that many 3-pointers, you would like the number to be higher. It's not as efficient as it not only should be or could be. So I'm saying that 33% on 10 attempts a game and that many. And so y'all, by the way, this is 41 games that he shot 10 or more threes last year. Like, yeah, that's, you know, that's
more than half his games.
Yeah, that's a bit.
I just feel like that shit I just feel like for Jason Tatum, bro, he's too talented, bro. He has too many tools. He has a good handle. He can get to the mid range. He can get to the post. He can get to the rim. He just chooses to shoot the worst fucking threes I ever seen. And it's like you deliver, not even just the threes. His mid range sometimes be questionable too, because it's like, brother, why every time you feel contact, you just go right into a glitch in your head that say step back three. As soon as you feel a contact, step back three or step back midi. Step back fade. And it's like, bro, just finish through the contact. Get to the free throw line. Like, he's just not very good at getting to the free throw line. And it's a direct correlation to him shooting that many threes or jump shots in general. Like, direct correlation. He didn't used to play like that. I think the year I'm talking about, I think he shot the most free throws of his career, which is still not a high number. I think 2023 he shot, 8? So, which is still not a high number, but it's higher than what he's done.
What do you think a good number for Jason Tatum is, considering what the league is?
The level of shooter he is?
Yes.
10 or 11. That's Giannis numbers.
With his
at the long ball line?
No, I'm saying 10, 11 from the free throw line. I think with his handle and his height and his skill set, he should be able to get to the free throw line. Like if I'm
shooting 10 free throws a game,
getting to the free throw line.
Because if this season, this season alone, he's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 9 games of the 77 games that he plays. He's got 9 games where he shot double-digit free throws. That means that if I'm shooting 10 free throws, that means I'm getting to the free throw line 5 times. That's what that means.
Yeah, what's wrong with him getting to the line 5 times? He can't get to the line 5
times.
times.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like him getting to the lane and him scoring more in the lane, I feel like that would enhance him getting to the free throw line. And when I say that, I mean,
what I'm saying. Yeah,
just because I'm shooting free throws does not mean I'm shooting good free throws. Because again, we could have him go to the free throw line and he's shooting 12 free throws. 4 of them 12 free throws came at the end of the game when the game was iced. That wasn't like, he got.
That's a part of. Every player has that. But I just feel like if he attacks more, plays out of the post more, they're gonna double him. Like
which he did this season. He did play out. He did play out of the post.
But if you pay attention to this season, pay attention to every time he drove baseline. Like next time you watch a Jason Tatum film, watch every time he drives baseline. He's never going to go baseline, or he's going to end up shooting a jump shot. It's never get to the rim.
He goes to his weak hand more than he goes to his strong hand.
Yeah, going to the baseline for
sure. When he does go to his strong hand, he's going to his strong hand down the middle. If he's going to his strong hand, whether he's at the break or he's on the wing on the right side, he's only going to his strong hand to step back.
Yes, exactly.
He's not going to his strong hand to go to the rim, to dunk.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like
or to get a layup or something like that.
Yo, fellas, I gotta step in, y'all, because we gotta move on. I'm gonna read a couple more super chats, and then we're gonna get to our segment of the day. Today, we will be determining whether each team has either been a winner in free agency or a loser in free agency so far in just the off season. I know it's still some pieces out there: Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard. It may be some more trades, but we're going to do this as of July 7th. Who's won and who's lost in free agency. Mm-hmm. All right. The next super chat I got is from No Longer Gabe. No Longer Gabe said, J Kidd and Kenyon or Nash and Amari. Put these duos on a team and say which duo would win a chip the fastest in today's NBA.
J Kidd and Amari.
Man,
J Kidd and Kenyon probably at this point in this league, maybe.
Probably.
Take Donovan Mitchell. Take Darius Garland off that Cleveland team. Put Jason.
Take Donovan Mitchell. Take Donovan Mitchell.
No, I'm gonna go with Jason Kidd. Take Darius Garland off that unit. Put Jason Kidd on there. Take Jared Allen off there and put Kenyon Martin on there. That team was the NBA champion.
Chill. What?
Yes.
Yeah, but wait.
Dynasty.
With all the respect to Kenyon, take him off that team and put Amari. So
I was gonna, to be honest with you, I was looking at the Western Conference. So I'm gonna take, let's see, who was it? It was Amari and who?
Nash.
Put him on the Rockets.
So take Fred VanVleet and put Steve Nash on that crew, and take, let's see,
Jabari.
Yes, take Jabari out and put Amari Stoudemire on that crew.
Yeah, that's an elite team. Probably might be the best team in the West.
Yes.
I mean, shit, you can do that with anybody. Take Derek Lively and Gafford off the Mavs when they went to the finals and put Amari. They win championship.
Yeah, you're not winning, I don't think, with 2 defensive liabilities at the 1 and the 5. I don't think that's happening.
Damn.
So
All
I got
right,
J-Kidd
y'all.
and Kenyon.
Pimp named Slickback said, "I don't know if VJ will be a star, but he doesn't do the little things that can make him super impactful. Defense, playmaking, rebounding. He'll show why he was worth the number 3 pick because of his ability to do so much."
I think he was
He
saying
meant to say he
the little
does.
thing.
He
Yeah,
does,
he does
right.
the
I was
little
about to say because he does do the other things. He will
Yeah,
compete.
I
with
like
the
VJ.
defense. Yes, sir.
thing. I think they play OKC today. I think.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We was gonna do that game on Playback. Instead, we opted to do Bronny Summer League games. But that game is coming on tonight, and I think that'll be a good one.
See, Jordan, this is what I'm saying. That's why I need your support on this Laker and taking down the Laker media cartel.
Laker hate.
Yeah, we got. Come on,
Yeah, y'all. Well, good luck. JT Blix said all this exciting Summer League news, Bradley Beal and LeBron potential destinations, Giannis questions, Summer League standouts, and we are talking about Bronny. Shaking my head. If his name wasn't Bronny, no talk.
But his name is Bronny, so
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
let's talk about the donkey.
We got to get over that one. We got to get over that one. That shit is part of it.
Masinko sent through a super chat and said Donovan Mitchell is an amazing 2-foot jumper and can poster about anyone. Off of 1 foot, he barely looks like he could dunk.
Yeah, he's a good 2-foot jumper.
Off of 1 foot, he doesn't look like he can barely dunk.
Wine Raw said Jordan Abozo, talk X's and O's, not feelings. Puss E
C. Yeah.
Puss C. Whatever the Lakers did to you is gonna be okay. Stop all that pouting. You sound like a bit. Rest of their panel, keep up the grind. Well, I ain't gotta learn how to spell. I don't even know what he was talking about.
He fried you.
I'm a bozo. Whatever the Lakers did to you, go to the cops. They did something very bad to you. You need to go get a civil suit against because, geez, Louise, my brother, I don't know what happened to you in the Lakers, but boy, you feel like, I don't know, that's your woman or something. Whatever they did to you, they got civil suits, they got lawsuits, they got, legality you can go through. Do something, brother, but you pushing it, brother. I don't know what you mean by that. And I don't know what you mean by that other word too. Cause that's crazy. Like that's a real crazy one. I wouldn't disrespect you like that, but I do want to, figure out like what your mom look like or what your girlfriend look like. Sister too. Whichever one that's gonna hurt your feelings the worst. I just want to know what they look like.
All right, y'all. We got some new members and a members chat. Nicola, gotcha, bitch, became a member. Malachi became a member. Cole Fifi Dotard BLM became a member. Kamal Carter became a member. Z Greatness Gaming became a member. Demi Burner became a member. Wavy became a member. Ty Harvey became a member. Dudley Dastinot became a member. Rare Form became a member. Aston Browning became a member. Sir Fatty became a member too. And Snowbird Sneakers sent to a members chat and said this episode about to be lit. Let's get it.
We had every intention on what you was talking about, my man. Yes, we did. That's what we came.
This episode still lit, KD or not?
I ain't saying that it ain't fire. I'm just saying that. Be clear, my man.
Sure,
everything you was on, we was on that too. Yeah.
Who Duke became a member. Marty McFly also became a member. Cam Smooth became a member. Teak Nose Ball became a member. Bigger became a member. Nicholas Payton also became a member. Sander became a member. Oh, Sonder. My bad, Sonder. Sonder became a member. Like 42 became a member. Koozie became a member. Shanny 2 times became a member. Conjuril sent through a members chat and said becoming a crazy groupie is one strategy.
What that mean?
Okay.
No idea, but I agree.
He was saying that adding KD.
Shout out all the groupies.
Up with y'all, bro? What is up with some people, bro? Like, bro, you guys are bona fide losers. You guys are losers, bro. You can't do nothing anymore.
Y'all ain't losers, man. Keep doing what y'all do in the chat. Like the video and keep typing whatever y'all gotta type. Get it all off. Hey, this is the place where you could come and get it off. King J said, shout out Player's Choice. When KD comes on the show, I definitely got some things to ask. Also, prayers to the families here in Texas.
That's a fact. That's the saddest shit I've seen all weekend. I done had a lot of sad news all weekend. Like a lot of sad news, but
I think 81 people have been found or have been declared deceased, and I think they're looking for 27 or 25 more.
Yeah.
They weren't able to be notified soon enough, which is a large issue in its own about the flooding. The flooding went from flash flood to full blown about 15 feet to 20 feet, I believe.
They're blaming the president for this, by the way.
It took about 45 minutes, which if you have been in a flood at all or around water like that, there's no way to really like anticipate that level of water and the aggression in which water can reach you. So obviously it's just a
I don't know how they blaming anybody.
How you blame the president? How you blame the president?
Because there have been cuts to the federal warning systems.
The national oceanic.
Yeah, but if you live in Texas, Houston alone, by the way, it could rain in Houston and the streets could be flooded in 30 minutes. Like next to the Guadalupe River, like it reached the second highest it has all time. So like that shit is just really hard. Like you don't understand. Like in Houston, bro, I promise you, it rained for 30 minutes. I can go outside and it'd be flooded. Like it'd be flooded. Like
but typically when you have you have warning systems in place, you have warning systems in place for stuff like that. But there obviously was just some delay, but it doesn't matter because at this point 81 people are dead. So it's just a matter of obviously finding the people that are still there. They did find some girls that had climbed up to a high enough tree and that they were able to find, but hopefully there are a lot more people that are still hiding, trying to get out of the debris and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a very catastrophic event, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. It's always terrible. It's always terrible when any natural disaster happens. You know what I mean? But I will say, y'all, even if you, and I'm not talking about this instance in particular, y'all. I'm talking about a worldwide. When you get a warning, if you get a warning, y'all should listen to that. Take heed to these warnings because you can't, like Mother Nature ain't nothing to play with, man. You can't face certain certain floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, tornadoes.
You're going to lose.
Yeah, man. You don't want to be out there fighting against any of that, man. Y'all got just be, don't swallow your pride and in your material possessions. You can get those back, man. You just get up out of there to take care of yourself, protect yourself, man.
And I will say this summer, man, if you can, for a lot of people, I know it is. I don't want this to sound in any kind of way, but learn how to, man. A lot of people, it's important. Just learn how to swim. I know too many people that don't know how to swim. Like it's a lot of people who just say, I don't know how to swim. It's like, brother, go learn, bro. Like I know you don't want to. You're never too old to learn how to swim. That's a skill you need in life. Everybody needs to learn how to swim.
Also, you know how to swim?
I don't know.
You never been swimming?
We'll find out. Yeah. If I'm ever in a situation where I need to, we better hope that moms work.
Yeah, you got to learn how to swim, brother. At least learn how to float. That's the basic part. But I see too many people, even kids, like, I know they did something in Houston not too long ago where they made like pools free for a lot of kids to come and just swim. Like you need that skill. Like learning how to swim is cool. I took my daughter swimming this weekend. She 8 months. So, we try to get her acclimated into all that. So I just would say that.
Yeah, y'all, big prayers to all the families or anybody that was affected from the floods. Obviously, it's not too much we can say that eases the pain that some of these people are going through, but PC supports everything that's happening, and we want things to be better. So salute to you guys, and just prayers to all of Texas in general. Sure. All right, y'all, we need an order. Chat, y'all know what to do. I need an order for all 6 of us up here. We gonna rank every single NBA team, whether they are a winner or a loser in this offseason. Whoever drops the first order in the chat, that's who we rocking with. Let me see what we got. Y'all drop an order. We're going to go ahead and get into this list. All right, here we go. I got an order from EJ. Mars, Chill, Ox, Swiper, Jordan, Ron. This is how we're going to do it. I got teams in a random order. I'm going to give you guys the team name, and y'all tell me whether they've won or whether they've lost this offseason so far. And it's up to your discretion. You may, You may get the Lakers and think that signing DeAndre Ayton was an L and you put him in the loser category. It's all up for you to determine. But Mars, you are first. And the team that you got is the Milwaukee Bucks. Are they winners or losers this offseason?
We don't have a middle answer?
Nah, it's one or the other.
Winners.
Why winners, Mars?
They still have Giannis on the team.
They do still have Giannis. That's a fact.
They got Miles Turner. That's a good fit.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I actually like some of the moves they made, if I'm being honest.
I do too.
Yeah, I think they're winners.
Which moves in particular, Mars?
I think Miles Turner's cool. I think Gary Trent and Taurean Prince coming back is going to be really good.
Yes.
I think
No Ryan Rollins?
No, let me get
He's
to it.
getting
Though, man. I think
in,
KPJ and Ryan Rollins are going to be good guards for them. I'm fully bought in on just letting Giannis be the point guard next year. But yeah, I think the Bucks can be. They're my sleeper team in the regular season next year.
Mars, they got Gary Harris too, right?
Gary Harris as well, yeah.
Man, shout out Ryan.
Brook Lopez is gone, so that's another good thing.
Man, shout out Ryan Rollins, battling it out and going through the ringer of getting cut, G League, playing for this team, playing for that team, and just grinding it out, and having a decent season. He even got in some trouble too. I don't know how real the trouble was, but he got in an issue and still just, being able to get that $4 million a year. Solid, bro. For a guard too, man. That's really, really solid. What didn't go to a crazy school, but also I want to take the time to shout out Mike Silverman and Brandon Greer at Equity Sports for getting the deal done. Shout out my guys.
Nice.
No free promo.
Winners. Yeah, winners.
All right. Next up, Chill, it's on you, and you have the Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets. I think they were winners.
That was on me.
No, you're like second to last.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit! I thought I seen another one.
So you're supposed to hush until you get asked a question.
Damn.
Chill, go ahead. You got the Nets. How you feel about the Nets?
Well, I'm going to start the conversation by saying I think that they were winners. The fact that they ended up with 5 wins, one of these guys are going to pan out at minimum. One of them.
Why? Because you say so?
Yes. One of Mars. I don't ever remember. I don't ever remember in all my years of going or watching the draft of a team getting 5 wins and striking out on every last one of them in one draft.
That doesn't mean that one is guaranteed to pan out.
I didn't say guaranteed, Mars. What I am saying
so
is
you said. You said one of them is going to pan out.
I think one of these guys is going to work out.
They're going to trade one of them.
Don't forget they got Grant Nelson on their summer league team too. So
the one that's going to pan out is going to be Drake Powell, just a 3-and-D.
I'm not sure about this kid Igor. Is that his name? Is it Igor?
Yegor.
Igor. Pin ain't here.
I don't want to say his name wrong. Yegor. Right? Yeah.
Giving Pin that's crazy.
I don't want to say his name wrong. I do think that they stole Danny Wolf. I think that he's going to be a real good contributor for them. They're in rebuild, and anything that they can get, particularly 5 wins, I mean that helps 100%. I think
they were MPJ too.
Yes, they did in the trade. Yes, they did end up getting rid of Cam Johnson, and
they got another one for Cam too.
Hey, Chill. I don't know if you know it or not, but you on track. You on track to be one of my next victims about can MPJ average? What did I say he can average on playback that y'all was all? Oh no,
25 or something, 26.
Hey, chill.
Not with that back.
My takes come real over time. That's gonna be another one. Chill.
Are you telling me that I could get MPJ getting 25 a game this year?
Maybe it's possible.
He might shoot enough shots to get.
He's one of the most efficient jump shooters, and I mean this we've ever seen. So
when he's healthy,
that's a fact.
Well, and again, to be fair, he's never healthy because he does so much to play every game, but he's always healthy. Meaning he's always dealing with
he's always playing, but he's never 100%.
No, but the thing is, Mars, he's 100% for what he can be, if that makes sense. He just
you make sense.
You know what I mean? But he's always going to play. So
how many shots is he gonna shoot?
This is gonna be a raggedy nothing.
17, maybe 16. Remember, he doesn't create.
Yeah, it depends how many he can help create for himself.
He's not very much of a shot creator. He's not.
Don't get me wrong, Swiper. I like MPJ, but 25, like no. That's not.
Okay.
Well, that's Jordan who's saying that.
Well, I think
I think
21, 22, I think it's a good range for him.
And if it is 25, it ain't gonna be. I don't want to say not a good 25, but it's not gonna mean nothing.
You can say it could be
He-
empty, Ox. You can
It's
say
very
empty.
possible MPJ averages more points than Brooklyn get wins. That's very possible. But who
And
cares?
that's what I'm saying, Mars. Like that's.
You can say it's
I
empty.
think when you're a good shooter, I think it's kind of easy to score a lot of points. And I'm not trying to. I mean, obviously it's not easy, but you know what I'm saying. Like that 25 ain't about to be shit. That's just gonna be like.
I also think y'all underrating him, even though he's not that bit. Like his.
No, he's a good
shot
player,
creation-
Jordan. He really is, man. I have
Yeah.
no bad things to say about MPJ.
Nah, I'm talking about as far as them saying as him as a shot creator. I think
Yeah,
his
he
shot
can't-
creation,
Yeah,
but his shot creation look a little bit different than most guys. Like he's not the best ball handler either, but he get up.
and
on
he's
his
not a
jump
ball
shot,
hog too.
he's
Like I
not-
want people to be ready for that. He's not a ball hog.
And you're not blocking his jump shot. That's my thing. You're not gonna
Yeah.
block his jump shot. So that's why it don't really matter if he can shot create or not. You're not blocking that
Mhm.
shit. And if
Yeah.
now that he don't have Jokic, he gonna get up and get out. Shit.
All right, y'all. On to the next team. We got the Knicks. It's on you, Ox. Are they winners or are they losers so far this offseason?
They're winners. They're winners. They went and got Mike Brown. I think he's a better coach than Tibbs.
They got Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele. I think that's
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yabusele. That's the one I couldn't remember. Okay.
He's got a nice
help
bench.
him.
That's
He's
I
gonna
think
help
that I think that's really good. I think they really got players. And with that being said, I think Mike Brown would have dug into that bench a little more than Tibbs anyway. But I think the bench got better. So the bench
What's your
got
bench
better.
now, Ox?
I'm sorry.
What's their bench now, Ox? Jordan, Deuce, Yabusele. Is there one more?
There's more than one more. They got a whole
So
roster.
Miles is over there.
Campaign, Jordan Clarkson.
Yes,
Miles
that's
is over
Deuce.
there.
Oh,
Campaign
I
is
mean,
over there.
Oh, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson is over
Well, I
there.
guess
Mitch is
Yeah.
well,
Mitch
I
is
guess
starter, right?
he's gonna be
Yeah,
that second unit.
Mitch is
More-
the sixth
more so-
starter, if I'm being honest.
And more so than anything, I think they upgraded at the coaching position, and they just got a little deeper as far as depth chart goes. So I would say they won. They definitely didn't lose.
I don't think so, but
And also they got to shoot their shot at some even better coaches. I think that's a win in itself.
Oh, man.
Calling and checking on MA and J Kidd. I think that's a win in itself.
You don't
Just
need
to
to call
get
and check
declined?
over here. Yeah, you don't need to call over here. We good.
Yeah, I've
right.
always took pride in being told no, Jordan.
Swiper, the next team is on you. And here's what you got to do, Swiper. You got to make your fellow panelists proud. He's not up here today, but you're representing for the whole North in Toronto. Who are you going to do justice for? Winner or loser? Swiper, Toronto
isn't-
Raptors. Are they winners? Are they losers? Yes.
This is
Are we including the Brandon Ingram portion of this since he didn't play?
No, that's not the off.
no, he was there last year.
No,
But he didn't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but
like,
he's not an
does
off
get healthy,
season.
I
He's
guess,
not an
but-
off season addition. They got Jakob Pertl on an extension. They drafted Colin Murray-Boyles, and they signed Mamu Kelishvili.
yeah.
That's their off season.
Mamu.
Who Penn was
Mom, say his name again. I was
Glazed,
only calling
boy.
Mamu.
Mamu Kelishvili.
Mamu
Shout out
Kelly. I only call him
Penn, I
Mamu.
love Penn, but boy, he was glazed in on that one, boy. I mean, God.
I do like what they
call
drafted,
them
though.
losers. We can call them losers. Penn ain't here. We can call them losers.
Swiper.
Since it was supposed to be me and all these yappers up here, I would say they're a very expensive team, and I'm curious to see how that works out. But I'll say to Marge's point, I would say they're losers. That's an interesting situation. I'm curious to see how it works. And they lost Masai Ujiri. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's that's a huge deal, given his standing around the league. So it's a huge deal.
Hey, Penn, hit me. We will not tolerate this.
They
Hit me.
didn't
I will
draft
send you the
Carter
link.
Bryant, so Penn would call them losers too.
Maybe. Well, they kept Scotty Barnes, so
No one wanted him.
Penn
So,
was a
Hey,
big fan
hey,
of Colin Murray boys.
Mars,
He was a big
is it
fan.
fair to say that Mamu cost the Nuggets another championship?
What? What you mean by that?
because of the game you guys lost to them.
Remember, Mamu was giving Jokic work on that 3-point line. Jokic didn't want to go cover that pop.
Hey, that's the big white boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
played on the
25,
Bucks for a little
24 too.
minute.
He's
He
young.
played on the Bucks for a little minute.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, he
I-
nice.
I would-
He looked like he belonged on one of them Croatian movies. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
right.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
I
big
like
dude.
Croatian.
all right,
movie.
Jordan, you have the Utah Jazz. Are they winners or losers?
Losers.
They got Ace Bailey.
And Walter Clayton.
That's why they losers.
Yep, see?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
Ace Bailey at 5.
They got Yusuf Nurkic and Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson.
Losers. I'm gonna tell you why. They have no direction to where they want to go yet again. Every offseason, y'all don't have a direction.
Just drafted the top 5. You just drafted arguably the highest ceiling in his draft, other than Coop.
You can argue that, but I'm not.
Arguably the highest ceiling in his draft.
I mean, you can argue that, but I just feel like what direction is Utah going? Like the same y'all been going for the last 10 years, like since y'all drafted Donovan Mitchell. Like I don't even know like what is the pathway to them being a competitive team? Yeah, what is the pathway to that?
Viable.
Like y'all have offensive players, no defensive players.
Well, they got Walker Kessler down there.
Yeah, I mean, who could get traded for a hamburger any day now? You know, he's been in trade talks.
Yeah,
for the last
that's
2
a
years.
defensive player.
I guess, but it's like I just don't get what direction they going. Like it just
they go into the tanking direction
again.
How long they been tanking on Mars?
That's what I'm saying. Again,
a few years.
Damn.
They're heading direction of letting Phil Pawski be their franchise player. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know what's
is he okay now? Is he okay
now?
Whoa.
You never said something that I almost swung on you for. I almost J-robbed you just now. Don't you ever disrespect Keontae George. Don't you ever disrespect Cody Williams.
Keep your hands.
Don't you ever disrespect my goat.
Cody Williams.
You said what? What did you say, Ox?
I said that'd be your best bet to keep your hands to yourself. But I mean, I was trolling with the Phil Pawski tape. That was rage bait. See how I just got swiped with rage bait. But nah.
It only took us 2 hours and 25 minutes to get some actual real rage bait.
But nah, I will say though, Jordan, I think I kind of agree with you. Like I'm not sure what the Jazz are doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of confused. Maybe, I mean, Danny Ainge just got to.
Somebody put a picture of a tank and just play some.
Yeah, they're tanking. It's like we don't have to think too much. They're tanking.
Like for them to get bad that consecutively. Like I wish like they would have took. And I don't know. Maybe I get the Wizards, but I think the Wizards are winners because the Wizards are taking an approach like they've been bad. No, I'm just saying. This is what I wish the Jazz was doing. Like the Wizards are taking that approach. Like stop being just bad and young and get vets. Like that team need vets. Like the Wizards went and got a lot of vets, and I think Utah we would have had a different direction. Like how you gonna draft Ace Bailey, but you don't. I mean, you got Kevin Love. Hopefully, Kevin Love comes, but.
Yeah, they actually they just got Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson. They just got their vets.
If they actually suit up and play for them and not get bought out.
Mars, play the trumpet music, Mars. Dun, dun,
I don't know.
It's very accurate.
Hold on. They still got wheels. They got tracks, bro.
All right, so we go move on to the next team. The next team is for you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. That team is going to be the Houston Rockets. What are you going to do with that team, Ron? Oh, it's easy. The Houston Rockets are easily winners this offseason. Easily. They got Kevin Durant. They got off Jalen Green. Dorian Finney-Smith re-signed, their point guard. Who's their point guard? Fred VanVleet. Yeah. Like
Jabari Smith extension. Brought back Aaron Holiday, Jeff Green, Jayshawn Tate, Steven Adams. Yeah.
Ron, why would you give yourself the Rockets?
I didn't give.
I mean, he had the easiest team. So.
It is an assigned order. I'm not. It just happened like that. But yeah, the Rockets are easy winners. I don't have to really go in depth with this.
I agree.
And that just got off Cam Whitmore. I didn't like that, but that's the only thing I would say is their hill.
The thing with that though, I think that could end up being addition by subtraction because he might not still be able to get the minutes he wants this year, and it could end up being more more trouble than it's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if he was in Houston stuff,
I think that might be okay. Also,
Ox, are you saying Cam Whitmore might not get the minutes he deserved? I mean, he won it in Washington.
No, in Houston. So that's what I'm saying. Like because Ron said he didn't think that was good. So. I think that was addition by subtraction. I think Cam's a really good player, but I just think that he should probably, move on because he's not going get the minutes he deserves.
That's interesting to me because Cam going to Washington is like with a team full of vets over there. I wonder what is he truly expecting? Like going to with a team full of vets over there, like what is he expecting? Because
to play more.
He's going, yeah. He was going to play more in Houston, I think. But
yo, I'm about to step in and keep it pushing though, because we got a lot of teams to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Mars, you got the Pelicans.
Losers.
Damn, getting Jordan Poole was a loser.
Just giving up that one unprotected is wow as hell.
They don't need no more draft. I don't think they need no more draft picks. Yeah, I don't think they need no more draft picks.
Ron, giving up that one, essentially Joe Dumars ain't even caring about it. He thinks that they're going to be good this season.
Because
he's just like Derek Queen.
Is good for them, bro. Them getting Jordan Poole is going to be good for them.
I think it is too. But to give up that one unprotected though,
yeah, they don't really need no more draft picks. Because look, at any point they could trade Zion if they really want to go and get however many draft picks. They don't really
need our draft picks, though, Ron. We need them.
They got a draft pick. Chill. They got arguably the most. I don't want to say versatile, but one of the most intriguing offensive players in this draft.
They're my peers.
No. I'm talking about Derek Queen. Like if I would have told you guys before the draft that, because that's what they traded the pick for was Derek Queen. I would have told you guys before the draft the Pelicans are going to get Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen. It like you guys.
Mars, I would love to hear your thoughts on the New Orleans Pelicans, because this is your turn, by the way.
I put them in the losers, and then everyone.
Why do you think they're losers? I just want to know.
I didn't like what they did on draft night when it happened.
Hey, Jordan, bro, you Charles Barkley was 1, 2, 3. You over here 1, 2, back to 1. Every single one.
I just ask questions. What's wrong with me asking questions?
Yeah, I wasn't high on their draft when it happens. I'm not as high on Derek Queen as other people, and I'm not as high on Jeremiah Fears as other people. I'm definitely not high on giving up a draft pick to get one of them, and I don't know what their team is actually doing for next year. So yeah, I'm just not particularly high on New Orleans, but I do think Jordan Poole gonna be nice for them. But yeah, I'm not particularly high.
The next team we got, it's on you, Chill, and lo and behold, you got the Lakers.
I like what they did. They filled a need, which was the most important need at the 5 spot. I really like this kid LaRavia in their rotation. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna take. To be honest with you, and I'm watching him in the summer league. I think he's not LaRavia, but I think he's gonna push Dalton Connect for his minutes. I think he's gonna end up taking over Dalton.
He's gonna push him for his 0 minutes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Dalton Connect was. Let's stop acting like Dalton Connect wasn't. We wasn't talking about him being the rookie of the year last year.
He had that game against Utah, and people were glazing.
There was a stretch that was going on.
And anyone who listened to the panel. I said during the whole year, Dalton Connect was not very good. I've been on this side of the train. I've been on this side of the fence. Ain't nothing changed. I remember he had that game against Utah. And guys was glazing.
Connect fan, but
yes, you were. You said he should have gone to Charlotte at 6. I remember.
Yes, I did.
He was wrong. Yeah, I remember.
They tried to get him though. To be fair, Mars.
With him,
no, he's better than Tijon Salon. So I mean, I guess.
Right. So with LaRavia there, with now filling up the hole that they had at the 5 spot. With now DeAndre Ayton there, I think they got better. They do need. There are some things that need to be shored up. I still think that the backup lead guard spot needs to be figured out. I don't know if Gabe Vincent is the answer. I'm not sure he's the answer, but
he's Bronny.
I like what they did in the offseason. I do. I like the fact that they got DeAndre Ayton, and I like the fact that they got LaRavia. I do. I like it.
So they're winners.
Yes.
All right. We got the Lakers as winners. Ox, you are next. You have the Chicago Bulls. Are they losers or winners?
Oh, this should be easy.
Very.
Who did they draft again?
Well, they traded
Noah Osenge. They drafted Noah Osenge.
Yeah, Noah Osenge. They have not re-signed. Nikola Vucevic might get bought out. Josh Giddey's
hasn't happened yet.
Restricted free agent.
I mean, can't they? I can't just do.
They traded Lonzo for Isaac Okoro.
Yeah,
right. I can't just do a neutral. I don't think they really did anything that moves the needle.
They re-signed Trey Jones. 3
so
years,
I'll say they lost. I'll say they lost because they still haven't got off of Vooch. And that's not a knock to Vooch. I just think that it's time to move on. I think it's time to move on from Vooch. I might say they got better if the younger guys are developing, but I can't see that. So I'm gonna say they lost.
But and then the next team, this is for Swiper. Swiper, do you believe that the Wolves are winners or losers this offseason, I'm kind of neutral. Maybe winners because they're still going to be a really good team, but they haven't done anything that's moved me either way. So I'll just say winners because they're the de facto.
They re-signed Julius Randle.
Yeah, they're 33 per year for 3 years.
They lost Nikhil though, but that was to be expected.
Yeah, they re-signed Nas Reed.
Shannon. They got Shannon.
So Terrence Shannon Jr. is still there, obviously. Jalen Clark is still there, a really good player. I know really good gas, but I'm saying I think he can be a really good player. I'll still say Jalen Clark going to replace his time. So
Shannon's going to replace, or Shannon or Rob Dillingham is going to replace Nikhil Alexander Walker. So the
Lakers were winners, Ron. The Bulls were losers, and the Wolves were winners.
What about this kid Barringer from France that Minnesota has?
Barringer. He's like a long shot Rudy Gobert. That's the vision.
Okay.
Now, if he pans out, it's a steal. If he doesn't, it was an 18th pick. But really good rim protector, really young, really raw. Doesn't give you much offensively.
So he's not gonna be a part of what we're doing right now.
I doubt it.
Okay.
But I don't know who that backup 5 actually is. Maybe it's Nas Reed. But
that's what I was thinking. Nas Reed.
An actual 5. Yeah, but Nas Reed is an actual 5 in my opinion. But he can play there. So we'll see.
All right, next up, Jordan. You have the Trailblazers. Winners or losers?
Because I'm going to be biased.
Respect Hansen Yang, man. Come on.
Guess getting off of DeAndre Ayton, winners. They got rid of something that they don't feel like. I think they feel like DeAndre Ayton was bringing them down a little bit. They winners. I would say they winners. I'm okay with their draft pick too. What's his name? Hansen Yang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
They also got Drew Holiday.
Is he going to play though? Is he going to play?
Yeah.
But then they got off Anthony Simons, however you want to call it.
Yeah, I think they still. I can respect what they're doing. Anthony Simons was a big deal to what they did last year though. Hopefully, Shaedon Sharpe can step up and be that. But Shaedon Sharpe has some stuff he got to work on. One of it is pull-up shooting. He got to work on that. But
is he the next spot trade low candidate just because, like, we don't need him? Like, is he the next guy?
We don't need him.
Like,
Shaedon?
Maybe because they're like, we're loaded. We got all these people on the roster. It's Denny's the future. Donovan Clingan's the future. They believe in Scoot Henderson. Maybe it's just
Shaedon's that.
I agree. But, like, you know what I mean? I like Shaedon. I hope he stays, obviously. But, like, Shaedon, I think it's I think he can be really good. Just, I would love to see him playing some really high-level basketball.
Shaedon Sharpe, my guy.
That's a special player.
Shaedon Sharpe FC.
No, they ain't not going to trade him. They'll trade Scoot before him. But he's a really good player. He just needs to work on his pull-up shooting. I think that's the next factor.
That boy can fly.
He actually got game, though. He can do more than just jump. He got game.
Yeah, like Donovan Wilkins. Yeah, man, it's the flybys. No, for sure. Elite scorer, all-time flyer.
Interesting comparison.
Well, from the conversation last week, but shout out. Next team, Ron.
All right, the next team is on me, and hello, Swiper. I got the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, just like the last one, I don't need to talk too much on the Nuggets. The Nuggets stole this offseason.
Well, this is interesting though, Ron. This is interesting though because the big fella trying to get over there to Greece. They're saying that they fully intend on him to keep his contract. So that's kind of up in there. This is interesting to see.
They still won regardless of Valanciunas being there or not. They got Darius Saric.
It's not as clear cut of as a win as it was with J Val.
It's from 100% to 94%.
I mean, if you say so, I disagree because they need that backup. They need that backup big. And J Val still is.
We saw light the candle emojis. Jonas Valanciunas reportedly wants to play in Greece, be close to his family. I hope that the Nuggets and him work a situation out to void the contract. Jonas Valanciunas, go ahead, voids the contract. $14.1 million or $13.9 million available. Al Horford, would you like $8 million a year for 2 years, please, with the player option on the second year, please?
You're going to the Warriors, Swiper.
No, he's not there now.
You're right. Hey,
yeah, they can
keep that. Keep the prayers, keep the positive energy.
Would you be a Nuggets fan if Horford was in Denver? Given how you feel about Horford,
I'm fond of.
I'm saying like a fan, no, like a fan.
Not like
I know you love Horford.
It wouldn't be like you.
I probably can't go all out, but I'll support. Like I'll definitely support the Nuggets. I've always been fond of the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Nugget hater or anything like that. But to my point was, when y'all made these initial moves, I'm like, y'all back in the number one seat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all back in the driver's seat of the West Coast. And I know to Marshall's point, y'all still won without J-Val, and y'all still are contenders. I like how y'all got Bruce back. I think Cam's a big addition for y'all. But if y'all still
Tim Hardaway Jr., respect.
Sorry?
Durant Holmes coming back next year, respect.
Oh,
That's
right.
not an off-season addition, but Tim Hardaway Jr.
It is
Oh,
an off-season addition.
thank you,
No,
Mars.
you drafted him last year.
Wait a
You
minute. To be
drafted
fair,
him last
Mars,
year.
would Blake Griffin, okay, stay with me.
That's not an off-season addition for the Clippers.
Was Blake Griffin an off-season addition for the Clippers when he won Rookie of the Year?
Not in 2011.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Okay.
But no, but to my point, though, if y'all get Al Horford, I think that's still y'all still right there. So
that's even better because
I would love. That's what I'm saying. Please,
right.
that's door number one. Do you want Halle Berry in the prime with the pixie cut and the risky business? Absolutely, I would love it.
Or who?
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna do no or because it's still winning either way.
I'm kind of
Nia Long, Halle Berry, Regina Hall, whichever one you want. I'm winning.
I'll take Nia, please. But
I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn between Halle Berry right now because like she was really, really cold. She's still cold now, but I was hoping that she aged a little bit thicker than what she is. I was like hoping like on the back end she got like a lot thicker. I'm like, damn. I seen a little video of her on the gram. Ooh wee. But I was like, damn, I wanted her to age a little bit thicker than that, boy. That would have been perfect.
She's 60 years old.
She is 60.
I don't give a
Shut
damn.
up.
Give a damn.
I've never told you that. I've never ever told you to shut up since I've met you. Shut up. Halle Berry is gorgeous. What are you talking about? You're yapping.
No,
straight yap. Nia Long is 60. Regina Hall's in her 50s. Sanaa Lathan's in her 50s. Halle Berry is 60. You don't know what you're talking about. I've listened to you talk all day, haven't said a word. You will not cross that picket line with me. She is at 60 years old. She was better than you. You, sir, at 30 years old, don't look as good as Halle Berry at 60.
First of all,
can we get to the next team?
Can we do that? Because we were rolling.
Let's get back to the list.
I said Halle is fine, by the way.
The Thunder getting Thomas Sorber makes them winners to me, along with
they're winners.
SGA, AJ Mitchell, Jalen Williams, getting them back on team-friendly deals. They're definitely winners for me.
Wait, the kid getting healthy. That's not off season.
That's not an off season.
Drink more water. All of a sudden, he's gonna say Sade.
He looks intriguing in the summer league, though. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Sade is crazy. Swiper.
Chill. You have the Grizzlies.
I know some thick ass 60-year-olds now.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, those. Chill.
The Grizzlies.
Look at Ron.
Well, they ended up bagging Jared.
She didn't deserve an Oscar for that movie either. There's reasons why. But anyway.
You hating on you.
No. Next movie. Next team.
The Grizzlies. Yeah, they got Cole Anthony, KCP, Ty Jerome. Extended JJJ.
Do you think they're winners given the Bane swap and all that, Mars?
It's not up to me. It's up to Chill. I was just letting them know.
They lose Luke Kennard, who one of the better long ball shooters in the game. They end up signing Triple J back to an extension, which I thought was good. They're gonna get GG Jackson back, which I also think is great.
Log jam though,
but he's gonna play.
They drafted Cedric Cowards.
Yeah, and I think that with this Memphis team, I think that they're winners. That's what I think they are. I think
You think they're better than they were last season?
I think that they will be better than they were last season. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They got Jock Lando too. Shout out to Rockets legend Jock Lando. Everything Memphis do depends on the health of their team. Like, I don't know.
John Morant.
And JJJ's hurt right now, so
yeah, Gigi and Jalen Wells been looking pretty good in summer league. Like them two playing together too.
I mean, you in year two, that's my thing about summer league. I'm with Jordan that I don't think summer league means a whole lot. But if you're in year two and you aren't looking really good in summer league, then I get concerns.
Yeah.
I get concerns. That's why I'm even more concerned about Dalton Connect. But GG looks how a year two player, year three player should look in summer league.
Shout out Gigi and Jalen Wells too. Next up, it's on you, Ox, and you have the Dallas Mavericks.
Ooh, D-Lo.
Can we move on? D-Lo.
That's why I said it.
I just read. Well, they still won. They still won because
That's the only move they've made, right?
What'd you say?
That's the only move they've made. D'Lo.
Well, no, Cooper.
Oh,
yeah, Cooper Flag. Yeah. So they still won. I mean, and with that being said,
They haven't got anybody else.
they re-signed. They extended Kyrie, and they extended. I think Dante Exum.
But my thing is though, I know I'm tough on D'Lo. I'm rough on D'Lo, but he's still a starting point guard in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of up to D'Lo. Like, what D'Lo are we gonna get? If you can get average or better D'Lo, then this was a great acquisition. You know what I'm saying? Great acquisition. But if D'Lo's not gonna play basketball, then D'Lo, like when D'Lo's not playing good, chill. It's not like it's like
it's feast or famine with him. Either he's awesome or he sucks.
Right.
Yeah, well, for the money they're paying, I think it's going to be a good move regardless.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Mars, and I'm with you on that. Like, I know you just brought up the money right there, but I'm kind of with you as well as far as like I don't too much get into the financial part of it unless it's mandatory, like I have to. So I'm not even like, regardless of how much they're paying D'Lo, if he plays good basketball, he actually helps. But when he's playing bad, it's like, please,
he's sabotaging the team, bro.
Yeah. Like, get out of here. You're playing, you're hurting us.
No, you're right, but they actually got a good problem over there. They're deep enough. Well, at least when Kyrie gets back, they're deep enough to the point where it's like, D'Lo, if you playing like bullshit, just go sit down.
But who's gonna play? Kyrie not there.
No, I said when Kyrie gets there.
Yeah, but Ron, that's the thing. We don't know when he's coming back. That could be as late February, early March.
Yeah, well, D'Lo's not gonna make him a playing team.
Williams.
Yeah, shout out Brandon Williams.
Dante cool. Cooper the one. Cooper the one. Yeah,
cool.
Mark,
yes, Mars. Cooper.
But Ox with D'Lo, like it doesn't just all of a sudden make them a 10 seed. Like they still gonna be at worst with D'Lo, and this is just in my opinion. At worst, they're gonna be a 6-7 seed. At worst,
I agree.
You still got Anthony Davis. You got the Twin Towers down there, if you will. You still got Clay. You still got these other pieces. Like D'Lo's going to be serviceable and good enough.
I think they got a really good basketball team. So that's my thing. I'm saying if my only issue is if D'Lo is being a hindrance to the team, if he's being a terrorist as y'all have coined the term.
But they're winners regardless, right?
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like I think Dallas is a really good basketball team with or without D'Lo. But sometimes D'Lo just hurts the basketball team he's on. So it's kind of like D'Lo, just be easy. You know what I'm saying? Just play ball. Just keep the boat afloat. Kyrie will be back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's off that one team that he was on, so he might play better. I don't know. Y'all do it.
You talking about Brooklyn?
That one team. The team that shall not be named. That one team.
The Warriors. All right, so the next team we got. The next thing we get, see Jordan, that super chat might be right. There you go again. This time you just didn't want to throw the name in there.
I'm rage baiting, Ron. This is what you said the episode before.
No doubt. You wasn't supposed to tell nobody I texted you that. But anyways, y'all, the San Antonio Spurs are the next team, and it's on me. And once again, like my previous two teams, I think this is an easy win. You got the number 2 pick.
Skip me, to be honest with you, but it's cool.
Say what you just said again, Ron. I'm sorry, I ain't hear you.
I actually skipped Jordan and Swiper. It's on you, Swiper. you got the third.
No, Swiper went before me.
No, he didn't, because
I was supposed to be last.
Jordan, you gone every time.
I didn't go every time. I just comment on everybody.
What team are we on?
It's so you, Swiper. You got the Spurs. Jordan, you next.
Oh, they're winners. Very clear winners.
It's Dylan
when nobody asks questions, Swiper, it just get awkward silence.
Well, we have 59 super chats.
Yeah, some things are obvious, and we have 8 minutes.
Sure.
Shout out to the Spurs.
It's called overtime.
Jordan, you used to get popped in church, didn't you?
I'm gonna let you know. If somebody would have popped me in church, the pastor would have said, "We need to clear this shit out. You out your motherfucking mind." I would have cursed in church. I ain't.
Jordan, your ass is not above an ass whooping. Shut the hell up. No, you ain't.
Gonna pop me in church. We gonna.
As you were saying.
I go Jordan for Yapper of the Year next year. By the way,
I don't know how I won.
He running away with it.
Jeez, I'm trying to win.
All right, the next team is on Jordan, and you have the Phoenix Suns.
Losers.
I actually think this is one of the more interesting teams.
It is for sure. Why you think so?
I think because I don't know what direction they're trying to go with Devin Booker. I
seen they just extended him. I don't know if that's true.
They did. They extended him. Well, they extended him for the 150. So
yeah,
I don't know what direction they're trying to go with him by adding young guys to him and them not getting off that Bradley Beal deal yet. I think that's a loss for them. There's no way you're gonna run it with 3 guards like that: Jalen Green, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker.
They said they're trying to waive Bradley Beal, and they have in the next couple days. So that solves that problem.
Still gonna be losers.
Buy him out.
Still gonna be losers because you don't get to trade them. You don't get to do anything. Like you just lost KD pretty much for a guy y'all really don't even want. Losers. I just don't get.
Wholeheartedly disagree. You've been talking about direction. They've cleared up their direction a little more. They're getting off a guy that they don't want, getting off another guy that's 38. They got some solid draft picks.
Yeah, but what is their trajectory though? Like what do they like? What do y'all see them doing?
The play-in would be a successful season.
I don't know. I don't know if they get into the play-in. It would be Mars. It would be a successful season, but I don't know if I'm just saying I think they losers because the trades for them to me maybe make sense. You got KD off the books, cool, but you're getting them off the books for. They haven't got rid of him yet, but they said they're gonna waive him. Waive him. Yeah, you're gonna lose him. And then it's like, what do you gain from this? You got Jalen Green. They didn't want Jalen Green. So it's like, what do you gain from this?
You're gonna move Book to the 1. You're gonna play Jalen Green at the 2. You're gonna play Nurk at the. No, you're not.
Nurk ain't even there.
Yeah, it's Mark Williams.
Yeah, you're gonna play Mark Williams at the 5. Malawach, he's a project, so I don't think he's gonna play in front of Mark Williams. Your rotation looks incorrect. Your rotation looks ridiculous. The Phoenix Suns, if they won 35 games this year, I'd be surprised.
All right. Well, Jordan put him as a loser.
I don't see why y'all act like Jalen Green this year can't be better than KD this year. I asked y'all before.
Yeah, you did that before, and I didn't fall for it, and I'm not falling for it now.
I'm saying though, he's one is going this way, the other's going this way.
And even if he is going this way, the one that's going this way is going this way, like here. This is where he's going this way. The other one, they're not close going this way, Ox. That's what Jalen
Green gonna be better than LeBron next year.
I don't know what's gonna happen this year.
Well, you do about KD apparently.
Yes, apparently.
I don't know. I'm just asking why is it so crazy? Like
because Jalen Green's not a top 10 level player. That's why.
But it's not just Jalen. It's not just Jalen Green though.
But that's what he's talking about. He's talking about Jalen Green. That's what he's talking.
I just be tired of like, oh, I just know this can't be happening this year. That's just not.
Well, yeah, you know what? We don't know. Maybe Ryan Dunn is better than KD next year. We don't know. But we can be reasonable and understand that.
We've seen Jalen Green and we've seen Kevin Durant.
What kind of Jalen Green play really good basketball?
Yes, right. So in order for him to be better than Kevin Durant this season, we have to see an astronomical jump. What suggestion? What about his game suggests that he can make that kind of jump, Ox?
What do you mean? Like what about Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant is arguably a top 10 player. We're saying that he can make.
Ain't no argument.
Arguably.
Okay, so anyway,
I could put up a fight.
What I'm asking, Ox, is
you try
for Jalen Green to play better. That means that he would move into the conversation of being a top 10 player.
Yeah, so my thing is,
what would he have to do to move into the conversation of being a top 10 player?
Just keep getting back. And that's the thing, though, Chill. That's the thing. Maybe he doesn't have to get into top 10, but who's to know that KD still is top 10?
KD's still a top 10 player.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole
I can see that. I get what Ox is saying. I get what Ox is saying.
It's July. That's all of July, August, September, and October. That's four whole months that we're
I think Jalen Green's going to get better. I don't think we're going to be talking about Jalen Green as a top 15, top 20 player in the game next season.
That's fine, but Chill, that's what you think.
I'm confident that I'm confident that we're not going to be talking about Jalen Green as a top 15, top 20 player next season. I do think that he's going to be in the conversation in a couple of years. I do think
you have no idea if Jalen Green is going to come into the NBA this year.
What are we doing here, then, Ox?
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, man. Jalen Green could be better than Jokic next year. He really could be. We don't know. We don't know. Like, this is all just projection. We don't know. Yeah, we don't.
Sit down and make me. Oh, you're right, Mars. No, I'm gonna keep talking about the basketball of the situation because that's what we're doing. We're talking basketball.
Yes,
so if
we
I
are.
say that,
Well,
Mars
you talking
said,
some.
no, because he can't. I don't look. I don't just stop. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works for me. Y'all take Mars' word for law.
I don't take Mars' word.
I'm-
Mars just can't say something crazy to me.
I do.
I'm
Hey,
gonna-
Mars like that.
You can believe what you want. You can believe what
Okay,
you
so
want.
let me believe what I want. I will be. I want to say that.
All right. How about
all right,
this?
Hold on, no, chill. Hold on.
I'm
chill,
gonna let y'all know it was my
I'm
turn since
being
y'all say
literal.
I'm yapping when everybody
Y'all
else.
tell
It
me-
was your
y'all
turn.
tell
Yeah,
me-
you
y'all
are.
tell me how
Exactly.
just no. I don't go for that. So I'm gonna say, why can't Jalen Green get better this year? Why can't Jalen Green being in a new situation, in a new city, on a new franchise? Why can't this new coach unlock a part of his offense, put him in a different scoring position? Why not? Jalen Green is a hell of a basketball player. That's all I'm saying. Y'all make it seem like no, he's just a throwaway because he didn't play at what y'all wanted
Yeah,
him to
that
play.
part is nasty.
No,
Calling Jalen
that's
Green a throwaway.
what Jordan
Nobody
said.
said that.
Now,
Yeah,
more,
I
more.
agree. I agree with Ox, man. I got Ryan Dunn over Kawhi next year, man.
Nobody said
I've
that.
seen enough. I got Ryan Dunn over
Chill.
Kawhi.
Nobody said that, but that's kind of a
If
consensus
you
thought
really
that's going
feel
on
that
right
way,
now.
Mars, that's fine. Like I can't just tell you, Mars, like no, because Kawhi's clearly getting worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't know anything. So yeah, anything's possible.
Ain't
You're
getting that
right.
much
is not
better, though.
clearly
Yeah,
getting
we all in our KG mode right now. Anything is possible. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, like I'm saying, Ryan Dunn can be in the lab getting better. He can come out next year as a better shooter, a better defender. Jalen Green can do the same thing. He can slow his game down. He's playing with Devin Booker. Maybe him and Devin Booker mesh better than Devin Booker and KD. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't just tell me no, that's not possible. Well, okay, well, why? Because we're talking about basketball.
In my opinion,
I don't know who said it's not possible. We just all disagreed with you.
In my opinion, I don't think that Jalen Green is going to be as good as Kevin Durant was in Phoenix last season. Next season,
But
I don't think
y'all do understand it doesn't have to necessarily be an even swap. He doesn't have to match KD's impact and production for the Suns to still win this trade. And this is the reason why I'm not even going to get into Dylan Brooks in Malawatch. I'm gonna just talk about Jalen Green. One dude was gone no matter what. KD was not coming back to the Suns no matter what. For them just to at least, I know you guys are going to say, oh, well, they could have got something better. They could have got somebody bigger. They could have got this, and this. They got Jalen Green. For them to get a 23-year-old that has averaged 20 multiple times in the NBA, still a young project with a good ceiling, I think that's a win for them. I think that's absolutely a win. And whether he plays for him, whether they flip him, however, you guys got something back for something that was going no matter what, and something that's 38, and he's 38 years old no matter what, even if he would have stayed in Phoenix. How many more years has he got? 1, 2, 3?
He said Phoenix didn't want him. He said Phoenix didn't want him, by the way, but I just feel like I don't know if this is a win.
They didn't want a 38-year-old who got 1,000,000 miles on him, who's scared to come on the panel and get cooked. That's the biggest thing. Abisha didn't want a big nigga that was scared to come on the panel and get cooked.
Ron, what happened?
That's what it was.
Ron, why you didn't? Come on,
what
Ron, what happened?
Hey, what happened was KD was scared to show up. That's what happened.
Man,
The catch out the bag. Hey, Swipe
Ron.
didn't want to tell the truth. Hey, Swipe ain't want to tell the truth. I'll tell the truth. That big 7-foot nigga was scared to come up here and get cooked. Ooh, that's the truth, y'all.
Big skinny nigga out here scared.
Oh man, I didn't know we was.
Yeah, y'all want to raise debate? Y'all got it. A big skinny 7-foot nigga was scared to come up here and get cooked.
That was unnecessary.
Now clip that. Now clip that and add him.
But now on a real note though, y'all, I do want to say though, like there is a group of older guys in the league that are greats. First ballot Hall of Famers, GOAT conversations, top 10 conversations. You know what I'm saying? But they are slowing down, and there are younger guys in the league. Anthony Edwards. Shea, obviously, those top guys, but there's other guys coming up too, though. K, Jalen Green, these dudes are getting better. So I don't think it's just absurd for me to think that at some point, and that point could be this year, that these guys start to pass them up. I'm not saying like for a career, I'm not saying peak KD. I don't think Jalen Green will ever be that. But I think it's fair to say that these dudes are slowing down a bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's also fair for me to think that Jalen Green is getting better. I don't see any reason why he's not getting better, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
I agree that maybe they winners over time. I just think right now they losers. Over time they could be, but right now they losers. I don't think they have a real direction for what they like. right as of next year, don't think they have a direction.
No.
So I think they losers. They could be winners over time, but right now they losers.
And then also Jordan buying out Bradley Beal, I think is a good thing. And I think that also just alleviates. They haven't done it yet, but I'm sure they're going to soon, right? But I mean, getting Bradley Beal out the way, I think that helps Jalen Green too.
I mean, it has to if they're gonna keep him. So
yeah, I think Jordan, I honestly think this season, the 25-26 season, I think you're gonna look back like, damn, Jalen Green is dope.
But I'm not going to say that he's better than Kevin Durant.
You don't know what
play better than Kevin Durant. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that he's playing better than Kevin Durant. I'm not going to say that.
They did. Hold on.
How good Jalen Green is. I'm not going to say, yo, he was better than Kevin Durant last year. That's what I'm not going to say. No, I'm not going to say that. And I'm a Jalen Green guy. I'm the one up here saying that I think Jalen Green could be an all-pro one day.
You're not the Jalen Green guy.
But what I'm not trying to hear is I'm not trying to hear this nonsense.
I'm the Jalen Green guy. I'm the Jalen Green guy before he was. Chill. I've seen you jump 8-foot fences like a criminal. You be flip-flopping. You don't know what you're going to say next July.
Some nerd talking about me flip-flopping when you get up here and say wild shit just to say it. Just because it sounds good. I say something, you sit up here and told us that Chris Webber better than Joker. You know that shit ain't true. I know that shit is not true. You know what else? Chris Webber, at any point in his career, I don't care how good he was never better than Joker. Okay, never. As a basketball player, as a live man, as a big man, he was never better than Joker. When I come up here, I talk about Jalen Green. I've never wavered about Jalen Green. I'm still saying I think Jalen Green is going to be an all-pro one day. I'm still up here saying that Jalen Green is going to be one of the best guards in the league. I'm still up here saying that Jalen Green is awesome. No point am I ever saying Jalen Green next season is better than Kevin Durant. Ron, you want it, you got it.
Yes, you got it. That's not the point. The point. Hold on, Ron. Because the point.
No, the chat going crazy right now.
The point isn't whether or not you. The point isn't whether or not the take is right. The point is whether or not you stood on it. See, I'm talking about flip flopping. I said Chris Webber was better than Jokic.
And you wrong.
Okay, and everybody.
And you're gonna stand on it if you're wrong. If I'm wrong about something, I got to come up with it.
Hold on. I stopped for you. Now the point isn't whether or not I'm right or wrong. The point is, did I believe the take and did I stand on it? I didn't. The chat. My mind. Mars didn't make me change my mind. I didn't start capping for young fellas. I stood on my 10 because that's what I believed in. I didn't flip flop. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. I believe my take when I say it. I don't just come up here and say shit. I believed it and I stood on it. I didn't change my mind. I didn't say, you know what, actually, I was tripping. I didn't say, you know what, I am Yapper of the year or worst take of the year. Nah, I believe my shit. I stood on it. And I'm asking, and that's all I'm saying. So you can't tell me what you're gonna say next July. If Jalen Green gets better, you can't just say that I'm not gonna be there talking about, oh, he did get. What if he gets better, Chill? Then you're not gonna admit it?
I will admit it. Just like I admit when I'm just like I admit when I'm wrong. But did I say that Jason Tatum was going to be the best player in the league if they won the NBA championship? Did I stand on that?
But
he stand on that? Yes or no?
Is he the best player in the league?
Did I stand on that? I wore that. He got hurt.
Okay, so that's some hypothetical shit that never happened. We don't know.
Was it working? Did I think it was working? When I was watching what I was watching, that's why I said standing on that. I stood on that. I said, yo, this dude right here, I think is going to be the best player in the league. We're going to have a conversation about him being the best player in the league. That happened. I stood on it. Then he got hurt. Then I had to come off of it.
Is he the best player in the league?
Once again, he got hurt. And he didn't do what I thought he was going to do, so I had to come off.
Chill. I'd have stood on business and told y'all he's still the best player in the league.
I'm not doing that.
Bro, arguing on Chill's show is crazy. How you arguing with Chill on this show?
What you mean, Jordan?
Ron, put the banner back up. How you arguing how you arguing with Chill on his show?
Well, because that's where we go to talk hoop. Chill with Chill. Chill. That's where you go to talk ball and chill with Chill.
You never argued with your brother before?
Oh, this show you mean?
Yeah, that's the one right there. That's the one.
When does this show come on, Ox? Right quick, Jordan. When does this show come on?
Oh, this show comes on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern and on Saturdays at noon Eastern. right here. Best show on the platform. Y'all love it. Check it out.
Got it.
I guess I do argue with my brother sometimes. My brother older than me though, so sometimes I'd be like, "All right, you got it, bro."
That's still your man, though, ain't it? Y'all, in a couple of hours later.
Sometimes
it never happens.
It depends on who it is. It depends on who it is.
Well, we'll see if y'all have this settled out by Thursday. I know one thing I'm gonna be there to see, just in case you guys don't have it settled. I would love to see you guys potentially resolve it during
until I see you. We boxing when I see you. You know that for a fact.
Between you two, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
It does now.
Chat,
when I see you, it's on site. I know
me and see, that's the thing. Me and Chill just worked it out. We just talked about it right there, and that's a wrap. We're not bringing that up on Thursday. Oh shit, I don't give a damn.
You, me on the other hand, yeah, you. Yes, when I see you, it's on and cracking. As soon as I see you.
Hey, Chill, you know what?
I'll deliver him to you with a bow tie.
It is on site.
Hey, Ron, this your plug. This your plug for your suit. Ron, this your plug for your suits. Come on, he said he'd deliver to you with a bow tie. Tell him where they can get good bow ties at.
Those are my suits, Jordan.
Oh, okay, my bad. Tell them where you can get good bow ties at.
Hey, man, just shout out to Self-Made Couture. They make the best custom tailored suits in the world. You can get it custom delivered right to your doorstep. All type of personalizations and any color in the world that you may want. It's fitted and it's tailored specifically for you. Also, my man Arch just sent through $100 super chat and said, "Chill versus Ox is the beef we needed."
Y'all dudes is just bloodthirsty. That's all it is.
It's just sick.
That's all of y'all dudes are. Y'all just bloodthirsty. So,
yeah. All right, y'all. Well, let's jump back into this tier list. It's actually on me. And next up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. I'll make this short and sweet. I will classify them as winners. A little bit is projecting. I do think that they'll get Bradley Beal potentially, but I do think that John Collins is a good upgrade. Yeah, they lost Norman Powell, but I think getting John Collins is potentially a better fit. They got a guy that can play the 4 and the 5, pretty good shooter. I think he's going to be a good target for James Harden, and yeah, I just think that's a good fit for him.
Shout out Mike Silverman at Equity Sports getting a deal done for James Harden. Shout out Mike Silverman, Brandon Greer, and Troy Payne. Boys, get that deal done.
They need to be robbed. They need to be sued for extortion.
Oh man, them boys get that deal done. Boy, them boys had a hell of an off season. Boy, they got paid.
All right, Morris, is back on you, and the team that you have is the Golden State Warriors.
They haven't done anything. Losers.
No, they haven't. Nothing in the offseason.
They literally, I think they're the only team that hasn't done literally anything.
Nothing.
I mean, they're reportedly getting Al Horford.
Well, until then, they're losers.
Okay.
All right. Warriors in the losers category. Next up, Chill, you got the Pistons.
I like their winners. Yes. Bagging Karis LeVert, re-signing Paul Reed. Yes.
Duncan Robinson too?
Yes, bagging Duncan Robinson. I think they might have overpaid for him. I think they might have overpaid for him, but
everybody always overpaid for him.
A boy K need a shooter.
Yeah, everybody always overpaid for him, but we're not going to talk about why.
All right, the next team that we got is for Ox. He's not here, so Swiper, you are going to take. This is hilarious. The Sacramento Kings.
I mean, for me, losers. They did get a point guard. They might get Russ too, but to me, they're losers because I just don't know what they're doing. So I'll say losers.
Old habits die hard, huh? Sacramento Kings. Still in that same tier. All right. Well, next up, it's on you, Jordan, and you have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, getting Lonzo Ball, that's their winners. They needed another person besides Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell to create shots for other people and to push the tempo. And they needed another defender at the wing. I mean, at the guard/wing spot. They needed definitely another defender. Losing Ty Jerome and having Lonzo come in to take that role, that's a winner to me. I think Lonzo's better than Ty Jerome, but I think they're winners.
All right. Big Ox, I'm going to swing back around to you because next up you have the Boston Celtics. Winners or losers? This one's interesting.
They're winners, though, because they got off all that money, saved a lot of money. It's not so much about what they're doing next year because I feel like without JT anyway, it's not too much hoping being contenders. So Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say they're winners because they didn't have much action at another championship due to JT's injury, and so they just took care of the finances. So I believe I'll call them winners this offseason.
And adding Anthony Simons is pretty good.
So that's a fact. I like Anthony. I like Anthony.
And Luke Garza too.
Yeah.
Uh,
36.
I hope.
Danny Wolf getting love. So Luke, I was gonna bring that up earlier. Ox brought up Danny Wolf. I'm like,
bro, I gotta bounce.
All
I
right,
lose them all.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Luke Garza, the same shit.
Wait. Luke ain't Danny Wolf better than Luka Garza.
No, he not.
Ooh.
No.
We ain't got time.
But
You don't know what they're gonna look like next year. You don't know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm talking about today, though. I'm talking about today.
You seen them both play today?
All right, Morris.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
All right, so next up, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. It is on me. I know they lost Yabusele. They haven't re-signed Grimes.
Or Eric Gordon, right?
Eric Gordon. They signed Eric Gordon.
Okay.
They re-signed him. They extended Justin Edwards.
Yeah.
They got Jabari Walker on a two-way. They got Trendon Watford, and they drafted VJ. And they drafted Jabari Broom too.
They got too many damn guards.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a dub. Just getting VJ alone, like them lucking up and getting the number 3 pick. That alone, like you're already what I believe is a team that can come out the East if fully healthy, and then you add, a rookie like that. I think that's a dub for them,
bro. Why they have so many guys? Why they have so many guys at each position? Bro, they got too many goddamn guards. Too many damn bigs too. Shit.
So what they supposed to do? Like, they got a full roster, but they got a good
guys.
They got a good roster. Like, that's a good problem,
I guess. But it's like, bro, y'all got log jams at every position, damn near.
So sound like a good unit to me.
They're gonna be the first team in G League history to have 5 NBA players playing in the G League at one time.
All right, y'all. Next up, we have Mars, and you have the Hornets.
Winners. I really like that draft. Conker Nipple, Liam McNeely, Cole Brenner, Sion James, Colin Sexton, I think is a good pickup. Getting off Yusuf Nurkic, getting off Vasily Micic, 2 guys who I don't think were of much value to you. They've chose their direction. Now, does that mean they're going to be in the playoffs? Probably not. But they've chose the direction, and I'm intrigued.
All right, y'all. The Washington Wizards are next, and it's back on you, Ox.
Do right by DC.
The Wizards?
Yeah.
Who did they trade for Jordan Poole? Oh, CJ.
Yeah, CJ.
They got a straight.
And Kelly Olynyk, I think.
Yeah,
them boys got straight vets over there. That's so impressive to me.
Yeah, the Wizards won, bro.
With Alex Sard, Bub Carrington. What's the other little young piece they got?
They just drafted
Bilal Coulibaly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With those young guys, that's how you build. You got to put
Keyshawn George.
You got to put vets around them guys. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington ends up getting back in the playoffs this year. Would not be surprised. You know, my last year team was Detroit. This is my this year team, Washington. I think Washington get back in the playoffs. Last year, my team was Detroit.
Corey Kispert, Tristan Vucevic.
Yeah, I'm telling
you. I don't expect Corey Kispert to be there next year. Bro.
Trey Johnson's there too.
I got Washington making the playoffs next year. I definitely do.
I was 1 year too early, y'all.
What you mean?
I said it for this year. He had them making it this year.
Oh, hell no. I knew they were gonna make it this year. But now I like what they doing the same thing Detroit doing. Like I talked about last summer. Getting the vets pieces around the young guys. This is how you build. This is how you start building something. This is how you start turning the tide and going in that right direction. I think they make the playoffs next year.
All right, y'all. Shout out to Washington. They are in the winners tier. Next up, Swiper, you have the Orlando Magic.
Winners. Pure winners. Pure win. Pure fringe contender. Pure right matchup. Eastern Conference Finals. Pure right matchup. Eastern Conference Finals. Injury luck. Defense. Offensive playmaking from Bane. Finals appearance. There's 3 levels they can get to. Who?
Oh, that makes them
guys
losers
don't.
alone just for that.
Yeah,
Like the Tice acquisition.
yeah. Franz, Paulo, Mo's back for a year. Wendell Carter Jr. still there. Jonathan Isaac, Tristan Da Silva, Howard. Yeah, Jalen Suggs is healthy again. They got a real chance, man. What's their
Hopefully
closing lineup this next year, Mars? Suggs, Bain, Franz, Paulo, and then a point guard or a center.
Depends on how they're shooting it, probably.
Hopefully we can trade later on down the year.
Oh, Anthony Black. I didn't say Anthony Black. My
Hopefully
bad.
we can trade for later on down the year for Jonathan Isaac,
Who's we?
the Rockets.
You already have 7 wings.
He
You're
wants
fine.
another.
Nah, he's a power forward.
Hey, Jordan, that's a log jam. Y'all got
Ain't
way
no
too
log-
many players over there.
That ain't no log jam because we're going to get rid of goddamn Şengün ass. We're going to go straight to
Şengün for
next
Jonathan
team,
Isaac.
next team, next
Hell
team,
yeah.
next team.
That's
next
it?
Team, next team.
No, we want more, but I would do that. I would do that. Swiper.
Wendell Carter Jr. and Jonathan Isaac for Şengün. Who says no? Jordan.
Next team.
I mean, let's do
next Team,
Keep that shit
next
up, Swiper.
team. Oh my god, next team. Thank you. Next team, please.
All right, the next team is the Miami Heat, and well, Jordan, it's on you.
Same thing. I talked about this shit this morning. I don't see the direction. Can't
I
see.
remember they just got Norman Powell
Norman.
just this morning.
Ooh, that moves the needle for me. Like, I just don't see the direction, bro. I don't see what they trying to do. They still gonna be a shitty team. Like, I don't see it. I get Tyler Hero. I just don't see the direction. I wish they would have added more Norman Powell plus something, but they didn't. They just added Norman Powell.
They're gonna get
as
Fox
far
at the
as-
trade deadline, Jordan.
They're gonna get who? Fox.
They're gonna get Fox at the trade deadline too.
I mean, if you know something that we don't know, but right now they losers. They don't move the needle for me, to be honest with you. I just don't get it.
All right, y'all. We got 2 more teams. The next team I got is the Atlanta Hawks, and
this is
well, yeah, it's extremely easy. The Hawks
Yeah.
really came up.
Yeah.
They have one of the best 3 off seasons. So shout out to them, man. They really upgraded at the center position. They got Trey some well-needed defense around them, man. They just ready to rock and roll next year. A
Eastern
real
Conference
serious
Final?
team.
Eastern Conference Finals?
NBA
They have the
Finals.
potential. They have the potential.
NBA Finals, okay. Trade in the NBA Finals, okay.
Is that your 3rd team, Ron?
Well, you see, Swiper, I did some off-season arranging, and I moved some things. I hired a moving company to go get my stuff from a certain location and move it to another location. So it's actually my 2nd team right now.
So Pacers are 3rd now because of injury.
He won't speak on it at this moment. I'm speaking for him as his attorney.
Thank you, Jordan. Speaking of the Pacers, Mars, the last team that we have is the Indiana Pacers. Who, where, when would you like to put them?
Losers. I like J Huff. Losers.
That's a good pickup for the Pacers, though.
I agree.
All right, y'all. Well, this is what we're looking at right now. These are the winners and these are the losers. You can see for yourself. Losers, we got the Raptors, Jazz, Bulls, Suns, Warriors, Kings, Heat, and Pacers. We have a lot of winners. So shout out to all the teams that, well, put together a competent offseason. And, well, if you put together a losing offseason, do better next time. But this is what we got. Y'all comment. Let us know how you feel. If you are watching this after the show, let us know if we drop the ball on any of these, if there's a team that is in the winning category that just shouldn't be, or if it's a team that you believe is really a winner, but we put them in the losing category. All right, fellas, we got super
None of the
chats.
comments after the show are going to be about that tier list, just so you know.
I'm
Yo,
trying
how
to
did the
steer
team
people.
be losers?
Swiper doesn't know the direction they're going. He said they got a point guard. They might get Russ, but he doesn't know what direction they go. It was actually going to be on you, but you weren't here, so it moved to the next in line.
Yeah, well. That's why you got to hold your spot, Ox.
That's
All
cool.
right, well, DSG Piccolo said, apparently the Drew trade is now a straight-up player swap. We are not sending 2 seconds along. We should have gotten picks to take on Drew's contract, in my opinion.
Meh.
Yes.
Football Breakdown sent through a super chat and said, with KD coming out of Texas, now playing in H-Town, y'all should donate the super chats to this special for this special episode to the Texas floods. Hashtag top 3 score.
That's cool.
I think you probably should donate the flood money to them guys directly, though. By the way, not to players' choice, but to the families.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, I got a flood over here. It's
I
called
want my
bills.
money.
What, your toilet stopped up?
No, I got a flood of bills.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll pull this out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Please don't do that. It's an insensitive time. Please don't do that.
Salvation
Mavs
Army
fan-
is another one you can send it to, as per usual, which is Red Shield and all that stuff. They always are doing great work in these areas.
Red Cross do a pretty good job too.
Red Cross too.
Despite what a lot of people say
Mavs
about them.
Mavs fan 06 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Mavs fan. Tank Jones said to the panel, why are the Raptors paying so much bread for a mid-roster that's going to miss the playoffs again?
I think the
Maybe
Raptors
they
can
go
make
with
the
Brandon
playoffs
Ingram.
next year.
They might make the playoffs with Brandon Ingram next year.
Yeah, I think they can make it. I don't think it's a guarantee, but
Just like I think Washington's gonna make it.
All right. Darren Hernandez said, I find it funny how Bron and KD were talking about how you can't be 6'2", 6'3" in this league when their whole career has been dented by a 6'2" Stephen Curry.
I mean, that's not what they said.
Double gender push, man. Just ignore what they actually said. Yeah,
Yeah, that ain't what they said. I thought he was gonna say. I thought he found it funny that Bronny is in the NBA, but you know,
great agenda there. Amazing.
that would have been better.
Was that sent early? I think they probably just wanted to get that out there just to start some.
Yeah.
Rage bait.
Yeah,
you know we learned.
Oh, you got rage based super chatters?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Every day,
huh? JB Parisian said Elron sabotaging because he doesn't have KD as a top 10 player post 2000.
That would have been funny to hear. Well, what's funny is knowing his input. He either would have stood for himself, but he also would have said
agreed.
Like, that's your opinion. Whatever opinion you have, that's up to you. You can believe what you want to believe. Those are all great players.
I guarantee you, KD would have been he might not have agreed just full on, but he would have been he would have said, you know what? I could see.
But you want him to call you a casual?
I want y'all to stop guaranteeing anything for KD. Y'all guaranteed KD was gonna be here today.
I didn't guarantee anything.
What you niggas know?
I didn't guarantee anything.
Y'all don't know nothing.
Never.
I guarantee he better than Jalen Green.
Stop speaking for that man.
Shit, Jalen Green said he was gonna pull up. He might have pulled up.
Yeah, those two don't even go together. That was me speaking for what I thought could happen with Jalen Green.
DJ Noel said, Cavs, I believe they did the Ball trade to make bigger trades in February. Allen, Ball, and Wade going to be traded in February for a defensive player?
Our 3 defensive players going to be traded for a defensive player.
What?
Wade need to be gone though. Regardless, though, Wade need to be gone. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, the Cavs gonna trade. The Cavs gonna trade their 3 defensive players for a defensive player.
You think D Wade? Would you want D Wade on the Kings?
Hell yeah.
Dwayne Wade or Dean Wade?
Dean Wade. I personally like Dean Wade.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
He played defense. He stretched the floor. I
think if he didn't have that one superpower that he has, he probably wouldn't be in the NBA.
What's the superpower?
I mean, that's
Dean
fine.
Super chat.
Dean Wade deserves.
Wait, Dean Wade is aggressive and tough. He's both.
Dean Wade is a taller version of the kid that played with Olympiacos. What's his name? Thomas Walkup.
Shit, Thomas Walkup is a baller. What?
Dean Wade, not even the better offensive player.
You said he's the taller version of Thomas Walkup. If he's a 6'9", 6'10" version of Thomas Walkup, he
By the way, everybody,
I lied.
More important news than Jordan yapping about Dean Wade, which he doesn't know anything about, obviously. Black Clover season 2 is coming out soon, y'all. So make sure to go rewatch.
Oh my God! Come on, dog. I thought you was finna say something. Dog, you talking about Black Clover?
Yeah, he took back Yapper of the Year just for that.
Oh my God!
Very relevant.
Like that.
Our audience watches Black Clover, by the way.
I see all these super chats, and I'm getting a tangent about Black Clover.
More people know about Black Clover than you.
Jordan was in the lead for Yapper of the Year. I'm talking about Jordan putting up
it doesn't bother me one bit.
today.
I have talked literally on the panel today.
The game winner.
The only person who's talking less than me on the panel was Mars today. I'm
You
not
want me to look at you all day?
Yapper of the year has been decided. Jordan won. He yapped on every segment today more than he was supposed to. He literally decimated the rule book.
If I didn't, we would have been looking at each other all day.
No, we wouldn't. The rule book was burnt up in ashes because of Jordan. Jordan.
We got a team full of shooters.
Can we get to super chats?
Hold on. We can't keep doing this. We got a full house.
That's
we got
all y'all
people
do is shoot.
came in here to watch us talk basketball. And y'all rushing and complaining and crying. In the words of y'all football coach, quit crying and quit bitching. Let's talk. Y'all wants to sit here.
What did Art say? What did Art say?
Swiper wanted to say blah, blah, blah. He wanted
what does the $100 super chat say, Ron?
Arch sent through $100 super chat and he said, "Common dub from the panelists of the year."
So not only do I win awards, but I get us bread. Jordan just be yapping.
Nigga, sell your feet.
We haven't got no money the whole time.
Just because Arch,
Jordan, we're in a bigger national deficit because of you. With me, we getting out. I just gave you relief. That's a relief fund. That's a relief fund.
Swiper. You get more clicks on your OnlyFans when you post your video in your liberty ass shorts than you do. Here.
Sure do. Yep, I sure do. Link in bio, y'all. Link in bio.
Oh boy, got them.
All right, y'all. Look, Saunders sent through a super chat said JT isn't soft either. It isn't soft either because if he was, how come he isn't soft on defense? Shot selection gotten worse because of Missoula ball. I think him bulking up plays into it.
I think it's Missoula with that. He overthinking that shit with that brain he got. He got a hell of a brain though, but he overthinking that shit.
Morning Bump said, "Let's do this, PC. I got my popcorn. Read. Wait. Spider, what did you just say?"
I think he's saying Swiper. What did you just say? Because Swiper was one who announced.
Spider the same shit. Spider, Swiper, same shit. His name, just for now, just call his ass Cameron.
Because he said because Swiper said that KD wasn't coming up, so this is kind of him saying like, "Oh, I have my popcorn ready," and then,
got it. Well, I hope you still got to eat that popcorn, brother. I hope it was nice, buttery, and good.
If you like popcorn, you need to go get that Boom Chicka Pop in the purple bag.
That sounds like a man with kids right there. That boy no different type of popcorn like that boy.
Crazy, bro. I'm talking about crazy. Get the kettle corn flavor. Woo. But you gotta hide it from your kids because they'll eat a little bit and they won't save you nothing.
Mars, what's wrong with your eyes?
You guys just yapping. I'm getting bored.
Oh, so it's a bunch of yappers of the year up here.
Yes.
Mars. I don't know if y'all got it out there, but look to see if y'all got some Boom Chicka Pop. You like it, Mars. I'm serious, bro. It's good, bro.
All right, so
put Mars up on something. I'm telling you, Mars, try it, bro.
Cam Cobain said, "Do you guys think Victor Wembanyama will be in serious discussion for MAP next year?"
I don't think the Spurs will win enough games.
What is MAP?
What is MAP?
MVP.
Why is it called MAP?
It was actually
the A and the A. I think he meant to go.
Okay, autocorrect. Got you.
I think he will be in talks for MVP next year.
Oh, we was going with a new term. I was about to crash out. Can't take another turn.
All right, I gotta go. 2:30, y'all. I'll see y'all later, bro. Love y'all.
All right, Swiper.
It's 1:30 in real time.
K Spiffy said, "Hi, Kevin." Insert SpongeBob emoji or meme.
I don't know the meme.
Who the hell is? Oh, Kevin. Oh, I was about to say who the hell is Kevin?
Durant.
Yeah, who is Kevin? That's
Kevin. Who Mars? Kevin. Who?
Don't act salty now, Ryan. It's okay. Talking about who
and get cooked. I'm not. I was gonna let him off the hook today. Now, we're gonna see about it. Smooth Tube said, "Y'all know KD's signature move is the hezzy pull up. Y'all got hit with the hezzy, but you know that pull up coming
soon. It's coming soon. KD on the way. I told you we're gonna send him to Area 29. Get him a couple wings. Get him a couple nice view. Boom, 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 boom. They be right in front of you at Area 29. And hey, boy, it's hard not to go in your pocket at that joint. But I'm just saying, we're going to get him right. Area 29 on the way.
For sure. Tyler Talley said, "Why are we pretending KD is a superstar? He is a star. Superstars aren't Russ's number twos." Then Steph's number 2s. Then Kyrie's number 2. And then Booker's number 2.
That man, he got his $5 worth it out of that chat, boy. That's a hell of a. See, that's how you send a $5 super chat right there. That's how you send it right there. You just go off the rails. Not that $2 bullshit y'all be doing to just talk shit. Cheap ass niggas.
Yeah, Margaret and Fit Jones. Yeah.
See?
Bane29 said, Mars, can you elaborate on your Page over Caitlin Clark take based on the limited footage you've seen?
I want to hear it, Mars. Go ahead.
Come on, Mars.
She plays basketball better. She plays a better brand of basketball. She plays without the ball better. She makes decisions better. She's better in the mid-range. She's better going to her left. She's better on defense. She's just better.
I agree with you, Mars.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
kind of
can't say
valid.
that.
I got Caitlin though, but that's valid. I'm not. Paige is really showing me really how good she is.
You on mute? Oh, okay. Mars, I kind of agree with you a little bit, but we're gonna see more Paige next year. You could be hitting everything on the nail though. Probably is, but you know how I am. I want to see it twice before I give it to you one time. Got to see it twice.
Y'all got to remember though, Paige always been the one. There was just that she hurt her knee.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, y'all. I'm actually running a poll right now. I want to hear how you guys feel about this. Who better, Caitlin Clark or Paige Buckets? If you on Twitter, comment on this too. Let me know who you guys think is better. Paige
Shout out to
Buckets,
Angel Reese too. She been
Caitlin Clark. Hey, for real.
And folks been lying, and folks just be stretching that lie, bro.
I watched that game live yesterday. She is looking good.
Hey, I wish Penn was here right now because I'll tell him that since the day I made that statement about maybe she just need to be a backup power forward,
she been smoking.
Hey, she done turned it around.
Yeah, I just can't believe like how weird motherfuckers get that she's succeeding. Like, this is the crazy part to me. It's like you still getting weird because she's getting better. Like I've always said, when they ask me, how do you think about Angel Reese? I say, bro, she's a good player. She just has to get better. She's a pro. She ain't got it. I'm like, bro, that's the most egregious statement you can say because she a pro. She don't have to get better. She's gotten better, and now you still gonna find a way to say something about her. Oh, her plus minus is this. Oh, is this? And it's like, bro, you guys clearly aren't watching. You guys are just trolling. Like, you guys are really, really trolling.
Well,
really.
I mean, that's a part of hate watch culture too. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: I just said she needs to get better, and she's been playing a lot better. But with that being said, when I said what I said, that's what was going on. She was stinking up the arena, but she
said it herself though. But she said it herself though. I don't know why like people always talk about she act like she's something she's not. Like, she said it herself. Like, she was playing bad. I had to get better and start playing better. And that's what she
I think, right quick. I just want to say, I think a coaching adjustment, a simple coaching adjustment has made it better for her. Right. I think it's hard. It's hard for her to play in the post. I think she's a little undersized, and she struggles finishing vertically above contact.
Through contact,
but just So when she catches it and just going straight up, for her that's hard. For some people it's easy. For her it happens to be hard. You give her the ball in the perimeter, and she can get downhill or in the mid range, and she can control the ball. Which also too, I think, just due to how she played in LSU and all of that, I think we didn't think she had that. More similar to Karl Anthony Towns. Nobody thought Karl Anthony Towns would play the way that he played in the league until, he got a coach that put him on the perimeter. I think that's very similar with Angel Reese. She's got the ball on the perimeter. Now she's showcasing she could pass, she could dribble, she could move.
She always could do that.
She got a cool little touch now. So I think that's simply it. But Ox, you want to tackle E-words, chat?
Well, I don't know the answer to that, Ron.
He was hoping you would give him the answer.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know.
So like Swiper, you don't know nothing either?
Well, Ron, just like E-word want to know. Shit, I want to know when the playback's coming back, because we did some last year. I'm missing.
I want to say I respect you so much for saying what you did though, because a lot of people unlike you decided they just want to stand on board.
I don't have agendas. Like, I said what I said about Angel Reese when she was, for lack of a better term, sucking. But is she playing well? I'm gonna say the same thing. Like, she playing well. Like,
lack of a better term.
Shit, Jordan, and you came up with that one day when I was saying what I said, like I was trying to hate. I was just telling the truth. I was just reporting the news.
I respected what you said. I was just saying, guys, if y'all go back and watch the film, a lot of the stuff was easy fixes. Like a lot of it was easy fixes. Like I brought up, she missed a lot of layups because she's shooting them motherfuckers through contact. Like I'm like, she probably shouldn't be shooting on them shots like that. So you move her out. Regardless, when she drives, she draws 3-4 people. But if you move out on the perimeter, she can make those passes. She's programmed to get the ball under the rim and go up no matter what. Some people are.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, though.
That's what they teach you.
So when you a big woman or a big man, when you catch the ball under the hoop, go up.
She be throwing that
for anybody. When you under the hoop and you got the ball, for the most part,
and she just
supposed to go up.
And like I said, a lot of other girls lay the ball up like that too. They just don't get talked about. Like a lot of girls lay the ball up the way she does. It just doesn't get talked about it because she's Angel Reese and she do it a lot more than him. And she's smaller too, trying to do it. Like she's a lot smaller than Camila Cardoza because she lay the ball up weird as shit too, though. But nobody say nothing because she's smaller. But I mean, because Angel Reese is smaller. But
that's why though, Jordan. When you're a different size, you got to adjust your game.
I agree. So that's why pulling her on the perimeter is better.
I like that. I like that coaching adjustment. Ron, do you not have an answer for this?
Yeah, no, I do. Okay. So shout out Eware for asking this. First off, we will be on Playback doing summer league games tomorrow. Spurs versus Lakers. Thursday, Lakers versus Mavs, and we'll have a few more summer league games that we will be doing. Summer league ends July 20th. After summer league, we got a couple interesting things that we're doing on Playback. First off, yes, we will be doing WNBA games after summer league. Second off, we also will be doing a little thing called Throwback Thursday where we go and watch, any past game. It could be a game from 3 months ago. Could be a game from 3 years ago. It could be a game from 30 years ago. But we really going to get down to the bottom of some of these things that we argue about with people in the past. So it might be going and just seeing that maybe Steve Nash wasn't really at an MVP level like that. It could be going back to see maybe George Gervin really was the truth like that and should be a tier 1 scorer. Whatever the case may be, we are going to go back and watch past games and chat. The cool thing about it is you guys are going to help us determine the games we going to go back and watch. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Chat, make sure y'all cook up, man. We want young Paul Pierce games. We want early mid 2000s. We want early mid 2000s Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker games. That's what we want.
Hey, Paul Pierce got some shit. Boy, I ain't gonna lie.
Talk to him.
All right, y'all. Speaking of Paul Pierce, Gemini Joso said, as a Celtics fan, I watched JT and I agree. Tatum is too busy looking for the foul instead of just finishing at the rim at times too.
I think he's just too busy looking to shoot that bullshit ass jump shot. But that's what my thing. He just bro, I've never seen a person that really want to shoot a jump shot. It's like he got a new move that he really want to show off or some new shoes he really want to show off. I don't know what it is, but JT doing some shit that's just crazy to me. But I already went on my tangent, so go ahead.
King Bo said, hey, chill. How did the kid look? And how did the kid look? That's Nikola Topic, if you don't know. And AJ Mitchell will have a really good year coming off the bench next year. Mars, how'd you like Nikola?
Everyone was going crazy. I thought he was all right. Like I didn't think he was great. AJ Mitchell looked really good. Topic looked
really
about
come
what I
bench?
expected. Yeah, AJ Mitchell's gonna come off the bench. Yeah, he's not gonna start.
No, I'm saying like with the Thunder role players all coming back, is he really gonna come off the bench?
Yeah, in the regular season, I'd expect so. Yeah,
some games.
I think they'll go deep in their bench for the regular season just to make sure everyone gets through. But yeah, it was one summer league game. I'm not gonna go crazy on Nikola Topic. There was flashes of the intrigue, but then there was flashes of obviously what he has to work on. So we'll just see what it looks like.
All right, y'all. Jordan Reed said, I read a report saying Bradley Beal is the front runner for the Heat and Clippers. Which team would you guys rather see him on, the Clippers or the Heat?
I'd rather see him on the Clippers, but if I was him, I would probably go with the Heat just for long term. The Clippers don't keep nobody long term besides Kawhi, apparently. But I wouldn't go to the Clippers if I was him. Thinking about how long I want to play in the NBA, like he's one team away from this shit being his career, like where they just start, Bradley, get your ass out of here. And that's what happens. Like he's a good basketball player, but you go to some bad situations and you stick around, teams just start writing you off. And all next you know you out the league. So if I was him, I would go to Miami.
All right. Unlock Trey became a YouTube member. Shout out to Unlock Trey. Abby became a YouTube member. Salute to Abby. He been around for a long time. Y'all know the face. Y'all know the name.
That's a guy.
Panzu. Y'all know the face. Y'all know the name. Panzu sent through a members chat and said, Nuggets champion 2026. Jokic, Finals MVP. Murray, Western Conference Finals MVP.
I wish Swipe was still here because I just remembered what Eddie Johnson had said. And I think that's valid.
Oh, about boosting Jokic plus minus.
Yeah, I think Eddie Johnson made a valid point. Like J-Val don't want to come off the bench for a couple minutes and get blamed. You know what I'm saying, for them losing because of the non-Jokic minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad Swiper's not here. We would have been here for another hour.
But that's a fact though. Like when Eddie Johnson said that, I'm like that just makes sense though. Like why would I want to be?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
For Valanciunas, it just makes more sense.
Valanciunas need to go to Panathinaikos.
You're gonna have a great time over there.
Facts. Jonathan Frazier said, dudes like Jordan is exactly why KD skipped out today. Bro never gives basketball reasoning for anything. Also, chill. When we box him Ron, he cooked. What?
Hey,
Jordan, get this nigga.
First of all, when y'all be saying I don't never give basketball reason, that's key words for I never give your fucking reason. Like, that's just what that means. Like, bro, I always give a reason for what I said. I definitely give a reason every time. You just don't like I hate when people say that. Well, oh, you're not giving a reason. No, you don't like my answer. And then you're going to say, you have no logic until the logic comes in right in your face. And then you're going to say, oh, you just victory
comes
lap.
right in your face. Whoa. Comes right in your face. Okay.
That's
Link
crazy.
bio.
But no, Jordan, one thing I do want to say though, about in this whole space. And I don't know. I mean, I know you in the basketball community. I don't know how much podding and stuff you was doing before this, right? But something I've learned though, bro, is that a lot of the chat, a lot of the viewers, they want you to explain the shit that that doesn't need any explanation. Like for when basketball, like if you just give a statement, it's like, okay, well, we should all understand that part of it. They want you to break that shit down to prove that you understand. Like, that shit is self-explanatory.
I don't gotta break it down to you because, and the part of it is because that's how you feel. Like you feel this way. Like somebody said, your logic is flawed. No, it's your understanding is flawed. It ain't my logic that's flawed. It's your understanding that's flawed. Maybe you don't understand what I'm saying because I can see shit and then it tends to happen. Now, when it does happen, nobody say nothing. But it's what? Because I forgot what team I said was losers. Oh, does he have brain cells? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, shut up. You need a smack in the face. Shut up.
Hey, Jonathan Frazier. That's twice in your face, sucker. Teddy Hart said the Pacers should tank this year, right? I.e. the 1998 Spurs when D-Rob was out, the 96-97 season. And they got
I don't think they have to.
season.
But I don't expect them to win a whole lot of games. But I don't expect them to tank.
Yeah, I don't think they should tank. They're gonna be pretty good. They're losing Tyrese Halliburton, but as I said when I was debating, they got multiple Tyrese Halliburtons. Now we get to see it. Now when y'all see them average 18 and 10 or 16 and 8,
and they're gonna be the 12th.
Y'all gonna forget I said what I said. Watch. Ron, my logic is flawed still, right? We gonna see.
Ron, they don't need to tank. All Rick got to do is tell Benny get off, bro. Go crazy, Benny.
I damn near think Benny gonna average 20 plus this year.
Yeah,
it's gonna be coming up. He gonna be getting it up.
Nembhard gonna average a good number of assists and a good number of points, brother.
Man, free TJ. Man.
You're gonna see Gonzaga. You're gonna see how you say it, Gonzaga or Gonzaga? Which one?
Don't matter.
Gonzaga. You're gonna see Gonzaga. Nembhard leading the charge. Right. Did anybody pick up his brother?
Dallas on a two-way. He's in Dallas.
Oh, that's good. That's a good move for Dallas.
Who?
That's a good move.
Ryan.
Oh, little bro. Yeah.
Well, that's
big bro, but little bro.
TJ about to get scapegoated. So man, free TJ.
Oh no, TJ gonna fit right into his role. His dad, the coach. He's gonna fit right into his role.
Cowboy Bob said CP3 was yelling at Ayton, creating Suns final. I haven't seen Luka be that involved in a player's development. I see Ayton being in his own mind. Go New York, go.
What does the first part mean? Maybe you mean like
that. Chris Paul was yelling at him during the finals, or
okay.
I think he's saying like Chris Paul. Chris Paul was like, coaching him up, helping him out, helping bringing him along. And he doesn't.
Well, LeBron's on the team, so
no, that's true.
That is true. We'll see. I don't want to speak on that team, so we'll see.
The Baller Shot Caller 1999 said, I don't know if y'all saw what Ricky Rubio said, but do y'all think Luka could feel the same for too much success at a young age?
I didn't know Ricky Rubio was on podcast. So what did he say?
I don't know what Ricky Rubio said.
Based on what he said, I'm assuming that Ricky Rubio said something like he ran into success at a young age. Maybe that affected him as his career went on.
If that's what he said, I mean,
and I don't know how
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not Lucas. So.
Yeah,
but Ricky was talking about his own success, right? He wasn't talking about Luka.
I'd assume, but I haven't watched,
right.
So I'm not going.
Yeah, Rubio was a protege. Everything that Luka was, Rubio was bigger than Luka coming into the league. When he came into the league,
yeah, because he was.
I'm Mars. I
wasn't around. I'm not.
I know. I'm just telling you, like Rubio was. I've heard about
the Rubio's
because he was in the Olympics too. He was in the Olympics.
I'm not gonna argue.
He was 17 years old playing against the what was that, the Redeem
16.
team?
He was 16.
16. Like he was legitimately a phenomenon. Win Raw became a YouTube member. Shout out to Win. Teddy Hart said, man, F all that. Topic for Summer League MVP. Mars, you'll see.
Okay.
Sheaves Wrinkly Peen became a YouTube member. Shout out to Sheaves, shout out to Wrinkly, and shout out to Peen. Huncho, aka your boys call you Luncho, sent through a super chat and said, PC, we're moving like them COVID Forex scammers with Hype and KD joining the pod all day yesterday. Dub clickbait.
Man, shut up.
I would say this though, a lot of people pulled through and stayed, so they know he ain't pulling up, so they must.
And we working an hour overtime to get they stuff done. And Mars it's past Mars bedtime. Shout out to Mars.
Past my bedtime. God damn.
Harrison the Hustler became a YouTube member. Shout out that boy Harrison. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. Void Century said, turning Tucker Love in slow-mo into Mitchell and Powell is great GMing. The rest of the roster trash, besides Bam and Ware. Tyler Hero. Anyways, and that's his fault, so pack that old-ass nigga up.
I do think Pat Riley need to retire, but sure.
We got another $20 super chat from Teddy Hart. That's a Hall of Famer. Teddy said, when y'all do the throwback games, each of y'all should pick/elect a random game of your choosing and then pick straws.
Damn, $20 say that? I respect Teddy Hart. I ain't never had no problem with Teddy Hart.
Shout out to Teddy Hart. It's going to be something like that. Like, I know each of us to get a game that we get to choose, and then the other games will probably be voted up on by the chat. Or this is what we're probably going to do. Everybody throws a, kind of what Teddy said, everybody have a game out there, and the chat will choose. So maybe Oxford wants to watch Paul Pierce. Maybe I want to watch.
Y'all know what I want to watch.
T-Mac, you know, and everybody choose, and then the chat, you guys will choose. We'll do it that way.
Budget highlights.
No, 2017 Rockets versus Warriors game.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Oh, 2018.
2018, yeah. That's what I want to watch.
I'm not watching that game.
I ain't going to be there. I ain't going to be there. Darren Hernandez said, and that's why Curry's the GOAT.
Okay. Aaron Hernandez sounds a lot like Aaron Hernandez, but.
Fit Jones said, does nobody say less in Texas?
Does anybody say less in Texas? Yeah. Say less.
Morning Bump said, let me find out Swiper, the one gatekeeping KD. Huh. Damn,
Morning Bump is crazy.
Hey, man, shout out Morning Bumps.
Crazy.
More Gids said, you don't like bumps in the morning?
No, hell,
I got two amazing bumps that I love waking up to.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
And where do you wake up to them at?
Wake up laying on them. You okay?
Let's go to the next one. This is crazy.
All right. Well, hey, once again, shout out Morning Bumps. More Gid said JT was third in drives last season. What the hell do you mean he drives?
That stat got to be flawed. My eyes.
If you start on the perimeter and move downhill, it counts as a drive.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because what did he do after that?
Even if you step back,
eyes is not lying.
You drove.
Oh, that's heat.
That's garbage ass.
That's heat.
That's a garbage ass stat, bro.
Man, JT, keep getting to it, JT. Don't listen to these brothers.
Because my eyes. See, look, this is the reason why you should go watch games, because my eyes can tell me for sure that's what he doing. For sure. So
Arch Diddler sent through a super chat. Shout out to Diddler. Arch Diddler said, why KD ain't want to party with us?
Because ain't no party.
And then he sent through a dancing emoji, a lotion emoji, and a drink of some sorts emoji.
He probably couldn't.
He didn't want to party with us because y'all talking about morning bumps. He don't get down like that.
Me neither, but all right.
Saunders said, Missoula, the worst coach to win a chip in 10 years.
Facts.
So who's that between Steve Kerr, Nick Nurse, Ty Lue,
Matt
Mark Dagnall,
what's his name? Bud,
Buds, and Mike Malone. Maybe. I don't know.
So I'll say damn near Steve Kerr.
Oh, Frank Vogel too.
Frank Vogel championship championship celebration look forced as hell. Yeah, we won. Yeah. Shit look weird.
Jonathan Frazier said it's because you never have anything good to say, Jordan.
Yeah, dude. I always say good shit. But go ahead, Jonathan Frazier. That nigga got two first names.
Arch Diddler said, now you talking, Swiper. Wesley Allen said, thoughts on these trades not being official yet?
I mean,
they're working through the terms. They just working through the terms. K Nao said, rob the undercover plant to keep King from reaching 5? Rob who?
Pelinka.
To keep LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, Bron. Cujo said, but we have nowhere else to go, chill. That's fire. Hey, well, look, check this out. Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern time to 2 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes later than that, if you don't have nowhere to go, if you don't have nowhere to be, if your sorry ass don't got a job, or if you do got a job, you just need something to listen to while you working, you know you could always come chill with us because you know where we going to be, you know what we going to talk about, and you know it's going to be entertaining, whether it's rage bait or just good-ass hoop talk.
We'll take you over here. Come on.
Hey,
you're welcome.
We take the waywardly. Hey, we take the waywardly. All right.
That's what I told somebody this other day on Twitter. Talking about I'm gonna call in for work or something. They was talking about you would have deposited this, that one my work. I'm like, at this point, if you still missing the panel to go to work, you just need to quit that job.
And if you're not homeless yet, keep watching the panel and miss work. It's okay.
If your job has you at work at these hours, you need to quit that job. Do something else
until you homeless.
Well, or just work different hours. Get it different.
No, because if you homeless, you can't really watch. So just keep going. Homeless is the last resort. Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. Big Fan Breezy said, I asked the panel and KD, will CT be good with the Brooklyn rookies? Cam Thomas? Will Cam Thomas be good with the Brooklyn rookies? Mars, what you think?
He don't give a damn.
I don't know Cam Thomas.
There you go. Appreciate you, Big Fan Breezy. And by the way, y'all might have some very high first round picks again next year. But just keep doing what you're doing over there. Jonathan Frazier, last but not least, said, can't wait for Luka to go into H-Town and bust y'all asses.
Jonathan Frazier, why you keep messing with me? I don't have no beef with you. What the
It's probably because you told him in your face.
Y'all talking about it?
I told him that.
Girlfriends and stuff, man.
I told him that. Damn.
Yeah, you said something about.
That's how irrelevant that nigga is to me. I didn't even realize that was him who I told that to. I forgot his name already.
You told him something. You're gonna do something in his face. So apparently he didn't like that. But all right, y'all. It's been an amazing episode. Before we get up out of here, once again, Monday through Friday, our show starts at 11. Make sure you turn on your notification bells, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter and on all other platforms, Players Choice Show. You can find us Monday through Friday right here. Tap in. Also, too, we do this little thing called Playback where we get to watch live games. We have a chat and you guys get to watch the game with us. It's called Playback.tv/Players Choice. We are going to be watching Bronny versus Cooper Flag on Thursday. Tomorrow, we'll be watching Bronny versus Dylan Harper. So make sure you pull up to that. Chill with Chill on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Oh,
Thursdays
and
and
we have
Saturdays.
Thursdays and Saturdays. Thank you, Ox. And we also have a football show called Press Box that will be coming soon. In the meantime, in between time, y'all be easy and we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
And quit your jobs to watch
Merry
Player
Christmas.
Choice. Quit your jobs.
No need to go to work if Players' Choice panels on TV.